If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents about the live as I go throughout the video. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing Oscar De La Hoya leaks pay-per-view numbers, Clout chasing to the max, and just some good old Friday night boxing talk. What's going on, everybody? How was everybody enjoying their Friday night? I'm not sure what's going on or what you got going on or what everybody else got going on, but you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with this boxing talk with me. What is going on? Shout out to everybody in the building that decided to join me tonight. Shout out to y'all. Make sure you punch that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And make sure you let me know and drop it below. Or feel free to click the link and come hop on and chit chat with me on the panel. I'll be dropping the link in a few. But it's been a lot going on this week, I guess you could say. Been a lot going on this week. People still going back and forth about the Bivol Baturbiev thing. People mentioning Baturbiev with some some other people now, some big hitters, Canelo, Benavidez, some fights people interested in seeing. But will we see a rematch? That's the question that everybody know. And will Bivol get knocked out in the rematch? Who is the rematch better for, Beterbiev or Bivol? Who you think benefits more in a rematch? I think Beterbiev knock him out in the rematch. That's just my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents about the situation. I think Beterbiev will knock him out in the rematch. But what are some things that you all think Bivol can do differently? If you're listening to the replay, let me know and drop it below your 2 cents in the comments. What could Bivol do differently, and what could Beterbiev do differently in the rematch? What else did Bivol need to do to be more successful in that fight? Some people say he should have sat down on his punches more. Some people believe the fighting off the back foot, it made Beterbiev appear as though he was the aggressor the whole fight. So I don't know. Could Beterbiev's knee and the surgery and the layoff and all these things he was going through have affected his performance? And now that he got this fight in, if they do an immediate rematch, he's going to look way better in the next fight? We don't know. But I am definitely curious to see. It's been a lot of talk about that fight. People want to see a rematch. Will we get it? Will one of the sanctioning bodies try to swoop in and strip somebody? You know how they be acting when it's undisputed and it's time for a rematch. But we'll see what happens. So, another big topic a lot of people have been talking about. We got Big Supreme in the building. What's going on, Big Supreme? Big Supreme says they are going to strip Beterbiev. Better beef. However you want to say it. Why you think they're gonna strip him, Big Supreme? Which sanctioning body you think is gonna do it? The IBF? You know, I don't think those sanctioning bodies be wanting them boxers to be undisputed like that. I don't really think they care for undisputed like that. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Yep, bingo. The IBF, exactly. The IBF be the first to strip somebody. Like, golly, man, I just won yesterday. I just won yesterday. Why you stripping me? Good Lord. We're going to see what they going to do. A lot of people calling for the rematch. We'll see if they're going to make it. Man, I don't know how much longer Eddie Hearn going to be around. I mean, all his fighters getting beat. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So, Oscar De La Hoya came on yesterday with another episode of his Clapback Thursdays. And I can't say I'm not really a fan of Oscar, but Oscar is funny to me. Just like how Ryan is funny to me. Like I can't take neither one of them serious, but Oscar is just funny to me, man. So Oscar came out and he says, you know, I didn't come on last week. Basically, I'm taking care of this legal stuff. I had to see what was going on with this Devin lawsuit. So he basically saying that they want the books opened up about the fight so they can see, what money went, how much money was made, and all this other stuff, right? So he's saying, like, listen, man, the fight only did 300. Like the fight only did 300,000, a little bit over 300,000, bro. Like them your numbers. Hold on, Big Supreme say, I think Haney is going to win the court case. Why you think that, Big Supreme? I think if Oscar don't want to open them books, he gonna settle. That's what I think. I think if Oscar don't want to open them books, he's going to settle. Which is, I mean, it is what it is. That was a good plan. Hey, I know he ain't finna want to open them books. Throw this lawsuit on him. How much you want? Let's go ahead and settle this. But we'll see what happens. Who's saying too much? Oscar? Because that's the second time I done heard Oscar say you can't come edit my books. I know you got that shit from Canelo. Oscar already told him that. Oscar already told him that. And so let me ask, this is my question I want to ask y'all. Let me know and drop it below. 300,000 pay-per-view buys? Isn't that pretty decent? Like I thought that when he said 300, like a little over 300, I was like, oh, okay. You know, them some okay numbers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 300. What's up? Now, if you're comparing it to their goal of 1.2 million like him and Tank did, then I guess them not good numbers. But if you're just comparing them to previous numbers and previous things done on his standard and scale, then I would think those are pretty decent numbers. Even though Ryan was probably the reason why those numbers were that big or that high, but when you was in a fight, so that's what I would think. But Big Supreme, you say Oscar saying too much. He ain't saying nothing different than what he been saying. Why you saying he's saying too much? I'm about to paste the link. Y'all come up here and chit chat with me. This ain't no formal show. I'll just be sitting up here talking and y'all sitting up there. You know what I'm saying? Click the link. Come chat. 2 Cents Boxing. Now they saying he gonna fight who? Now they saying Devin might fight Rayo, which I doubt because Rayo's with the PBC. Have y'all been getting these vote emails and donate to Trump and this for Kamala Harris text messages and go vote and this is so and so from the NAACP text message? Big Supreme in the building. What's going on, Big Supreme?
What's up? What's up, 2 Cents?
What you got going on? What you got for the show?
First of all, salute to you. I was surprised that you came on because I was scrolling through YouTube and I was seeing that nobody was on. I seen that.
Y'all come on Fridays?
Nah, I know, but I know KO came on earlier today, so I was like, damn, I wonder if anybody gonna go live. Then I seen you, go live. But my thing with Oscar is, hold on, I'm grabbing some soda. So this is my thing, right? I feel like a lot of people are bandwagoners. That's one, and like with the YouTube thing, I'm not a Haney fan at all, but I don't really dislike him like that. Like there's a lot of stuff that we joke about all the time, Bill Haney and stuff like that. But in my personal opinion, I think that Haney was done wrong by Oscar. Now you could attribute that to Haney not having his business right, because I heard something about Haney didn't have lawyers look over the contract. But the only issue I have with Haney is the assault and battery charge. I think that was like a little too extreme, but maybe the lawyers that he hired, maybe they see something with that. But the main reason I feel like Oscar's gonna lose this court case or settle probably, one, you said that the event wasn't successful, but 300,000 pay-per-view buys is successful. Haney said that he wasn't paid, so I don't know what the numbers are, but 300,000 times 70, I think we did it earlier on Upper Show. That's like 22 million. They did the 4 million live gate. Haney said he ain't getting no money. That's one. So he might be rewarded some money from the pay per view. That's one. Two, when the New York State Athletic Commission forfeited Ryan's purse, they handed it over to Oscar. He said that Oscar didn't pay him none of that. So that's two. Three, I believe there's something else that he needed to pay him that I'm not remembering. But those are the two things off the top of my head that I feel like Haney should be entitled to: the pay per views and the split from the purse that was forfeited because of the no contest. Anybody that
Well,
disagrees with that, I feel like they trolling a little bit. Like, you don't gotta like Haney. Yeah, we know that he's a weight bully or he's with Snack and Victor, but this has nothing to do with him being owed his money.
well,
I
this
don't
the thing with that. Normally I would agree with you, but from my understanding, you decided you wanted your payment from the net profit.
see the
So,
thing with that is I don't know on that. Like, the thing is with like the internet, it'd be a lot of trolling, it'd be a lot of clickbait.
oh no, it said I read the lawsuit. It said on the lawsuit.
Also, then if that's the case, then I can't. I'm not an authority on the subject, so I don't really know about that too much. So I'm not going to speak on that. If they did that and they miscalculated and then they somehow lose, then that's on them.
Right.
I'm just
And
saying
I
on
think
my
that's
end.
what happened.
Oh, so then they might lose now because I'm not really sure about that. So I can't speak on that. But if the pay per views, they got some money on that, and then the situation with the purse, I feel like if he doesn't win no money on the pay per views, that's fine. But he definitely is entitled to some of that purse that was forfeited by Ryan. Because anybody that got a no contest for whatever reason, especially with steroids, they usually got a split of the purse. So him saying he didn't get none of that money, I
But
think
he
they'll
didn't
probably
get in
settle
trouble
him.
for steroids though.
Who, Ryan?
Yeah.
Everybody say that, but how did he not get in trouble for steroids?
Because he his suspension is because he didn't report the supplements that he was taking. So
I
that's
believe
it.
that's cap, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, the thing is with like you look at clomiphene or you look at nandrolone, like
No,
these
it's documented. Like
not
that's
what's
what he
documented.
on the documentation. That's why he got
I mean, you can
suspended.
send it to me because, to my understanding, ostamine is not allowed in your system at all in no capacity. So if you tested hot for ostamine, you automatically, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's semantics saying, "Oh well, he didn't report his." That's like semantics to me. If you tested positive for ostamine, it's automatically like you failed the drug test. It's like performance enhancing basically. Now, if you say that he didn't report the supplements, it doesn't make sense to me. Because I look at Amir Khan, I look at Lucian Butte, I look at Ryan. There's another dude that tested positive for ostarine. They were suspended. It wasn't no, well, you didn't report your supplements. I just feel like the whole Ryan thing, in my opinion, because I be saying it on different channels, and then I notice that everybody would get on my helmet. Yo, you a Haney fan now? Yo, what you doing? Woo. I was like, yo, bro, like, I never seen people go to bat for someone that tested positive. It's very weird to me. Now, I'm not saying that Haney's not associated with Conte. I'm not saying that Haney might not be doing something. I just never seen someone get rolled down on because the other dude tested hot. It's just very weird. Can you imagine what happened if Ryan tested positive against Tank?
You
It'd be
know,
crazy.
I hear people like say that like they riding down on you because he tested positive. But to me, like I get what you're saying, but it's like okay, he tested positive, but then it's like
Uh-huh.
we can't have any other criticism because then it's like you throw that he tested positive shield in front of it.
No, no. My thing is this, right? You're gonna like my thing is this. I have valid criticism of Haney, for sure. But it's just very weird to see people siding with Ryan in this situation, to me. Because everybody else that I've seen test positive, there was like a pariah. They was like ostracized a little bit. Like, damn, you tested positive. And I always ask them questions, and it'd be funny because like you're probably the only panel, you and AM Sports, that don't really get like hostile with me. Like it'd be hostile, but it'd be like passive aggressive. Someone to throw insults, stuff like that. Nah, for real, because I'm trying to be objective with the situation. Because I'm like, look, when you look at Conor Ben, right, for example, do you think Conor Ben is a steroid cheat?
But this is the difference, right?
Hmm.
It's like the correlation with what's going on with you is the same correlation as if supplements were tainted, right? And I think with Connor Ben, it wasn't no level. It was like, nigga, you clearly been cheating. You get what I'm saying?
All right, so this is my thing. So let me just try to hone in on my point. When I look at Conor Ben and I look at Puelo, they tested positive, right? But they didn't test positive for steroids. They tested positive for a fertility drug. They tested positive for clomiphene. So when you look at Ryan, oh well, he tested positive for a SARM. It wasn't a steroid. So my thing is, why y'all got jokes for Conor Ben and Puelo? It's like weird because they tested positive for a
But they
fertility
they
drug.
nobody said nothing about Baumgartner really.
That's what I'm saying because it was a fertility. Well, Baumgartner is good looking, so nobody's gonna really. They're gonna troll and make jokes about her being good looking. They don't care, so I'm not really sweating that too much. But when in regards to
Is Ryan not good
Puelo,
looking?
is who?
Is Ryan not good looking?
I mean, I'm a man and I'm heterosexual, so I don't know. I can see
You
that
know,
he
if
has a
I'm,
he has.
I'm he handsome or something, you ain't got to
I mean,
be
he
all
has a he
like
has
that.
a he has a decent female fan base, and that could be what it is too. All I'm saying is when I look at Puelo and I look at Conor Ben, they tested positive for clomiphene. So now, what I was trying to explain is when
Who was
people do
Plato signed
steroids,
to?
he's signed to PBC, I believe. When I
Mm.
look at what is my cat doing? My fault, 2 cents. So this is the thing with steroids, right? Because I like this whole situation made me go down a rabbit hole and research on certain things. So you got stacking, you got pyramiding. So usually stacking is people will take certain dosages of steroids and they'll gradually increase it. Then you got pyramiding. They'll gradually decrease it. Usually, clomiphene, aspirin, and certain drugs, they use it at the end of the steroid cycle. It's because they want to mitigate the side effects that come with steroids. That could be back acne. That could be when the male breast start lactating and stuff like that. Things called vaginal. Then you got pause, but testicular shrinkage. So they use these drugs. So now, when I look at a Conor Ben, he tested positive for clomiphene. But of course, WADA, VADA, they understand that you're clearly doing something because what is a boxer using clomiphene for? It's a female fertility drug. So that means that you're coming off your cycle and you're using that clomiphene to balance your testosterone levels. This is how they get
Right,
caught. So when you look
right.
at Ryan, he tested positive for ostarine. This
Mm.
is coinciding with pyramiding. So now when I bring these things up, it's like people get hostile. My thing is this, right? I'm not advocating for Haney.
But
I'm
what
not
about all the
advocating for
other
Ryan.
tests he was taking though? That's a question
See,
too.
this is my thing, right? When they say, well, he was tested for this week and that week and he didn't test positive. Now, this is my thing, right? I don't know the intricacies of VADA. I'm not inside the labs with them. I'm not WADA accredited lab, so I'm not gonna know. My thing is, I just find it very weird. Then the Nandrolone thing. Our body
Hold on, hold
naturally.
on. We got Dragon Assassin,
Oh, yeah, gang in the building.
Melvin Air Podcast, Fight Game, Big Dre. What's going on?
Maybe Big Dre hop up here and give his 2 cents. But
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
so my thing with Nandrolone, right? So Nandrolone, our body naturally produces it. In this few circumstances where it'll come out in our urine. Usually, I believe it's pregnant women. Their urine produces Nandrolone, but it's not gonna produce it as Nandrolone. It's gonna like metabolize as normandosterone, I believe it is. So now Ryan tested positive for normandosterone, meaning it came out his urine and metabolized. That's the dead giveaway that he was using Nandrolone. You understand? Because if it comes out of your system, it's gonna come out as Nandrolone. If it metabolizes as normandosterone, it's a very complicated process, basically. So they're able to tell if it's like endogenous or exogenous, I believe it is. So like,
Right.
did you take the supplement and then you tested hot, or your
But they
body
but they
naturally
they, they
produced it?
discovered that it was natural.
See, they say that, but that's not what happened. What happened is the levels are so low that it's insignificant. So they basically bypassed it. You understand? So this coincides with the IVs that we seen on camera. Then I think people say he was trolling. I just feel like every which way, every turn, is like a defense for Ryan. Now this is my thing, right? In my opinion, I feel like since Tank came out and low key supported Ryan, a lot of the fans was like, "All right, I'm gonna rock with Ryan." Me
Nah, I
first,
don't think so.
that's what I
Cause that
think.
was before he even said anything.
I ain't
People were
gonna lie, I
still
really
feeling
think
that
that.
type of
I
way.
gotta lie to you. That's my opinion at least. So this is the reason why I'm saying that, right? Now they say, "Oh well,"
What
I
up,
even had.
Zach?
Oh, what's up, Zach? I even had a person tell me, "Oh well, I don't think Ryan a cheat. Ryan's a good dude," and I'm like, "Really?" Then it's like, I'm like, "All right, okay." So he was in Canelo's camp for years. Eddie Reynoso was down with this dude.
That's true.
Eddie
That's true.
Reynoso had like 5 fighters test positive. So my thing is the signs is there. Now I'm not saying that the dude can't punch. I'm not saying he can't crack. I'm just saying that you was in a known steroid cheats camp. And like I said, like
I
it's just weird.
mean, that's a hard argument to make. You feel because it's the thing is like I hear what you're saying. I
Hmm.
do. But then it's like, nigga, you working with Victor Conti, bro.
That's what I'm saying. This is why I
You
said like
feel me? It's
that's why
it's
I said
hard.
like
It's kind of
objectively
hard to
speaking.
defend you. You
That's
feel
what I'm
me?
trying to show you. This is why I say I always say objectively speaking, I'm just a onlooker of the situation. And for
Nah, I
me,
feel you.
I feel like both of them probably they doing a little something. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion because we already know that snack is basically a performance enhancing. It says it
But
on.
it's just like Ryan. Why would you even have to take anything to beat Devin? Like I,
I'm saying he was drinking and smoking. All the signs to me is there.
but you
To
can't
me,
just drink, smoke, and bullshit and take steroids. Like it don't work like that.
who
You
said
know what I'm
so?
saying? You still got to work out.
Who
You
said
still got to
that?
work hard.
When you
That's
look
how
at
they
some,
work.
nah, there's a dude named Richard Piana. This dude was like 300 pounds, white dude, Italian. He's like 300 something pounds. Nigga had a 6 pack, so you know he was on some shit. This nigga was smoking, he was drinking, he was popping pills, he was doing all of that, and he still was working out every day. He was a trainer. He had a big
But
YouTube
that's what I'm
platform.
saying. You still got to work out and train and
But like
shit. You
like I
can't
said,
just take
Ryan
them.
was in the gym. There's pictures of Ryan with Frank in them sparring and all of that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, for me, I think dude was cheating. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm a Haney fan. That doesn't mean I'm down with the Haney code. I just think he was cheating, in my opinion. Because
I
for
mean, that's
me,
cool.
there's too many things that coincide with him cheating. The Canelo thing, the testosterone.
But I hear what you saying. But
Mhm.
that none of that shit gonna hold up in court.
No, I'm not. My argument is not about core. I'm just saying from my perspective on the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's
feel
what I'm
you.
saying. My perspective on the situation. That's what it is. Because like I look at Amir Khan, he got suspended for 2 years. They didn't care what was in the system. They said, "Look, you got ostomy in your system, and we giving you a 2 year suspension." So my thing is, even with the WBC, like they've had numerous Mexican fighters test positive, and they didn't get stripped for their titles. They didn't strip Oscar Valdez. They didn't strip Canelo. They didn't strip Luis Neri. They didn't strip the little flyweight that Canelo got in his team, Martinez. They just made the fight a no contest, kept it moving. He's still the champion though. So my thing is, why would the WBC punish Ryan? You understand what I'm saying? Like all these things that we see,
Why would they?
they haven't held a Mexican fighter accountable for testing positive yet. I haven't seen it.
That's a good point.
Oscar Valdez, Luis Neri, Canelo, Martinez, and any other Mexican fighter you could think of that tested positive, they were not stripped. If they had a belt at the time when they tested positive, they didn't get stripped. They got a 6 month suspension, year suspension. But you gotta think, right? Dudes is
Well, he did.
inactive.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. It's the same shit basically. Like when Canelo tested positive, their reaction was to raise the clenbuterol levels.
He
So
did
it's
get
like,
suspended for 6 months, though.
yeah, but Canelo fights every 6 months. So it's like,
Exactly.
is that really a problem?
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. So my thing is, this why I say I like coming on your platform because I feel like me and you could. I feel like it's a discussion. It's not like a heated back and forth. Like you don't
No,
gotta
we
agree
ain't
with
finna do
me.
all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the dudes really be. You hear me talking? I'd have been called an idiot. The chat would have started going crazy. Yo, Big Supreme, you bugging. Whoa, like I thought you was the home team. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, you. They calling me frequent flyer Supreme. I'm like, damn. Nah, for real. They was calling me Supreme Hacker. I'm like, damn. I'm just saying, like, objectively speaking, like
Nah, you know that's how they
they
act over there.
trolling. You know what it is too? You know what the dude name was? Robert Hellenius. So Robert Hellenius, Puelo, and I believe Conor Ben, they tested positive for clomiphene. And it's a fertility drug. So what is a professional boxer using a fertility drug for? Obviously, it's for performance enhancing, or you coming off the steroids and you need to balance your testosterone levels. So WADA, they smart. They understand. All right, we've seen this before. You're using whatever it is. We might have not caught that, but we caught the clomiphene. So we know that you're doing something. So my thing is ostarine is basically the it's called PCT, post cycle therapy. Ostarine is a post psychotherapy drug, right? Amir Khan, my man Ryan, Lucian Butte, these dudes tested positive for those drugs. And my thing is, if there's no performance enhancing effect for Ostarine, I forgot the NFL dude's name. He was using Ostarine and he got suspended for a year. So my thing is, it's clearly got something going on. That's like
But
if
you
you
know,
tell
let me say this too.
what?
It's two things I want to say. First thing is, what up, crucial content? When you um it's because sometimes some of these fighters may have certain levels of the ostarine that's showing, oh, when you got these levels, it's showing you trying to cover something up. Or when you got
Exactly.
these levels, it's correlated with something being with some supplements being tainted. And from my understanding, it was with some supplements being tainted. And when I did my research about ostarine, I found them saying that a lot of athletes, Olympic athletes, not just the boxing shit,
Hmm.
have been testing positive for the ostarine because these supplement companies were making supplements in places where they used ostarine or whatever the case may be, and their supplements were starting to get tainted with the ostarine, and a lot of fighters were taking diuretics and things to lose weight, and that was popping them for ostarine.
I don't get what Zacchaeus is saying in the comment section. What do you say? Other fighters keep it moving. What do you mean? Like people like they fight somebody on steroids and they just leave it alone? Is that what you trying to say, bro?
And so that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, everybody got their own opinion about it,
Hmm.
but like he said, he was trying to lose weight. Somebody gave him something he didn't know. Like that could also be true too, though.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Big Dre. Like, it's a masking agent. Now, my thing is, it's just very weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's very. I
But
see
you don't
like
think that could be true? That
what?
his shit was tainted, his supplements
Now, I
was
don't
tainted.
believe that because when he sent in the thing, this is my thing, right? The WBC, they're gonna go to bat. First of all, Oscar, he's Mexican. He's a sixth division world champion. He was the golden boy himself. He's super cool, Mauricio Suleiman. They're not gonna give Ryan nothing but a slap on the wrist. When you look at someone like
But Ryan
Zerbini,
ain't WBC nothing. He not no champion.
I mean, he would have if he would have made the weight, and he was WC interim at one point. If he would have made the weight, he would have been champion. And I honestly believe he wouldn't have got stripped if this happened because Mauricio came out and said we're gonna support Ryan in this time. You know, he's going through a mental health scare and this that. Like, what I'm saying is, whenever it's the Mexican fighter or the white fighter that tests positive, it's always this resounding like support. It's very weird to me. So my thing is, when I be trying to tell, because I'm a black man, so what I be trying to tell the homies, because I assume like someone like Fight Game, obviously Big Dre, Crucial, I feel like they're black men as well. I just think it's weird seeing. The thing is with Haney, it's hard to defend him because all the antics and stuff like that. But it's like I don't like to see people get dogpiled. Like for example, right? I was in a chat yesterday. I ain't gonna say the content creator's name, and I was saying that I don't like how everybody's dogging Chris Colbert. And then this dude started going crazy. Yo, you always coming in here trying to be contrarian, get that shit out of here. I'm like, look, bro, I disagree with the stoppage for Chris Colbert because it was like a weird stoppage. Like he wasn't knocked out, he didn't get dropped. Like
Right,
it was
right.
very weird to me. So I'm like, that's all I'm saying. Oh well, whatever. Well, he's washed up, he's finished. I'm like, yo, why you so happy that this young man? You don't know what he's doing in his life, bro. He could probably be boxing because he's trying to avoid the streets. He probably don't know how to do nothing else but box. Why are you so happy to see this man's career go down the drain, bro? It's just weird. to me, and I just like try to highlight these things. Like for example, when Shakur fight, I could joke. It's like if you got a joke with your uncle or your brother, and then someone else say something and you feel away. Like, wait, hold on, you talking? That's my brother. Like Shakur Stevenson, yeah, I could joke about him running in the ring and not wanting to engage, but that's in regards to him and Tank. But then when I see other people saying it's like, why y'all don't say that about Bivol? When Bivol running around the ring, is master class boxing. He's being smart. He doesn't want to engage with a power puncher, so he's trying to survive. But then with Shakur, it's a bunch of memes, it's a bunch of jokes, it's on TikTok.
Well, we gotta Shakur. We gotta give some Shakur some accountability too, because
I'm saying we could
he
hold
brings
Shakur
that type of
accountable.
expectation. He puts that type of
Of
expectation
course,
on himself,
absolutely.
and then
You're
when he
right.
doesn't do it, people talk shit about it.
Yeah, see, but that's different though. What I'm saying, his fighting style. Like, for example, when he fought Nakatila, oh, he ran from a Gambian cop and this, that, and the third, and he's scared. And like, I don't get that. When anybody else does it, they're being smart. Like when Lomachenko, he starts slow, he's downloading data. Oh, he's figuring his opponent out. When Tank does it, he's losing rounds. This is why Tank is not. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the world of boxing, bro. That's you describing it in a nutshell.
That's what I'm saying. But just because the world is the way it is, doesn't mean I can't call it out. So I
No,
just
you
find it
that's what I'm
weird when I call it
saying.
out and you get hostile. I'm not on no hacker stuff where it's like hackers sit there and argue with you on a moot point that makes no sense. Like I'm not doing that. What I'm just saying is I'm just highlighting the inconsistencies and the double
Yeah.
standards. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Cause
Common sense make you a villain in these YouTube
yeah, you know
streets.
that, man. Like I just find it weird. Oh well, Lomachenko's downloading data. Look, he's figuring them out. Ooh, he's the Matrix. Tank does it. Why is Tank taking so long? What is he doing? Like, what are you talking about? It's the same exact thing. It's the same thing. And then another thing too, right? I was watching Anyway versus Paul Butler. This dude, I'm gonna post it on Twitter later, but for the last 4 or 5 rounds, he did the same exact thing Bivol did. Like the only difference is Anyway knocked him out, but he shelled up, he ran around the ring, he didn't engage. I hear Tim Bradley, oh, this guy, he doesn't want to fight. He's trying to survive. Well, this not a third. Bivol does it. Oh my God, he's a master class boxer. It's like, yo, what's going on? Keep the same energy, bro. Like, if
Cash
this dude,
crypto, what up?
if this dude is running for his life, then this dude's running for his life. Like, you can't award. Boxing is just funny to me. Like, the double
It's very
standards and the
biased, right?
hypocrisies.
Yeah.
It's real bias. Like boxing is crazy. One dude could do one thing and it's completely acceptable. Another dude do something and they on his helmet. It's just funny. Like Conor Ben can't post nothing without people leaving egg comments and all these other excellence and all these other jokes with eggs, right?
Incredible
Fury tested
edible
positive.
egg.
Yeah, Fury tested positive. Nobody brings this shit up. This man won Fight of the year he tested positive for Angelon. So I'm like, this is
And
just
he lied
crazy.
about it. And he got
He
caught lying
lied.
about it.
He got caught, lied, and people don't care. Like it's weird. Like
Nobody ever, and then they was like, "Oh, he cheated water." No way! Like the dude been cheating his whole career.
he been cheating forever. So it's like then it's like he got caught with the gloves in the ring. The referee was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?
Man,
Come on."
nobody wants to even. I don't get it. Like the man can't even fight in the U.S.
Exactly. And another thing too that's funny. I think people say, "Oh, Better Biev is this Chechen. I guess he's like the president of Chechnya. They say like he's like a war criminal and he's
Yeah,
against
yeah,
this, that, and third. So I'm like, y'all didn't say nothing when your man was with Daniel Kinahan. Like, I
yep.
haven't heard nobody say nothing about Daniel Kinahan yet. And I'm like, he's affiliated with all of these dudes from Turkey to Frank Warren to Eddie Hearn to um even like Bud, Tyson Fury. Nobody brings this dude up. This man comes to support Better BF. Oh, look, it's corruption. It's like the double standards is crazy to me. It's crazy.
People not paying attention like that. They very surface level.
Oh yeah, but I wanted to hop up because at IBF I got sidetracked by the Oscar situation. Now, this brings up my point too. People don't realize the IBF is run by a black man, right? It's always gonna get criticism. If you look on Twitter,
Who a black man run the IBF?
yeah, Daryl Peoples. You know, it's thought about Robert Lee. He's the black dude. It's based out of New Jersey. You didn't know that?
Is that's the only one in the United States? Because I
Only
think I
one.
looked up, yep, because I looked up where all these sanctioning bodies are. I think it was only one in the United States, and it was the
Daryl
IBF.
Peoples, black dude, New
Yeah,
Jersey.
I didn't look
So,
up who they were though, who they faces.
so to my knowledge, Daryl Peoples, that's the IBF. Gilberto Mendoza, that's the WBA. The WBO is there's something with a P. I don't Pacquiao, I believe. And then the WBC is Mauricio. So to my knowledge, I believe the WBA is in Puerto Rico, the WBO is in Panama, and I believe the WBC is in Mexico. And then IBF is in New Jersey. But if you notice, the IBF is the only sanctioning body that really get criticism. Oh, we should get rid of this belt. Turkey should buy it. These guys are they're enforcing these weak mandatories. And my thing is this, right? If you come in the sport of boxing, right? You got a Canelo, you got like a Benavidez or something like that. You're basically saying that you don't want these dudes on a come up to get a title shot. So I like that the IBF is doing that. Look, you could go unify, go for undisputed, do your thing. I have no problem with that. But this dude that been the IBF mandatory for the last 3 years, you don't think he should get a shot? Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but why he can't get? He been waiting 3 years. He wasn't wait till after this rematch.
no, my thing is this, right? The IBF, this is what they usually do. They sit Bivol down, they sit Better BF down. Look, we gonna let y'all fight for undisputed. Whoever wins undisputed, you gotta enter negotiations with whoever the mandatory is, right? You're gonna do that, and we're gonna give you what, like 280 days or something like that. If y'all fail to come to agreement, we're gonna send y'all the purse bid. Usually, if you like, look, I want to do the rematch, you know what you gotta do. You gotta pay that step aside, bro. Look, we gonna give you 300,000. Is that cool? The IBF is like, I bet, whatever. They get a low percentage and they keep it moving. A lot of these dudes, they honor what the IBF is saying to get the undisputed, and then they'll on the back end, they don't want to do it no more. Look, I ain't gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna fight this dude. We seen it happen with Charlo. We seen it happen with Crawford and Boots. So I feel like that, like for example, on Twitter, I just seen something, right? Bakram Murtazaliev, he's made $2 million in step aside money because
Wow.
he was the number one ranked IBF mandatory for a minute. So he's made $2 million in step aside money, and he still became world champion. So my thing is like, I respect that. Look, you want to go fight Canelo Charlo, yo, you want to go fight Earl Boots or whatever. Look, I need my little 200,000. I need my little 300,000. Some dudes ain't willing to step aside. You got to do like Karen. Everybody on Karen helmet. Yo, why you want to fight Boots? You're gonna run around. I'm inviting the smoke. Like, I let him get it. Like, this dude been in the sanctioned body for the last 5 years, bro. He won a title shot. So what he lost? Let him get his rematch. If he lose again, that's it. But I just find like the double standards is crazy. 2 cents.
What up, Jonathan Simon?
Salute,
So what?
salute.
So what you think about the pay per view numbers? Them saying it's 300,000. We was talking about that too.
I think that I told you. I think that they owe Haney some bread. And my thing is, you getting on camera saying, "Oh, we only did 326,000." All right, that's fine. You calculated, you do the numbers. How much is that awarded to Haney? Now, I heard Upper saying that the zone has to hit a certain threshold. If that's the
Right, right.
case, then maybe he might not get no money. But I don't think that's true though. I would have to like read up on that because if you sold
Because that's
200,000,
why. That's why you got to think about it. That's why like Top Rank and the Zone, like they really don't do good pay per view numbers because they're not promoting and marketing their fighters like that for people to really want to pay to see them. And then the fighters like, fuck it, I ain't really finna promote like that because I gotta do 200,000 before I get paid. You know what I'm saying?
yes, a fact.
That's that's how it usually work, but the PBC don't do it like that. But that's how like Top Rank in the Zone and all them. That's why you never see them doing no big ass numbers really like that for their pay per views.
I just think that for Oscar, like Upper said, maybe Oscar got a like ironclad contract where he could talk his shit and not suffer no consequences. But I just think it's kind of weird for you to get on camera. It just don't look good in court, in my
He
opinion.
already said you don't sell. He been said that.
That's what I'm saying. But you saying I don't sell on camera, and then you saying I did 300,000 in court. I just find it hard that they would side with Oscar. The way he moving, I just don't think they would side with him. Like, you trolling, he's just doing too much. Like, in my opinion. So either he's ready to go to court because he knows he's gonna win, or he's gonna settle anyway. So he's like, look, I'm gonna troll you until I gotta pay you whatever I gotta pay you, whether it's 800,000 or 1.5 million, whatever it is. I feel like he's just gonna troll him, in my
Because if
opinion.
you because if you think about it, like you asking for 40 million, $50 million, and then I'm looking at this and you show 300,000, like, bruh, no sir.
Ain't that like that? I think we did the math earlier. That's like 23 million because they charge 70 for the pay per view.
Yeah, so if you didn't make no 30, 40 million with this fight.
I get that, but let's say you won 23 million. You telling me Haney don't deserve three million of that?
I mean, they got paid. This is the thing. They got paid but they took they took minimums because they thought that they were going to do so big numbers on the pay-per-view.
You're right, but look, right? So let's say they gave him 1.1 million, right? The pay per view does 3 million. They don't deserve none of that. You understand what I'm saying?
I
Like
mean,
they're not gonna get none of that. So when Oscar says it wasn't a success, you made back 4 million from the
but you
lottery.
got to think about how much did they spend because they thought they was gonna make so much better. They had to get the Barclays Center, and
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
you
You're
remember
right.
how high them damn tickets were.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You
You're right.
remember how trash that undercard was.
I'm saying it was trash, so you ain't pay nobody really for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Carl fight for like
saying.
60,000.
They
Ain't
probably
spent no money.
lost money on that fight, bro.
They probably did. I agree
That's
with you.
why it's you feel me. And then you wanted to be paid after all the expenses and everything been paid. We ain't nothing left. We in the negative.
You right. You right. Yo, Big Dre, hop up here, man. Hop up here, big bro. Nah, you definitely right about that though. But what you think about them saying Tank is not a Hall of Famer?
Uh, they just talking, man. Like they just want to argue.
Yo,
That
for some reason they hate Tank. I don't know what it is.
I
They do
mean,
not like Tank, bro.
the man don't even say nothing.
Yo, everybody be hating on this dude. It's crazy.
It's weird, right?
It's mad weird. Like I'm like, yo, first of all, the dude that interviewed Better Biev's trainer, I don't think that's his trainer. That's like somebody else. I know who John Scully is though, but I don't think that's his trainer. His trainer is Mark Ramsey. I don't know who John Scully is. That might be his manager or something like that. I don't know. But the dude that's interviewing him used to be a battle rap. And then they had beat him up. Some dude named Norbs. They beat him up, jumped him. They got him. They ran him out of battle rap basically, right? So he's interviewing John Scully, and I'm like, how does Tank come up in this conversation? You're talking to Better BF. He just won undisputed. You know, you got the Bivol fight, Canelo, the amateurs, Usyk. There's so many different things to talk about. Why does Tank get mentioned to John Scully? He's like a 50-year-old white man. It's just very weird. And the first thing he did was, nah, he's not a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's gonna make it. I'm like, are you serious? There's so many dudes that made it to the Hall of Fame that wasn't even champions, one division champions. You look at Mickey Ward, like he's never won a world title, like, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Breaking record live gates, million pay-per-view buys. Like,
And he's
what
a
they
three division
talking about?
champion.
Because they try to make it seem like, listen, they want you to think that Tank cherry picked his way to his stardom, one of the faces of boxing.
I
And
don't think he did.
exactly. But this is what they want you to think. And they want you to think that he doesn't want to fight any real competition and he's never fought a champion. And just all this crazy stuff they say. And I'm just like, y'all just repeating stuff. Y'all not even like looking none of this up. You just hear it and then you go repeat it. He's never fought a champion.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking, I forgot who said it the other day. It might have been Fanon. He was like, yo, I think they paying these dudes to say the stuff that they saying.
I don't even know. I just
Nah, yo, Mickey Ward is in the Hall of Fame, bro. You could Google it, John DeSimon. I was googling it earlier. He's in the International Boxing Hall of Fame for sure. He's definitely in.
and he's not even done fighting yet though. Why are we talking about Hall of Fame right now?
I feel like if Tim Bradley can make it, he definitely can make it. I don't see why. Like if Arturo Gotti can make it, Mickey Ward, Joey Maxim, Jimmy Bivens, He never became champion. Charlie Burley never became champion. Like there's so many dudes that really didn't. Barry McGuigan, he was like a 140 champion, but didn't do nothing else. It doesn't have any real big significant wins. I don't see
Hector
how Tank.
Solis, what up? So, and that's the thing. They like he don't have no legacy fights and this and that, and I'm just like, what's a legacy
Yeah,
fight?
I just googled it. He's in the Hall of Fame for sure. But both of them in there. Both of them definitely for sure. And my thing is this, right with Tank. You look at Lomachenko. Lomachenko's 36 years old. Just got a knockout on a dude that's never been knocked out before, Cambosis. Right? He looks better than ever. They saying Tank aged him out. He's too old. Tank is cherry picking. But then you want Benavidez to fight.
So was Bivol cherry picking?
That's what I'm saying. Benavidez is 40, and you want Benavidez to fight
So
him.
did Bivol age him out?
He definitely aged him out. Oh, he tried. It didn't work, but he definitely tried
That's
though.
exactly. So that shit don't matter. So what next?
That's what I'm saying. And it's like it's very. My theory is I just think they don't like that a little light skinned black kid is knocking everybody out. That's my thing. I just feel like they can't conceive that this 5'4" light skinned dude, this dude, not saying he painting his nails, but he's painting his nails, he's wearing purses, he's beating the shit out of these dudes, and I just feel like it's like a real
But
weird
they favorite
irrational
fighters
hate.
wearing purses too.
That's what I'm saying, and they're not even knocking nobody out. So my thing is, let's say Tank is fighting street-level fighters, right? He's knocking these dudes out. These dudes is going to war. Like this Shakur went to war with Artem. He went to war with Santos. He went to war with Jamel Herring.
Listen, Shakur been having a rough time at 35.
I don't think Shakur is going to stay undefeated too much longer, in my opinion.
I think he's too. I don't think 35 is. I don't see him going to 140
And
after
it's so
so bad.
crazy, right? They'll bring up in a minute, yo, Tank is a weight bully. He missed weight at 130, but then Shakur did the same thing. They don't never bring it
Mm-hmm.
up. They be like, oh, well,
Never.
Tank is a woman beater, but then didn't Shakur get arrested for beating up a girl? So it's
Yep.
like, what's going on? Like, so there's double standards to me, man. What you see with Haney? Like, where you think Haney's gonna go from here?
I really don't know. Like, I don't know. Is he gonna stay at 40? Is he gonna go to 47? Um, maybe he could fight AB or somebody.
I think that's a step backwards.
I mean, he got to get a tune up in.
I heard AB might go to 140 though, so they might be eyeing the Broner fight, honestly, because I heard he's gonna go
Why
to
not?
140.
He a big name.
I think he should have been did that, honestly, because I feel like he got the
Bill
power
said
to.
he went and fought Black Cobbs instead. That's what Bill said.
I mean, that makes more sense for Broner at the moment. But I think he miscalculated. I bet against him to lose that fight. And everybody said, you bugging, he's training with Tank. I'm like, yo, Black Cobbs is gonna beat the shit out of this dude, bro. Black Cobbs is like, not only is he a southpaw, he's powerful, he's very awkward. The only problem with Black Cobbs is he has the habit of like get tired like late in the fight. Like so that's how he got stopped by Rocha. Like he's super explosive for the first 5 or 6 rounds and then his he just starts fading. I don't know what's up with his conditioning. He is kind of old though, so that's probably what it is. But he's super
Mm-hmm.
dynamic, very explosive. I don't think Haney will fight him. Like he's calling Haney out, but I don't think Haney will take
Who
that
is
fight.
this?
Blake Cobbs.
Blair
I think
Cobbs
he'll
and
beat Haney.
Haney.
I think he'll beat Haney.
That'll be a good fight.
I think he might stop him. I'm not gonna lie. If Haney,
He
I feel
do
like
got some pop.
has a whole lot of, and he's on snack.
They both on snack.
So Josh Short, and you seen the interview when he was saying he insinuated that
Yeah.
Haney's on some shit. What you think about that?
I ain't even bringing that. I ain't even saying that. I ain't even saying nothing about that. I mean, listen, anybody with snack is, is not, it's suspect to me. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it's not everybody, but you know,
They definitely suspect. And for him to say that, it's even more suspect to say, well, I've
because
been.
you knew you would. Because I looked at him like you would know, wouldn't you, Blair?
You he wouldn't know or he would know.
You would know. You would know when you Blair. You seen it because you was right there doing it too.
Exactly, and he was cool with Bill Haney. So I just think it was. I don't know where this heel turn came because I think they was like hanging out together before the Ryan fight. They was hanging out. They was sparring. Like it's all on tape that they was chilling together. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Blair's kind of weird, honestly. He paints his nails black. Like he's a weird dude. But he could fight though. I'll say that. He definitely could fight. But I just think it's weird because he accused Virgil Ortiz of being on steroids too, and he got sued for 100,000. And they forced him to apologize because, in my opinion, again, I think Virgil was on something because he caught rhabdomyolysis. It's super rare. It's a very super rare. I think it's a liver or kidney disease that usually
Ain't that him trying to cut weight?
it usually affects basically steroid users. Basically, it's like it's
Really?
yeah, it's very rare for someone that's not on steroids to like catch that. So when he caught that, that was a huge red flag. But then, Blair Cops came out and said, yo, he's on steroids, but he backtracked and apologized. But I believe it. And again, not to be funny, Virgil is Mexican. Not to be funny.
Damn, you do. You keep pointing that out. I need to
Yo,
hold
ask
on.
AM Sports Media. He
Hold
said he was in
on.
Mexico. He said he was in Mexico. And he said he could literally go in the aisle
Yep.
and get Tylenol, get whatever, and Nandrolone's right there or Diana Ball's right there. So you could legally buy steroids in
Yep.
Mexico with no prescription, no over the counter. So my thing is not to be funny. I don't want to start no. I don't want to be divisive and nothing like that. But
No, but it's just observation you observe.
observation, right? A lot of the Mexicans, the fighters in particular, they always got this unlimited gas. Anytime there's a Mexican prospect coming up, they always talk about the unlimited gas tank. They talk about his chin, his punching power. These dudes don't never stop throwing punches. It's just very weird to me. Like it's every single Mexican fighter that comes out, they fight the same exact way. They super aggressive. They come forward. They eat 1,000 punches. They don't believe in defense. It's because they on that shit. That's just my opinion.
Oh.
Nah, for real. Now look, right? You look at someone like Zepeda, right? This dude threw
Yep.
1,500 punches in a fight, and I'm
Yep.
like, that's a very very high work rate to maintain. And you're not tired in the 10th round, you still don't, that's very suspect. If it's anybody else, they'll look at them sideways. But when it's these dudes,
Well, that's
it's
because that's the Mexican style, though. You can't, you know what I'm
all
saying?
right.
That's how
But
they
the
fight.
Mexican style,
That's what they known for.
listen though, 2 cents, you could buy that shit in the pharmacy with no prescription. So my thing is, I could literally walk into a corner store in Mexico, grab a little soda, grab some chips, and casually walk over and buy steroids and walk out. You don't think that's kind of like funny?
I
And
mean,
all these
hey,
dudes fight the same way. I can't think of one Mexican fighter that's like maybe Salvador Sanchez that was like they fought on the back foot sometimes. They was slick, they was parrying. Everybody else straight up and down, no
Bam,
special effects. They come forward, that's it.
Bam
Every
Bob,
single name a Mexican fighter that's like you can't find a Mexican fighter like
Bam
Shakur.
Rodriguez, Mikey Garcia.
Uh, but look at Mikey. He went up 2 divisions to fight Errol and nothing happened.
Yeah, he was on that snack too.
He all right. He didn't get knocked out. And Mikey could box. I'm not saying that no Mexicans could box, bro. I'm just saying that they always favor the come forward style. They always known for their chin, their work rate, the stamina. I just think that's like suspect that in this country you could get steroids legally. Like you don't
Yeah,
need a prescription. Nobody's gonna know you on steroids. And Cash, what's that? There's a steroid, right? That VADA doesn't test for. It's called
it's a lot of steroids Vada don't test for,
yeah,
according
but
to
this one in
Jacob.
particular we get in Mexico. It's like IGF-1. He
Zach say
going
Kodo.
yeah, but Coto's Puerto Rican, bro. Oh, you talking about the dude that fought Jamal? He might be talking about the dude that fought one of the Charlos. I think is it Jorge Cota? Is that who you talking about?
Maidana.
Yeah, that's the seed. The ones that the LGF1 LR3. You could get that shit in Mexico and it comes out of your system in less than like 6 or 10 hours. You take
Wow.
that, you do what you do, whatever they do, they work out, whatever they do. and that shit is out of your system, though. Like completely untraceable within 12 hours out of your system, for sure.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm trying to show you. So now Muratalla, he on the come up, he was the beast. He's running through dudes. Soon as they start doing the VADA testing and doing the random blood and all that, what happened to the punching power? He couldn't stop Tevin Farmer. He couldn't stop the other dude before that. Like he's looking kind of bad. So that's my thing. I'm
Damn.
saying I don't want to. I love the Mexican homies and all that, but listen, man, I don't know,
I mean,
bro.
it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like this
It
shit
is what
is
it is.
it's a part of boxing. Like people don't want to just admit like corruption is a part of boxing. It's a
Yeah,
part of
VA,
it,
yo,
and
come up here, VA.
you should be able to talk about it. Like it's a part of boxing. So I mean,
He's struggling with bums.
and I know people don't want to fool with the lawsuit, but it is what it is. It's a part of boxing. Like
I'm gonna call.
people want to try to get over. People want to try to advocate change, whatever they trying to do.
Yeah, and oh yeah, Indongini, right? So
I can't hear you.
in that fight,
What you was saying? I couldn't hear you.
Moritala, he fought this dude named Indongini. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
African dude, right? So if you bet, the betting odds basically had him knocking him out. Like he was gonna knock Indongini out in the first 3 or 4 rounds. Indongini, like low key, whipped Moritala's ass, and I'm like, wait, hold on, because I noticed from like he fought some dude named Diego Torres. And I'm like, yo, he looks so flat. Like, what happened to the explosion? Like, there's no explosion, there's no punching power. He's like slapping with his punches now. I'm like, yo, what happened to
But you
Murat?
know, you still keep some of that. You don't just lose it all. You just don't lose it.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I guess since the testing, or like he said, he got into the top 5 rankings. I don't know what happened to him, bro. He does not look the same anymore, and I think it's because of that. Anytime I see dudes, like for example, right? I want to talk about this too, two cents. Um, When I see a dude get in there with somebody and he knocked them out first round, second round, and then the next fight is like they struggling and like this dude got like 10 losses, I'm like, this dude had to be doing something. He had to be. Now, of course, you can't say it because you don't got no results. You don't want to put the jacket on somebody. But the observation, like for example, right? Cordina. When Cordina was coming up, he was in Conor Ben's camp. He was with Conor Ben, this dude named Felix Cash, and they was looking like power punchers. They was knocking dudes first round, second
Hold
round.
on. Let me shout out these people. We got VA Money Group, that whole boy, Supreme Cam. We got Dean by any means in the building. What's going on, Dean? Let me see who else we got that enjoying this. All things Alan Sostan. Thank
Yeah, I
y'all
think
for
I
coming
think I
to the
think
chat.
Snack
What's
Dudes
up?
is on steroids too, bro. What you talking about?
Thank y'all for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go about the live. And if you want to, go ahead and click that link, hop on the panel, and come give your 2 cents about the conversation. You can always support the channel monetarily by hitting the Cash App. Let me get the banner up. There it goes, scrolling across the bottom of your screen. But you can always hit that, punch that like and subscribe button. That is absolutely free. But go ahead.
Yeah, so Cordina, right? He fought this dude named Magawa. He's a Japanese 130 pounder. Now, anybody that know me, I love the Japanese fighters. Like I really respect the whole culture over there. They really fighting over there. I'm not gonna lie. There's no marinating. There's no none of that. They putting dudes 8-0 against each other, 10-0. They like if you can't swim, that's it. Like whatever, you get knocked out, that's on you. So a guy was a really good fighter, strong, powerful. I think he's a southpaw, slick. He's a problem. He fought Cordina. Cordina sparked him in the first round. He threw an overhand right. The dude went to sleep, couldn't get up, couldn't beat the count. The next fight, he fought Edward Vasquez, right? Edward Vasquez is a very good fighter. Switches southpaw. He gave Raymond Ford a really he arguably beat Raymond Ford, I'm not gonna lie. But very good fighter. Mind you, this dude only got like 2 knockouts, 3 knockouts out of like 20 fights. This dude struggled with him. Cordina, I'm like, yo, wait, hold on. So you just knocked this dude out in the first round, and you fighting Edward Vasquez, who has like a 5% knockout ratio, and he took him to the brink, like he almost lost. Then I seen him fight again. I'm like, what's going on? Where that punching power? Then I'm like, oh, he was with Conor Benningham. He just didn't get caught, but I suspect that he was on the juice for sure.
Who is this?
A dude named Cordina, and that's actually Ann McQueen's favorite fighter too. Vasquez. Yep. See, he said it in the comments. That's his favorite. He arguably beat Cordina, and they robbed him. But I just found it weird. Like you just knocked out a guy in the first round. I'm talking about he simple overhand right. This dude they sparked out. Like I'm like, what's going on? You never exhibited that kind of punching power before, bro. And then now you fight a dude named Kakashi. Kakashi has like 7 knockouts out of like 22 fights. This dude knocked Cordina out basically. So I'm like,
Man,
what
nobody
happened?
paying attention to that.
Of course they not, but I am. Cause I'm like, wait, hold on. You like I bet. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this dude for the knockout. So I'm looking at like, wait, hold on, bro. You kind of struggling with this dude. This dude got 7 losses, bro. What's going on? Even like Teofimo. What happened to Teofimo's punching power?
Hold on. We got Dean by any means just joined us on the panel. What's going on, Dean?
My guy.
What's going on, 2 Cent? What's the deal? Who that talking up there, Brody?
That's Big Supreme, man.
Man, Big Supreme, what's up, my guy?
And
What's the
hold on,
deal?
y'all. Let me shout out Alan Sostan for the $5 in the super chat. Thank you for your support. It is
The $5 holla.
greatly in
Man,
appreciated.
shout out to Island, man. He be showing a lot of love to all the creators, man. Island, you much appreciated out here, my guy. You can spend your hard-earned money anywhere, but you be rocking with us. So we just from me to 2 cents, we be rocking with you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Well, what up, Dean? What's up? What's up? What you got for the show?
Man, I wanted to just speak on what you and Big Supreme was talking about, man. This is why everything that Big Supreme was saying, yeah, anybody that's with the snack program, y'all already know my ears is perked up. And I'm a big Bam Bam Rodriguez fan. It doesn't matter, though, that I like him or not. That don't matter. When he rehydrates to 130 and you fight at the 118 division, okay. You see what I'm saying? That I just want everybody to know that I'm aware. I'm watching him.
Yo, it's crazy. He fight at 112, bro.
112. I thought I thought he was
I
at
thought he was at
118.
118.
Nah, he's at flyweight.
I
Wow.
could have swore
Sonny
he
Edwards
moved
is at
up.
112. He fought Sonny at 112. And then
Also, he bouncing back and forth. He on
back
his
and
back
forth
and
from
forth.
112, 115. Nah, because Junto was at 118.
See, that's even. Listen here, man. You listen.
It's even
Man,
worse.
you just made it worse. Yeah.
Yeah, you just really made it. You just made it worse. Like Bam Bam, one of my guys, and my biggest thing is this is why I put so much onto these Vadas and Wadas and all of these people because it shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be undetectable and all. First of all, if you're a testing agency, you should be coming up with different. This is 2024. Don't talk to me like we don't got technology that you can't come up with no technology to find none of this stuff. If they can create a drug that's undetectable, you can create some stuff to find undetectable stuff. That's just Deem opinion.
You know what they could do, which they never gonna do? There's something called biological passport. Whereas like maybe VA could explain it better than I can, but biological passport is basically like your testosterone levels and everything that goes to do with the drug testing. It'll like be a red flag. Let's say for example, you got tested in January 2024 and your testosterone levels was like kind of normal. And then in May it skyrocketed. And then in August it went down. Then it went up a little bit. Then it came down again. That's you obviously doing something. So if you create a biological passport for every one of the fighters, I guarantee you it'll shut the steroid usage down at least by 50% overnight. 100%.
But they like this. What y'all got to think about, y'all. These athletes are products. They're products.
Yeah.
And these owners and commissions, whether it's basketball, football, they want their products to be better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna give you the illusion of we don't want steroids, we testing for them, and oh, this person got caught, but they really kind of like don't mind or care that I feel as my 2 cents is that it's going on because it's making their product look better.
I agree.
I
Because
agree with that.
I know I agree with that 2 cents. Because if that part wasn't true, Victor Conti wouldn't be allowed
Exactly.
nowhere near the sport. Like he not allowed near all the other professional sports.
Exactly.
See, this is my
Because
biggest problem
they
with
don't even
everybody
want
that's
the
on the snack.
risk of you being because they know it's still going on. They don't want your name associated with it.
And 2 cents, this is my biggest problem with fighters that's on snack. If I gotta be fair, I gotta be fair. If every other professional sports, it will not let this man be allowed of what they got going on. It's no way boxing where people actually hurt each other. Boxing should be the number one sport Victor Conti's not a part of. That be my biggest thing, my biggest argument about all of these guys who be getting caught doing dirty this, dirty that. Then you shouldn't be nowhere near a sport where somebody can die in. And
I agree.
the fact that boxing lets this happen is it just because people be like, well, Deem, it's an independent sport. They ain't got no huge commission and all that. No, they do. Because every state that people actually fight in could say, we don't want you. If you're associated with him, we're not letting fighters like that be here. That we're putting this in the guidelines. So then, even if it's not over a huge umbrella from Vegas to New York, the state commissioners could say, if you are associated with anybody that was court cheating before, you cannot be fighting in this state. They
You know
can
what's
do it
crazy?
literally.
It's all about money. They not about to miss out on
They
that
ain't about
couple
to miss out on
million
that
money they
3%.
about to make.
If that's the
Fuck
case,
Victor Conti.
Benavidez will be banned too.
Oh, I know. Benavidez don't work in. What's the guy name? What is the dude named Benavidez works with, man? That got court
Mimo.
popping dirt.
Memo Herrera.
Memo. David Benavidez don't get no pass from Dean either. He is one of my favorite fighters, and 2 cents knows this. He is one of my favorite. I don't really see how you don't like David Benavidez if you like him boxing right now. I really kind of don't see how you don't like him, but okay. But they don't get no pass neither. My ears is perked up because manager Marty say this all the time. That may be the reason that Canelo Alvarez won't fight him. The only
I think
problem
that's what it is.
but Big Supreme, you want to know the problem I got with that? Canelo, you have popped dirty, my guy. You the
It's,
last person that could be
now,
suspicious.
look, yo, Dame, you absolutely right about that, right? But it's different though because this dude Benavidez is rehydrating at 200, and he on that super undetectable. That's a whole different kind of
What?
beef. That man don't stop throwing punches, bro. So Canelo, he like to slow down the fight. He like when the fight is slow pace. He can walk you down. He don't want no 6'3", 200 pound, 175 throwing 15 punches. He don't want that, bro.
See, but Big Supreme, my problem with that is Canelo is a lot bigger than other guys he beat up. They don't want no guy like you punching on him.
Now
Did y'all
you
hear
see.
those punches that he gave Jermel Charlo?
Now look, see, you right about that. But Berlanga, Mungia, they rehydrated 200 something on that man. So it goes both ways. You got to think, right? Canelo fighting above his weight class, really, for real. He's a 154 pounder, 160 pounder. He's at 168, 175.
But Big Supreme, when
Yeah.
he popped dirty, he wasn't even at 168 yet.
Now, I'm not discounting that, bro. I'm just saying, in Canelo's mind, look, I could deal with a Berlanga, a Mungia. I could deal with a Bivol. I can't deal with a Benavidez.
Nope. Then you don't need to be at 160. You don't get to determine who's the guys that's fighting at 168,
I
my guy.
mean, you're right, but
Because
look
guess
at look
what?
at Mayweather, bro. He did the same thing,
But
gang.
Big Supreme, I can't never give Canelo that pass when Canelo wanted to fight a cruiserweight.
The issue with Canelo is he's holding them belts hostage, and it's like,
Absolutely.
dude, give
All right,
other
so this is my
people a
thing, right?
shot.
Especially with Benavidez, right? If Benavidez really wanted to fight Canelo, he should have went the IBF route. IBF would have enforced that mandatory, or they would have stripped him. Same thing they did with William Skull, they would have did for Benavidez. But the problem is Benavidez, he rehydrates more than 10 pounds.
But
So
Big
this is
Supreme,
why
didn't
he
they
went that
just
route,
strip
bro.
Canelo? He's not undisputed no more. You can't make
No,
Canelo
listen what I'm
do nothing.
saying, Dean. Listen, Dean. They stripped Canelo because William Skull was the mandatory, and they enforced it. Look, you're gonna fight William Skull, or you're gonna come up off that belt. Benavidez should have went the IBF route, and they would have forced him to fight, or he would have stripped him. But
I
my
know
thing
that, yo,
is,
Big Supreme. I know that. What I am saying is, it didn't
Mhm.
matter what the sanctioning body is. If
what I'm
Canelo
saying is
don't
the
want to
reason
fight
why
that
he ain't
person, he's
go to
not fighting.
the IBF route because of the rehydration clause, bro. So when he says
No,
that I'll
Big
fight,
Supreme, I get what you saying. I'm saying it doesn't matter the sanctioning body. Canelo, if he don't want to fight you, he's not going to take the fight. It doesn't
no,
matter the
we're
sanction.
not disagreeing with that, bro. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is I seen Benavidez say I'll even take a rehydration clause. I don't believe that because you would have went the IBF route. You understand? When you look at Boots, Boots knew that if I go the WBO route, I'm gonna be in the sanctioning body forever. Like Rocha was #1 for 2-3 years. He took step aside money, never got a shot versus Crawford. Same thing with Virgil. They never got their shot. So Boots was like, all right, look, we're gonna go the IBF route. I know they're gonna either enforce it or they're gonna strip him. And he became champion like that. So my thing is, people be hating on IBF, but they do what they gotta do, bro. The people that
No,
don't
they
want to fight,
do. They do, but I'm saying is that don't matter to Canelo. That's not going to change his if he because he's been a mandatory with the WBC, and for David Benavidez, it don't make sense to go to
I think he
IBF, bro.
wanted to fight more than the belt.
nah, that's not my
And
argument.
plus,
My
and
thing is
plus,
this,
this the
right?
biggest thing, y'all. The WBC is favorable to Mexicans. So if you David Benavidez, I know that I'm going to be in contention regardless. Because think about it: if David Benavidez ain't take that route, he's in line to be undisputed at 175 right now. So this is working what he's trying to do. He gonna be the mandatory. Him and David Morrell, whoever wins that fight, and it's more on David Benavidez's side than David Morrell's side. So it's like that doesn't matter. Because, like I said, if Canelo don't want to fight you, he just not going. It's just nothing you can do about that. It just is what it is.
Now,
Like,
my thing is this, right? Again, I'm gonna try to reiterate it again, right? Now, the argument is Canelo holding the belt hostage. If you wanted to become a champion at 168, the best way to do it is through the IBF. That's what I'm saying.
no, I get that. But
All right.
what I'm saying is David Benavidez is not worried about that damn belt. He wanted to fight Canelo. He don't give a damn if it was for the championships, not for the championships. Because David Benavidez understand he's trying to get in the super. He know he gonna get belts regardless, however his career turned out. He trying to get that fight. And that fight is Canelo Alvarez. He's because think about it. He still want the
He's
Canelo
trying to
fight
get that
now. Canelo
recognition
not
in that
undisputed.
career.
Now,
Huh?
I agree with you, bro. But I just think that as long as Mimo's in that man corner, and I'm gonna keep it 100. That's the reason why I'm backing him versus Morrell. Like, if Morrell and him fight, and Mimo, cause I seen on Twitter, Mimo was like, "Yeah, I'm in." Matter of fact, he posted a picture with him, like, "Yeah, I'm in camp with Benavidez right now." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I seen that.
Why
I'm
they
like,
just
"Yeah,
can't be quiet though? Why they gotta say something?
yo, they know what they doing. They got that undetectable."
2 cents
So
because Memo wants to be the same thing like Victor Conti is why him and Victor Conti don't get along. He wants to be in the same position, be known as that guy that helps you get better, and so other athletes can come to him and he could get a
basically,
certain
yep,
percentage. Oh, nine. So that's why he's doing that. He's
same
going to
thing.
talk. He's going to sell his brand. Look, I got David Benavidez, y'all. Don't y'all like his gas tank? Don't y'all like his activity?
You
come
stupid.
over here with me.
That's mad
Maybe you
funny.
could be David Benavidez
Yo,
too.
you know what's
Remember
crazy too? Dean, yo, I
what's up?
asked Nemo on Twitter. I'm like, yo, you working with Luis Alberto Lopez for his fight against Angelo Leo? He was like, nah. I said, oh yeah, Angelo about to knock him out. And Angelo knocked him out, bro. For
Listen, man,
real.
all of these dudes, like my biggest thing is there is no way to get. I can't even focus on a fighter, Big Supreme and 2 cents. You want to know why? Because all this debacle that we've seen with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and then come to find out that VADA was started by Victor Conte. He had a major part in all that, and these people that's working with the companies got relationships with known chief. See, all of that, that's more concerning to me than even the fighters being with Victor Conti. VADA, why do you have such a close relationship with a guy named? Why do Victor Conti know how y'all test? Know the
He started
regulation?
Vada. What you mean close relationship?
Yeah,
He
well,
started it.
he started. Well, that's what I'm saying. 2 cents. Why is he even involved like that with a major testing company in boxing? Actually, probably the number one. When we think of testing, that's the first thing that come to people's minds. VADA. That's the biggest problem right there. So you ain't gonna never get that stuff because my thing is, y'all, Could it be possible that they know it's undetectable because they tell Victor Conti what they can detect and what they can't? If I'm a mad scientist, Devin Haney words, not mine. Devin Haney words, not mine. If I'm a mad
Victor said he
scientist,
tell them what they need to put on the list and stuff.
I'm just, 2 cent, you said it, I ain't say it.
What this dude talking about, man? Yo, what's Zach talking about?
I ain't even in the comments. What he say? What's Zach?
It sounded like we bitching or something like that. I don't get what he's saying.
Oh, he's talking to Dragon the Assassin. But shout out to Dragon the Assassin. Yeah, y'all. My biggest thing, like, this stuff is not going to be out until the pressure is on the people that it needs to be on. You know, the people that regulate this stuff, the people that's job it is to make sure that you are walking in there against another non-dirty fighter. Like, that's their responsibility. The boxers can't control that part. The boxers ain't sticking needles in nobody. The testing agencies is. And when they got such close relationships, that's a conflict of interest. And then when you tell us, well, there's undetectable stuff that they can't find, and you know Victor Conti know this to be true, then how do I know if anybody, what's the point of testing then? Literally, what's the point? Because now I'm starting to feel like the only people that get caught popping dirty is people that are stupid. Because how did you get caught popping dirty when it's things out there that are undetectable? Can somebody answer that question for me?
They messed up their cycle, bro.
Oh, I know. That means they stupid. That's my point. That they're not even cheating the right way. Like, how dumb can you be in a sport where you know things are undetectable that they can't even find, and then you still let them find it?
Imagine if Gervonta Davis was with Snack.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Listen, Lord. If Gervonta Davis was with Snack, well, Devin Haney probably wouldn't be. That's what but I just think that he would get, it would matter then. But the reason why I don't even think a lot of people don't be jumping down Snack for one fighter and one fighter only is because Terrence Crawford's associated with him. And we consider him the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So in order to really attack Snack, you would have to attack Terrence Crawford. A lot of people not willing to do that. So it's like Terrence Crawford is almost a shield for the Snack program because he's the first fighter you think of when you think of Snack. Him, Devin, they probably the number 2 the 2 fighters that you think of. So people going to defend Victor Conti because they don't want to really put the responsibility on their fighters for associating themselves with a known cheater. But then you let everybody else tell it Gervonta Davis got to go to 140, but they not asking nobody else to go to 140 that's bigger than him. I don't understand that neither, but whatever. So we all know that it's a certain set of rules for Tank that don't even apply to Canelo. Canelo could take 4 tune-up fights in a row and nobody cares.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Like, the double standards with Tank is kind of crazy.
It's crazy. It's just like nobody John Ryder and these people. He brought Jermell up 2 weight classes. Nobody said a thing. They don't care.
Well, it's getting ridiculous, and to bring me to my next point in my title where it say Clout chasing to the max. Somebody tell me what Gary Russell is talking about.
He's an earth man.
This is like the 3rd interview I have seen of him just being ridiculous and talking about Tank. And I really don't understand it. I never really understood the Tank talk. In the beginning, I was thinking, okay, he's going to move up and they're going to meet up. You get what I'm saying? Somewhere.
Yep.
But dude, you've constantly fought once a year. You stayed at 126. And you've been out for years. And you got an injury. And I thought I heard you say in one of the interviews, you still ain't been released from your doctor. So what are you talking about?
2 cents, you know what they talking about. It's the same thing. Everybody, why? For the same reason Arthur Beterbiev trainer is talking about Gervonta Davis. What is you talking about Gervonta Davis for, my guy?
Oh, hacker in the building.
What are you talking about Gervonta Davis for when you are
hacker in the building?
You would really think, y'all, that Arthur Beterbiev trainer would have so much more to talk about after everything that just transpired.
Yo, I just told 2 Cents that, bro. I said, yo, after this became undisputed, he's free for in Saudi. He's being recognized as a great fighter now. And how you end up talking about Tank, bro?
They got to
That's
talk
it.
about Tank, bro. It's like boxing.
So I mean,
Everybody
you
gets
think
asked
it's
about.
like you think somebody is like sent them an email like talk about that nigga Tank,
No,
or
they
you
always
think
Yo,
they
they
you
all
just
they
funny too,
do
all are
it?
Sis. Nah, ain't no
conspiring against
email.
Tank.
What's wrong with you?
They all conspiring against Tank. You want to know why, y'all? Because you got these European fighters who getting accolades, Lomachenko, Beterbiev, Bivol. You got other Black American fighters that people love that want to be where Gervonta Davis is. Gervonta Davis is not the most articulate guy, so they think that they attack that. Gervonta Davis was with Floyd. They don't like that. They don't like that the guy that Floyd put in position is basically removed Floyd, and then now you got to deal with Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis is still associated with the same people that they had a problem with prior to a Gervonta Davis being a notable name. It's just layover from what we saw from Floyd Mayweather. Even I want y'all to think about how bad it is for Gervonta Davis. Even Floyd Mayweather got a problem with him now.
I think
Hey,
Floyd
what's
was
up,
more
y'all?
mad because he can't get no money with him no more.
My
Honestly.
point is, and Big Supreme, and that's my point. They all are conspiring with Tank against Tank because they can't make money off of him, and they don't like that. Turkey don't have no reason to not like Tank. Only reason he has to not like Tank is because Tank don't want to do business with him. It's literally it. It's not because he ain't a great fighter. He don't think he a great fighter. Because guess what, y'all? I guarantee you Turkey will drop everybody he has if Gervonta Davis is signed with Saudi in the Riyadh season tomorrow.
Now I ain't gonna lie, low
Yeah.
key, Turkey trying to like block PBC out, bro. I see the play already.
Hey, yo, but you know one thing about what Gary Russell said, I gotta admit, I think he was, sort of correct a little bit.
Don't
You know
start
what?
that shit, man.
No,
Man, don't
okay,
start
check this
that
out.
shit,
I'm from
bro.
DMV. I'm
Oh, you
from
from the
DMV,
DMV?
yeah, I'm from the DMV,
Word, he
and
act
when
like that.
and I was
Boxing
in the
Hacker, you're
amateurs.
not from the DMV. You no,
And I
I
was
hate
in the
I ain't
amateurs
gonna
in
do this,
DMV,
my
but
Yeah, you
check
guy.
this
from
out,
like
right?
Or
PG
somewhere
County or something
else.
like that.
Yo, but check this out. When it
I
comes to
said, I
like,
didn't even know you was from this planet, bro.
yeah,
Boxing
Yeah, I
yeah,
Hacker,
thought
man.
you're
I
not
thought he was
Boxing
from
Hacker.
I'm an
Where are
Earthman,
you
like he said.
originally from?
Huh?
You
Where
can't be
are
from
you
Originally
DMV, bro.
originally from?
from Nigeria.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
That's
act
all I'm
you act
saying.
Yeah,
like
Go
but
continue.
where I resided at was
Is
DMV.
in DMV. Go then
Yeah.
continue, my guy.
So when it comes to like boxers here and like the Baltimore and DC beef, you have to say the Russell brothers are bigger in the DMV than Lamont Pearson. They've always, and this is
Lamar
how
Roach,
they
bro.
always been because what they did in the amateurs, they did some like it was like 5 brothers with the same name, and they were all winning like all the tournaments and stuff back in the day. So their name has always been pronounced more than
All right,
a
look,
Lamont Roach.
you look here, hacker.
No, that part's true. They're
Yeah,
bigger
Look,
in
hacker, look.
DMV.
I agree with that, but
them and the
look,
Petersons have always been like that. It's always been
no,
like that.
it's
We
it's
got VA Money Group on the panel. What up, VA?
What up, VA?
it what's up,
But
bro?
Boxing Hacker, none of that's relevant.
I was just
One thing
about
that
to
is relevant though, check this out. So
It
No, it's
really ain't
not.
relevant.
one thing, so like if you're trying to line up a Shakur and Tank fight, remember one thing. Shakur said the person who hit him the hardest was Gary Russell. And Gary Russell and his team, they used to always say Shakur would never fight them. Because remember, they were all 126 at one point. And Shakur would call out everybody else but the longest reigning champion. You know.
But Boxing Hacker,
So
what
Because
does
you
that
any
would
Shakur
of
align
that
the
fan,
have
fight
to
bro.
do
perfectly
with
if you
him
think
not
about it.
fighting the last 3 years?
I feel you, but they're Russells. They're
No,
also
no, no, no,
I
no,
they all
no.
just my
fight
You
the
thing.
Boxing
older.
Let me
They
Hacker,
fight the
finish
don't
my
younger
go
guys.
thing.
over what I said.
Yo, let me get him ding. Hold on,
No,
ding.
hold on, Big Supreme. It. Don't go over what I said. Whatever Gary said has nothing to do with the fact he doesn't deserve a fight with Gervonta Davis right now.
I mean, neither does Lamont Roach. So like, what
No,
are we
no,
saying?
no, no. You
Boxing
can't.
Hacker,
Yo, let me just
stop.
ask him one
You
question.
can't say
Yeah, go
that,
ahead.
Boxing Hacker.
So, but like, if you're looking for a tune-up and a fight that's gonna mean something, like a
Him versus
Gary
Gary
Russell,
doesn't mean anything.
Yo, hacker,
usually
let me ask you a
like
question,
Mr.
bro.
Gary Russell, like Gary Antoine Russell means a
Big
lot.
Dog Willie, what up, Big
Even if you
Dog
don't
Willie?
like
So
him,
I
like
got
Gary
something
That
real.
Russell.
shit
Hold
pause.
on. I got some breaking news. I got some breaking news. Breaking news. Listen to me. Fuck Bill Haney. That's my breaking news. All right. You guys have a good night.
That's my guy. But Boxing
Yeah, I ain't
Hacker,
gonna
we're
lie. As
not
soon as
talking
you
about
mentioned Shakur,
Antoine
my son
Russell.
hopped
We're
up here.
talking about Gary Russell. Antoine Russell hasn't said anything.
Yeah, but if you can't challenge him, challenge. If you feel like the older one's too old, then challenge the younger one. if you want that DMV, if you want like
no,
DC
Boxing
versus
Hacker, you
Baltimore
can't
thing,
say that
you
when
have to
when
go
his
for
little
Russell.
brother is not the one. We're talking about with Gary Russ. Gary wasn't talking about his
Mr.
little
Gary
brother.
Russell.
He said that he's scared. Javante is scared of him.
Yeah, I don't know if that's to be true. I've never seen.
I'm telling you what the man said. He wasn't
I know
talking
that. I know
about
that's
his
what
brother. He
but
was
I'm
talking
saying
about himself.
that as far as like just like fighting Clout, that's a better fight.
Well, guess what, Boxing Hacker? You want to know who deserve a fight over all of them? If we want to just talk about storyline and history and the area they grew up in and all of these things.
Yeah.
You want to know somebody that's active, that got an actual storyline with Gervonta Davis more than just as much than all the rest of the guys?
Who?
Tevin Farmer, who's actually at the division, actually active right now. And if you put Philly and Baltimore together, let me tell you, being from the area,
that would be a good fight too. I think that would be a good
fight.
But
my point is, Boxing Hacker is, but nobody's talking about that. So if Tevin Farmer is not running his damn mouth and y'all not clamoring for Tevin to get a fight, I don't want to hear what Gary Russell Jr. got to say.
All I'm saying, what Gary Russell said,
Boxing
it
Hacker,
don't matter who. No, it didn't make sense.
It made sense, yeah.
Boxing Hacker.
Boxing Hacker, you the same guy that got mad he pulled somebody up from 130. You want him to pull up Gary Russell from 126?
That's what I was going to say. Name already got
it. If you're going to pull somebody up, let it be Mr. Gary Russell.
Why is that?
I mean, I'm just saying, just as far as they have a storyline.
He said he ain't
Gary Russell and
Tank.
Lamont Roach and Tank don't really have a storyline. Look, the fight's about happening.
Yes, they do, Boxing Hacker.
What you got to talk about? The amateur
fight. They grew up together, so I'm supposed to believe Boxing Hacker over what Gary Russell, what Lamont Roach's father has said, what Coach Kenny has said, what Coach Calvin has said, what Lamont Roach has said himself.
I'm trying to think. Are you from DMV? I'm telling you, the Russells. If you're looking for that DMV, like the DC versus Baltimore, it would have been the Russells. That's all I'm gonna say.
But
the fight's not happening in DC though. Boxing Hacker.
But if you wanted that type of energy, where you could be like,
but Boxing Hacker, why wouldn't I? If what you saying is true, Boxing Hacker, then why wouldn't I wait till the DMV of where the Washington Wizards play is actually open and I could get an actual date, then fight Antoine Russell? There,
hey, I don't mind that.
But you don't know if he's going to do that or not, though, Boxing Hacker.
VA Money Group. Yeah, what's going on? What's the 2 cents? What you got for the conversation?
Yo, I would agree with Hacker, but Gary has to build up the fight. Lamont has built up the fight up. He's been fighting. He's been looking good. So Gary's got to build it up. Gary hasn't fought nobody, so Saint can't just resurrect this guy to fight. Like it's gonna look even worse than what it looks.
And pull him up two-way.
But what did Lamont do to build it up? He just, hey guys,
he became
champion. Talking about Boxing Hacker?
Yeah, they ain't building it up.
What are you talking about? He didn't build it up.
What build-up is there? Like, there's no hype.
Boxing Hacker, Lamont Roach is the best guy at a division. Can Gary Russell Jr. say that? Or Antoine
Russell? Japanese guy, 118. He's the best guy in his division too. You want to bring him up?
Boxing Hacker, I know. Like see, Boxing Hacker, you do that. Stop skipping over questions, bro.
It's about
skipping over questions, Boxing Hacker. You want to know what the difference is? Lamont Roach is considered to be the best guy at a division. Gary Russell Jr. is not the best guy at 126.
I think Big Supreme was next. What you got, Big Supreme?
No, all I was going to say is you can't say that Tank is pulling up a smaller Roach and then want him to bring up somebody that's inactive and a weight class below that. That's not going to fly. Like, they're going to burn Tank up for that. Then the next thing I'm going to say is, if you really want to be technical, if Gary would have beat Puello, I think that would have been next. I feel like Gary dropped that bag, bro. Like, Gary Antoine, the play was for him to beat Puello. Tank do what he got to do. I think so. That's why I think he would have moved up to 140 and fought Gary.
I don't see.
And Gary, the younger brother, already said that because every time he weighs in at 140, he weighs in 137, 136. He already said, "Look, I'm a smaller 140. I'll come down to 135." I think that what they want Ryu to do, you got that belt at 140, me Tank at 135, both belts on the line. I think Gary would have did that 100%.
And that's the other part, y'all. When Tank was making this fight, Gary already had another fight. Guess who that was against? Guess who that was supposed to be against, y'all?
Who?
Della Santos. But Della Santos backed out of the fight. Gary already had something already lined up. He couldn't fight. Literally. That's how Play You got the opportunity.
Oh, you mean against Antoine? Okay. Yeah, I hear, but I thought you meant Mr. Jones. I was like, I
so that's so it's just like no. Then he lost. On top of that, he lost.
It was a close. So he didn't get smoked or nothing. It was like a
It
split
doesn't
decision.
matter if he
It was
didn't get
very
smoked
close.
or not. You
And
can't say Gary Antoine
here's the
Russell
thing, even with
deserves
the
it.
loss,
It was
even
one
with
of the
the
biggest upsets of the year. Boxing
even
Hacker.
even with the loss, right? I will still argue like it'll be a more, how can I say? It'll be a more
Boxing Hacker, you
attractive
got to
fight
stop telling
than
us would
Lamont
it be
Roach.
more entertaining for us when you're not even a Gervonta Davis fan.
I
You
am
like
a fan
Devin.
of Devontae. No, wait. I am a fan of Devin.
No, you're
Just 'cause
not.
I like
Boxing
one fight
Hacker.
doesn't mean I
Boxing
hate
Hacker.
another.
You can
I'm
never
not
tell
one
me
of
you're a
those kind of guys.
Gervonta Davis
Just
fan
because I like
when I
Devin
have
doesn't mean
seen
I
you
hate
on
Tank
every
or
single
anybody. I
platform
hate no
arguing
fighters.
against Gervonta Davis.
You said what?
You have never made an argument for Gervonta Davis on no platform. And before you say you
I
have,
said that. I said
before you
Tank
say
would be
you have,
fair.
you know all of us. You
I
know
said
this
Tank would be
YouTube
fair.
recorded,
I have
right?
no problem. Wait, just because I say I like one fighter over another doesn't mean I hate the other fighter.
No. That's not
the
what I
weirdness you
said.
guys
That's
get.
not. So you see how you skip over what I said? That's not what I said. I said you can't say you're a Gervonta Davis fan and you have never made an argument for Gervonta Davis. That's what a lot of these YouTube channels do.
I have actually.
I didn't hear YouTube channels say they love Tank and then say Tank's a PUSSY and got his face on sperm in they thumbnail.
I've never said anything like that.
So you can say that you're a fan. That's easy to say.
I've never said anything like that.
I never.
Listen,
No, I know. What I'm saying is, you've been on Fanon. You've been on Knockout. You've been on Two Cents.
No.
You've been on my channel.
Is based on like
and you have
whatever
never made an
One at a
argument
time,
for
one mic,
Gervonta
one
Davis.
Me arguing
Name
based on
me the one time you've made an argument for Gervonta Davis. Then you can tell me you're a fan.
I think it was Just Zeus channel. I said that I think Tank will beat Teofimo. I still agree. I still believe that.
Okay, you think Tank will beat? I'm talking about a time where you was defending Tank against the narratives out here because you know all of them.
What narrative do I need to defend?
Well,
Tank
this
from?
one you talking about now is him fighting Gary Russell.
Gary Russell.
Yeah, because
this one right now.
They don't make sense.
VA money. You're from VA, right?
Boxing
Am I
hacker.
lying? Hey, VA money. Am I lying?
I don't want Gary
if you're from
Russell.
the DOV, you know,
listen,
and you've been in the boxing circuits, you
that
know what
ain't got nothing to do.
If
With
you're talking
what
about
we
now,
about.
you look at somebody like Scooter Davis. Scooter Davis is gonna be nice.
Talking
and all
over
these
me,
other
boxing hacker. Let me talk.
But back in the day, it was always the Russells.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
He just he ignoring it. Go ahead.
I just don't understand how you would want Gary Russell to move up from 126 to 135 to fight the top fighter in the division off of a long layoff and a shoulder injury and a loss. Like there is no rhyme. There's no way you could say that's better than the Lamont. It just makes absolutely no logical sense, boxing hacker. You cannot defend that.
So here's the thing.
Because we got to be honest. If Tank was doing that, y'all will be arguing them same points I just said. Oh, well, he's coming off
better.
He's coming.
It'll be a better fight. No, I don't know if it's gonna be a better fight, but more attracting.
No, it wouldn't. Boxing hacker. How do you know that?
So here's the thing. Remember, Mr. Gary Russell always takes long layoffs. So him being away from the ring is nothing new.
3 years?
No, 3 years is something new. That's a lie.
Yeah. But he's like one fight a year, one fight a year and a half.
That's not Gervonta Davis' problem.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. When it comes to like, if you just want to build a narrative for a fight,
Gervonta don't want to build a narrative for a fight. He don't have to do that. They're gonna buy it anyway.
You have to say this to yourself. He's fight, even though
boxing hacker, they're gonna buy it anyway.
Even though Lamont Roach is a
boxing hacker, they're gonna buy his fight no matter who he fight.
Listen, yeah, that means what does that mean for the fight fan?
What that means is everything that you're saying is just not true right now.
Wait, let me land D before you continue. Even though, how can I say, even though that Lamont Roach is a champion, Gervonta Davis is not campaigning at 135. Lamont Roach is not gonna. I mean, no, it's not campaigning 130. Roach is not campaigning 135. It's a one-off fight.
Roach has campaigned at 135. It's
a one-off fight. If you're gonna go for a one-off fight, you might as well go
paid in full in the building.
What up, paid in full? Boxing hacker, you know Lamont Roach. You know Lamont Roach may have his career at 135, right?
Hold on, y'all. What's up, Paige? What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
My bad. I couldn't even find your link. Like that's the first time that ever happened to me. Big Supreme had to send it to me. I was trying to find it in the play, but I didn't even see it at all.
You got to pick it up 2 cents.
Let me put it back in.
But no, I been said like Gary Russell a fucking hater, bro, and that's the same reason why him and Meek Mills got into it when Tank was fighting Hector, because like he was just like, bro, everybody pretty much was there for Tank, but This nigga just saying little stupid shit for no reason, and that's why they ended up getting into it because it's like, bro, like why are you here if you on some hating shit? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like,
But
dude
pay
really got.
because they're fans. They hate Javante and then pay a ticket to sit ringside.
And I really, I
You
did.
guys,
I really
oh my
think this
goodness.
shit. I really
You don't
think
see
this shit.
Javante Davis paid at none of these other guys fight. You don't see him at Devin fight, Gary fight,
Right.
Shakur fights, none of them.
You go to Canelo's, but he ain't never went to their fight. You right.
I mean, the Russells are competitors, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna look at him as
But he
competition.
not fighting. That's the thing. Like, what the fuck, competitive? The nigga's not fighting at all.
Gary
Yo, I
Russell lost
feel
the
you guys.
last fight. He was the
But
training.
look how we're talking about with vigor and energy, right? We're not talking about the same thing about Lamont Roach. We're not using the same energy.
I
and
like
excitement.
Lamont Roach, boxing hacker. Only you're shitting on him.
Cause he don't
You
even
love,
fucking.
you like
Bro,
Lamont Roach.
Lamont Roach will
Bro, you
beat
said
Gary
thank you for
Russell.
anybody.
Hold on,
That's- you like
let's get
Tank.
into this conversation. Lamont
Yeah.
Roach is better than Gary Russell. He'll beat Gary Russell right now.
I can't say that. I don't know that to be true.
Oh,
I
okay.
know that
You're an Earth man. Lamont
Yeah.
Roach will beat Gary Russell
I
right
don't
now.
think so. I don't think so.
You don't. Everybody in the chat, do y'all think Lamont Roach will beat
How do you
Gary
know he
Russell
beat
right
him?
now?
Oh my! You must not know Gary.
See, that's what Gary Russell need to do. He need to fight
Gary's not
Lamont
one. Gary
Roach
says he's gonna go
after
to the
Tank
gym.
fight him.
Y'all playing, man. That dude.
That's what he need
Lamont
to
Roach
do.
will beat Gary Russell right now.
Yo,
hey,
the
2
Russell
Cent,
brothers
I
are
ain't gonna
tough.
lie, y'all. I really think
The
this
Russell
shit that
brothers
they
are
doing
tough,
with
man. I don't
Tank,
know what you
bro.
guys are talking about.
I really think that shit is basically strategically being done. I don't know who the fuck in the background doing that shit or paying motherfuckers to do that shit, but I really feel like that shit is strategically being done.
Nah, that's conspiracy theory. But the
Ain't no
Russells are just
man,
like
get
that.
the
That's who
fuck
they
out of here,
are.
bro.
You
You
know,
really
you
talk
know
about
how you know it's
this
being
shit.
done because the stuff they saying is so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Like, yeah, that's
And
why
No,
I'm
like
saying,
Gary's
boxing
always
boxing
hacker,
been
your
like
hacker.
ass a
Gary's
earth,
been like
you a
Perfect
that.
fucking earth
example.
man. Your ass gonna
Perfect example is boxing hacker trying to tell us that Gary Russell will be a better fight.
It'll be more attractive. I didn't say I don't know. So
How do you know that?
But it'll be a more attractive fight. And I say that because
boxing hacker?
To who, boxing hacker? Can you answer 2 Cent's question?
Man, that
so if
nigga
you
is
want like
annoying, bro. I ain't
a
gonna lie.
DC Baltimore buildup, the Russell family, which all of them are named
Well,
Gary.
Zach disagree with you. He's from Baltimore.
Will be bigger than Lamont Roach. It would be, and
To
I'm telling you,
who?
it's based on just the
boxing hacker. You keep
How do you know
you
that?
keep trying to talk and not
Boxing
to
hacker.
who?
Zach
If you
say,
go to most boxing
hold on,
gyms,
boxing hacker.
whether
Let
it's
me
Sugar
read
Ray
this. Let me
Leonard,
read this
whether it's
comment.
Headbangers,
Boxing
whether
hacker.
it's
Boxing
Laura,
hacker. Let me read this
wherever,
comment.
whether they all
Zach
know the Russell
say-
family because they're popular.
Bro, she trying to read a comment, bro.
That's not
Zach
good.
say, boxing hacker, shut your ass up. I'm from Baltimore, and nobody agrees with you. You don't know the history of us. No one talks about the Russells anymore.
Remember
You're
you
a
said from
And the
Baltimore.
nigga ain't even
This is the
from
DC
there.
side, bro, not the Baltimore side.
The
Bro, you
Baltimore
not even
side, the
from
only
there
one that
at all
matters
to be
because of
speaking on their
Javante.
business. You not from there. You just
business?
reside there.
Oh my god.
Jonathan is
You
saying,
not.
connect your mic.
Okay.
We got Big Dog Willie back in the building. What's going on, Big Dog
Yeah,
Willie?
what's up? I'm not gonna say no crazy shit. But B hacker, man, you have to slow down, man. You have to slow down sometimes, man.
Like,
You
that
always
shit be
no,
so
hold
funny.
on. Let me finish what I gotta say. You playing devil advocate a little bit too much, and it's becoming old news, man.
I don't play
It
devil's
like
advocate.
yes,
You
you do.
do, bro.
Yes, you
You do
do.
that shit a
Yes,
lot.
yes, you
I'm
do.
telling you from the
Yes, you do.
perspective of somebody who's seen the amateur circuit in the DMV. I'm
No,
telling you,
Boxing hacker, my dad is from the DMV.
what
Don't tell me
Gary
nothing
Russell
about the
said is something I
DMV,
accept
You
son.
behind.
doing this shit. You actually doing this shit now.
Gary Russell's a big deal though. Gary Russell.
Yes,
Once upon a time, he was a big
No,
deal.
we
No,
agree.
Gary
Once
Russell
a
is a
point in
big deal.
time, we're
His
talking
family,
about in
We're a big deal in
2024.
DMV.
his
So
family,
you know
his
the
family is
DC Baltimore
royalty. His
buildup?
family is royalty in the. His family is royalty in the DMV. But the nigga's old. That's just what it comes down to it. And
He's like the younger one.
no, that's not what it is. Other ones at 140, and he didn't look too good.
Bro.
Hold on, let me finish. He didn't look too good in his last fight. Let Tank fight who he wants to fight. Stop trying to push. Like the thing with you guys, you Devin Haney fans, is like, why are you guys trying to push these people on this dude? Let him fight who he wants to fight.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what he's going to do.
Exactly, Supreme.
No, what I'm
Cam.
saying,
He right.
what I'm saying is not going to change who he's going to fight. He's already going to fight Lamont Roach. I'm just
But don't
speaking
try to make
in
excuses.
retrospect. I'm speaking
Don't try to say he's downgrading.
I
Don't
can't
say
make
he's downgrading.
change his mind.
But
You know,
but the thing about you downgrading a good fighter You know, he's 5 pounds
he's
less than.
good for at 130, but here's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
no. But let me
Tank
finish. Let me
paid at
finish.
135.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
And
Okay,
Gary
but thank
Russell
you.
fight at 126. Boxing
Yeah,
hacker.
yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell are you
So
talking
if
Yeah,
about,
Lorenzo
yeah.
bro?
went
What
off,
are you talking
Boxing
about?
hacker.
crazy.
Boxing hacker. If brother at 140 or his other brother, the old brother at 126, dude, it is what it is. Let it go. You guys, see, the thing about you guys, Haney fans. I'm gonna be very honest with you.
About 80
I'm
fans.
gonna be
That's
very,
crazy.
very no, Boxing hacker. Let me finish. I'm gonna be
Go ahead.
very honest with you guys. You guys are the biggest hypocrites on planet Earth, and
Yeah.
it's really bad when it comes to this boxing shit. Because you guys will say one thing and then you guys would do the same thing that everybody else is doing with the Ryan Garcia thing.
So
He fight. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Ryan
yeah.
Garcia. Tank fighter. He fought a B plus fighter. He fought a B fighter. He fought about a C fighter. You guys said that shit. Then when Ryan started beat his ass, beat Devin's ass. Then he's on this. He's on that. Da. But you guys need to quit doing that shit. You guys
So I
making
never said that. So
you
here's
can make your Stop. No. I have no. Stop. I
no,
heard
you
you
can go
have
back
you.
to the videos.
I
I
heard you say
never
that.
liked the
I
Ryan
heard.
fight.
No, I have
Prior.
heard you say that.
No,
Stop
you
it.
never heard me say I never liked that fight. I'll tell you why. I didn't like the Ryan fight because currently Devin's trajectory was always fighting champions.
Oh, here we
I
go with
like
this
that
shit.
trajectory
Yeah.
more.
Say.
Than
Hold on.
fighting one guy. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I want him to fight
Eh,
another champion after he beat Regis.
Hold
I've
on.
always
Everybody in the
said that.
chat. Did you hear this man saying that?
Please tell
That
me.
Devin. No. Did you hear this say Devin never? Come on, man. Devin never said that he was a C plus fighter. Devin never
I
said
never
that.
said he didn't. I said I personally did not like the Devin versus Ryan fight, even prior, because I felt like it wasn't part of Devin's trajectory. Remember,
Boxing
Devin
hacker.
was
Please don't lie.
Devin
Please don't
comes
lie.
from
Please
no
don't
listen,
lie, Boxing hacker. Please
Devin
don't
Hold
lie.
went
on.
from
We talking
WEC
about
champion,
Gary. We talking about
undisputed,
Gary.
to unified. I wanted to become, I mean, not the unified, to two-time division. I wanted to become unified at 140. That's what I
But he
We
wanted.
dropped
talking
his
about
belt.
Gary
But
Russell
he
right
fight
now.
who he
We're
want
not
to fight,
talking
you know?
about Devin. Unless we finna talk about Devin and these 300K
My fault two
pay-per-view
cents. My fault 2 cents. But it all correlates because this guy brings up these points with Tank saying this. Cause I'm not even a Tank fan.
Mm-hmm.
What up,
I'm a Shakur.
Blaze?
You know, I'm a Shakur fan.
Okay.
I'm not even a Tank fan. But the thing about these Devin dudes, they try to use Shakur as like their
Shakur.
crutch. You
Nobody's
know,
talking about Shakur, dude.
no.
After
Let me
hating
finish.
on him so long, Big Dog Willie, the same guys was hating on Shakur when I had to defend Shakur. Same guys.
Listen.
Hacker
Got
definitely on
Supreme
snap.
You
Cam in
got,
the
hey, listen, Tank's
building.
gonna fight
What's
Willie.
going on, Supreme
It is what it
Cam?
is.
No. They
I'm
use wherever the
Yeah,
crutch
Hacker
is.
on snap.
Good?
Like they said, Shakur needs to fight Tank. Da. But the thing about it is this: I'm a
But
Shakur fan.
hold on, big dog.
Go
Willie.
ahead.
Put a pin in it. I wanted to ask Big Supreme a question because I just thought about something.
Okay,
Big
go ahead.
Supreme, do you think? Because I keep saying that Shakur is not going to fight Zepeda. I just don't think that fight was happening.
Mhm.
Do you think? Remember what we were just talking about earlier? You just talked about Zepeda. You think Shakur gonna fight him?
I think Zepeda gonna beat him.
And I think you're drunk.
All right, we'll see in February.
Yeah, I think Shakur definitely fight, but he's
All right,
not
let's
gonna.
go around the
I,
panel.
I
Let's
think
go
I
around
think
the
he's gonna beat
panel.
him for
What you
sure.
think?
Yeah.
What you think? What you got? What you got, Big Supreme? Why you think he gonna beat him?
So this is my thing, right? We seen the tide change with the aggressive front foot. This is my thing. If Shakur can't get Zepeda's respect, he's gonna beat him. I'm not saying he gonna stop him. I feel like the volume coming forward, they're gonna give Zepeda the victory. I ain't gonna lie to you. And they want a Mexican with that WBC strap. You feel me? So my
Nah.
money's on Zepeda. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if Shakur hands heal up and he showed me something, then that's different. But for me, I want to see how he looks against Tevin Farmer. If he gets Tevin Farmer out of there, then I think Shakur's in trouble. That's just my opinion.
I don't think Shakur gonna fight a big dog. Willie, what you got?
Okay. So anyway, me being a Shakur fan, I'm be very honest with you. Zepeda's too slow. Zepeda cannot work with Shakur in any speed department. And honestly, be honest with you, Zepeda is not that type of dude. Like he's going to get pieced up. Shakur's not going to knock him out. Shakur got fucked up hands, so he would never be a knockout artist. He would never be anything like that. But He's too smart for Zepeda. Zepeda is, and I watched Zepeda fight before. His running gun type shit and him going at shit, that shit only works for people who only fights. He only fights his own people. He fight people who go forward with him, and that's not gonna work with Shakur. That's not gonna work with Shakur. Shakur's going to hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, and
And he
Zepeda ain't
gonna
gonna do
lose on
shit about it.
scorecards.
No, because
Why can't
Zepeda's
I
not
tell
going
you?
to hit him. Zepeda's
All
not going
right,
to hit him at all.
all right. We'll
Well,
see.
I'm gonna
And
say
that's
this, y'all. I think that I think this is gonna be a 50-50 fight, and it's gonna be more from the Shakur aspect because I'll say this: Shakur can't fight
Hold
like
on,
he
real
did his
quick, Dean.
last.
Hold on, what? Hold on, Dean. Hold on, Dean. Not to cut you off, but what is with this thought that Shakur is not gonna get hit at all?
The Shakur don't get hit.
I don't
That's
understand
Nah,
that.
basically what
So
it
why
is.
do y'all
well,
think that
Shakur
What?
can
No,
get
no.
hit.
But I'm just
Shakur
serious.
Shakur
get
I'm
get
just
hit?
hit.
serious.
No, he get
Shakur
You've
hit.
don't
seen
get hit.
Shakur?
Shakur's
No,
He do
Shakur.
get hit.
is impeccable.
No, not flush. He don't get hit.
No, he gets
Have you
hit.
ever
He
seen
gets
Shakur
hit.
get hit?
He
He
seldomly
gets
gets
hit.
hit,
I
He
just
gets
but
think
hit. He
like
can
he
get
gets
yeah,
hit.
hard
It's
sometimes.
just
his
that
positioning and
Zepeda,
timing is very impeccable at this point.
Zepeda's too slow. Zepeda's too slow.
Zepeda's best win is Maxie Hughes, and a lot of you guys don't even know who that is.
I know what
So
Maxie
Oh,
Hughes is,
Zepeda.
everybody
and
know
don't do
Maxie
that. I'm
Hughes.
not no casual. Don't
So
do
Okay,
it.
so how do you parlay somebody beating Maxie Hughes to them stepping up and beating Shakur Stevenson? What sense
I
does
mean,
that make?
he beat JoJo Diaz. He beat Maxie Hughes. He beat Giovanni
Shakur
Cabrera, who
Stevenson. We're talking
arguably
about Shakur Stevenson.
listen,
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
listen. He beat Giovanni Cabrera, who arguably beat Pitbull. But I mean, I guess that's not saying too much because people
That's
don't
not
think much
saying
of Pitbull.
shit.
I just said that. What I'm saying is, if he fights Zepeda on the back foot, I don't think they're gonna give him that victory, bro. That's just my opinion.
No, if the man can't hit, the man can't hit him.
what skill does Zepeda have that make you feel like
Well,
he's
hold on,
going
y'all.
to?
Let
He
me
gonna work
finish my
that
thought
body.
first of all. Let me
Oh
finish
yeah,
what I
let,
was.
let Dean go. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead, Dean.
This going to be a 50-50 fight. Shakur Stevenson cannot fight like he did his last two fights and expect this. And the reason why I say that, Big Dog Willie and y'all, because life about perception. It'd be different if Shakur didn't get the backlash he got. And mind you, y'all, I'm a Shakur fan, and I've been defending the man when everybody, whole world was against the man. But
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure about that. I got the videos to prove it. But Shakur Stevenson cannot go into that fight with the same thing because of perception from his last couple fights. And I keep telling people this when they was talking about the championship rounds, just how they score, how refs change up, how they score playoff football from regular season or playoff basketball from regular season. The perception is out of there, whether it's fair to Shakur or not. I was the main person telling people about Shakur Stevenson hands before Shakur got injured recently. I had a video 2 months prior to that talking about how concerned I was about Shakur Stevenson hands. I made the video directly after the Artem fight. I didn't just pull a rabbit out my damn hat. So Shakur, that William Zepeda is going to force him to fight. He's not going to be in a position where I think Arthur and De Los Santos was trying to figure it out. I really don't think that Zepeda even knows how to fight no differently. It'd be just like if Shakur had to go fight Pitbull right now. It ain't no question if you're going to have to be active, you're going to have to throw punches
But that
against this.
style is easy to not easy, but just like how Ryo outbox circles around Pitbull. You get what I'm saying? I would think.
Yeah, but you gotta understand this too.
It's
Look
easy for
how
Shakur
active
because
you
Shakur.
got.
No, that's just
Hold on,
easy
y'all.
for
Let me finish.
Shakur.
Hold on. I'm glad that you brought that point up. But Ryu was very active in that fight.
I see what you're
You're
saying.
gonna have to be very active against William Zepeda because his style is gonna force you to fight.
But
I think Shakur.
Zepeda
Hold
throws
on,
a
y'all.
lot of.
Hold on. I think Shakur's still gonna pull it out because Shakur has to win this fight. This is not a up for a debate type of thing. He has to beat William
I ain't gonna lie. I
Zepeda.
think Zepeda gonna beat him, bro. I'm not gonna
So
lie
I
to you.
think Shakur gonna win, but I know that Shakur can't do what he was doing to win this fight.
Yeah, let me go.
Dean. No, that's a valid point. I do agree with you on that one, but Zepeda has a lot of deficiency athletically. That when it comes to Shakur is faster, quicker, better boxing IQ.
Yep.
and he'll make him miss silly, and
Yo,
he'll make him
depending where that
and
fight
he'll box.
happened, bro, he might have to stop Zepeda, bro.
No. You don't have to stop Zepeda if you make him look silly.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
No,
he's
you,
you
got
bro.
tripping,
boxing.
bro. You
So
tripping.
yo, let me go
All
real
right,
quick.
we gonna see.
So when it comes to the Shakur, so one thing I do believe Shakur's gonna take that fight because that's just been his pedigree from day one. He's always looking for tough fights. But so when it comes just stylistically, let's just say they both show up. I think the edge always gonna go to Shakur. And I think it's because more or less Shakur's time is positioning is really good and his perception is really good. So like Shakur is able to move out of range at very small distances. So like so what
Yo,
that means for somebody like
niggas think
Zepeda,
Zepeda
so
is like
Zepeda,
Oscar Valdez's son.
so but here's a problem though. Zepeda's
He
style,
basically is though. You know?
yeah,
I mean,
for
he's a
Zepeda to
bigger
like
Oscar Valdez, bro. The thing I know with Zepeda, he gonna hit you in
Zepeda
your hip,
is
hit you
damn
in
near
your
twice
yeah,
arm,
the
but
size
Zepeda
of
has to
your
Oscar
read.
body.
Valdez.
So you have to ask yourself when it comes to fighters like Shakur
Hey,
and people
so
and other fighters,
does he
you
have
gotta
to
ask
set his
yourself
feet
like,
before he punches?
do
Or is
they
he
have
one of
Hold
those
to
guys
on,
that
hold
he
they
on.
can
We
have to
got to get
become
VA money
stationary?
group in here. VA money group.
Yeah,
What you
go
got?
ahead,
No,
VA.
I'm just talking to like Big Supreme because he has a lot of confidence in this
I got the
Zepeda
same amount
guy.
of confidence that y'all got in Shakur, bro. Like it's a
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
position. I'm just
you might
saying
be,
for
you
me.
Yeah,
might be
but
right though, but
he's a
I'm just saying for
three
me.
weight division champion.
All right, look, that's fine, bro. I'm saying for me, knowing the WBC and how they like Mexicans that had that belt. If that fight happens in Saudi, and Shakur's on the back foot, and the optics of Zepeda stalking him, moving around, having any kind of success, whether it's hitting him in the shoulder, his hips, his body, he gonna get that victory, bro. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying he gonna stop Shakur. I'm not saying he gonna hit him flush. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying the optics of it. I could see a controversial loss for Shakur, bro. And it's gonna be on Twitter. How did Shakur lose that
Okay,
fight? They need to
okay.
change the scoring criteria. It's the same thing we seen with Bivol and Beterbiev. That's what I think it's gonna be, in my
So
opinion.
I just
basically
think
some
stylistically, you
Oshaki
need somebody with
Foster.
fast feet to
Hold
beat
on.
Shakur.
Let
Some
VA money group go. What you got, VA?
Oh, go ahead.
so basically he's calling for like Oshaki Foster versus what's this last guy that he fought?
Concepcion.
Castacio.
Let's say,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm not calling
basically
for that,
like
bro.
that. Like no,
Well,
we're talking about
VA, I don't
politics now.
think
We're
that's
not
the way
talking
he
about.
got to beat him. I think that Shakur, what I'm saying is, Shakur is going to, there is no choice in this.
He
Shakur
has
is
to
going to
bang
have
with
to
him,
throw more punches. You
for
just
sure.
like, I'll give y'all a prime example. You know who had all those advantages that y'all talking about in a fight, but it was still a dog fight? He had literally all the same advantages. Cool Boy Steph versus Figueroa the first time. The problem is Figueroa is the type of fighter like Williams Zepeda. He's not giving you a choice in you stand there. Even if he missed 1,000 punches, he's going to miss 1,000 punches. Like that. That's just what it's going to have to be. So it's going to continue to put that pressure on you to have to throw punches back just to defend yourself. He's going to have to be more active. And I think that Shakur will be, because this is why I'm giving it to Shakur. Because I believe Shakur understands what people are saying about him, and he don't like it, y'all, at all.
That's not a fair assessment. That's not
Yeah,
apples to
Fubo is a little
apples.
different.
No, that's a great
Cool
assessment.
Boy,
I think no, that's a great
cool,
assessment. I think what I think is like you guys really underrate Shakur's
Yeah.
boxing IQ. You guys think he's just like in there to fight. Zepeda boxing IQ is negative when it comes to Shakur. Shakur is not. Shakur is a very thinking man's fighter. You don't think like, oh, he's going to sit there. Zepeda's going to come at him, and think about it. What judges look at,
We're
and what
not
think
all
about it.
that
What
boxing
the
IQ stuff is cool, but we talking about when it's time to fight.
No, but that's in the fight.
Yeah.
2
These
cent.
fighters are
That's
gonna
in the
make
fight.
him
No,
fight.
that's in no 2
Maybe
cent.
they
2
my
cent.
go
point,
ahead,
my
That's
maybe
point,
in the
my
fight.
yeah.
point, my point is
That's in the
that
fight. When you
Shakur,
make
Nobody's
somebody
being
look,
what,
so
when you
yeah,
make
he's
somebody
always
look
won.
stupid, we make somebody look stupid fighting, and they're throwing punches wildly, and they're flying all across the ring, and you're sitting over here like you did with De La Santo. That you lose points on that.
I ain't gonna
No,
lie. When
you
Big
you look
lose
Dog
at
you
the
Willie,
lose
I
Canelo
agree
points,
with
Shakur
that.
fight,
you lose points, energy, and confidence, and everything.
But
You
Big
lose
Dog
yeah,
Willie, look at the response after that, though. Is
I
what
don't
I'm
know,
saying.
bro.
Man, look, a win is a win. I think he should just fight his
No,
fight.
a
I'm
win's
just saying,
not a win,
Santos.
boxing hacker,
hold,
because
A
hold,
win
Shakur
is a
hold on.
win,
Stevenson
bro.
don't even feel that way.
Man, look,
He
if he had
wasn't happy with his own
fought different
performance.
laws, he'll be clowning him.
Boxing Hacker,
Yeah,
this
he's
is what I
winning
get
his
tired of
style.
arguing with people about. Stop talking to me about what you think, and I'll tell you what I know. Shakur Stevenson wasn't happy with his own performances. That is a fact. I didn't talk
Right,
to
but he wasn't talking
Shakur.
about his style.
Boxing Hacker, hold on, my guy.
Thing.
I didn't talk to Shakur after his last 2 fights. I didn't have no conversation with Shakur.
Okay.
I'm telling you what the man said himself. He apologized to the fans. So I'm telling what Big Dog Willie agrees with me on is that I
100%
believe
agree with him.
he has to be more active, and I think he will be more active to win this fight. Because William Zepeda,
I doubt it.
because no matter what y'all think about William Zepeda, he's going to force you to do that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yo, you cannot have a guy throwing punches at you and you not throw back. William Zepeda is the most active fighter in boxing, literally.
You know the last. You guys know the last
against who though? Right? Active against who? Active
VA. It doesn't against everybody. Everybody he fights.
There is no everybody.
Zepeda throw a lot of punches, and he's
do you remember
wild
Ryan
too.
Garcia versus Gervonta Davis? Do you remember Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
Everybody was saying Ryan's not going to just go in there and go after Tank. Big Dog Willie, can you tell me what Ryan Garcia did the first 2 rounds?
Went after Tank.
Yeah. Y'all guessing. I'm telling you, William Zepeda is not. He don't care about what y'all think he think. William Zepeda is not thinking that. William Zepeda is going to go in there it's basically like saying Pitbull Cruz is not going to go in there and go after Shakur Steve. It's just that's not logical to think.
They're going to lose. That's a bad plan.
I'm not saying Boxing Hacker. I'm saying he's going to lose.
You're not listening.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that Zepeda is not going to come forward.
Yeah, he's going to come forward.
Shakur better stop that nigga.
Zepeda is definitely going to come forward. He's going to look stupid doing it.
Shakur should just fight his fight. I don't know why. We always want to change somebody's style. Sorry, go ahead, bro.
We're talking about Shakur Stevenson. He does have footwork. You know what I'm saying?
We know all of that, bro.
He's not gonna fight Zepeda the same way he fought the other guy that
he can't fight Zepeda like he did that.
And the guy that Frank Martin fought, that I don't remember his name. He's a higher skilled fighter than Zepeda. Zepeda is an effort.
Who's a higher skilled fighter than who?
He's a higher skilled fighter than Zepeda.
Artham's a higher skilled fighter than Zepeda?
I don't know. Yeah,
Zepeda will stop Artham.
No, he might. I'm talking about skills.
Zepeda will stop Artham.
I'm talking about skills. I'm not talking about. You guys don't know how to break down a fight.
No, Zepeda got more skills than Arthur.
No,
he doesn't.
This is my thing, right?
I don't know.
Zepeda don't got more skills than A2 Cents. Do you hear? Zepeda don't got more skills than Arthur.
VA, this is what I'm saying, right?
Arthur's good too.
Stylistically, Santos and Artem,
they're two different.
Do y'all watch William Zepeda fight?
One at a time. Go Big Supreme.
All I'm saying is when you look at Artem, you look at Santos, they 2 different styles compared to Zepeda. Zepeda's gonna come forward. Non-stop pressure. He's not going to stop coming forward. This is my thing. Again, I feel like, to me, I think he's going to beat Shakur with volume. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to stop him. I'm not saying he's going to make Shakur run around the ring. I'm just saying he's going to throw 1,000 punches and they're going to give him that belt. That's just my opinion.
Hey, Big Supreme, I want to say this.
That's what, okay, go ahead.
His volume will make him lose because he's going to be swinging a lot at nothing. And that's the thing, and that's gonna be what it is.
Which fight have y'all seen somebody throw a high volume of punches and put pressure on Shakur Stevenson?
No, the thing about it, 2 cents.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. 2 cents. That's the point I'm trying to make.
He frustrates people. He frustrates people.
Yeah, he does. I agree. He frustrates people based on his distance.
Shakur's never fought nobody like William Zepeda.
Shakur, you're not gonna do that. Zepeda's gonna come in there, like I said, he's gonna be punches on his hips. He's gonna work his body. He's gonna slow.
He's gonna look like Valdez, bro.
He's way bigger
than Valdez. Zepeda is twice as active as Valdez.
Damn.
He's way more active than Valdez. First of all, Valdez is like 5'4", bro. And he has like a 65-inch arm reach. He's mad small. That was the layup for Shakur, really, for real. Zepeda is much bigger. He hits way harder.
And that was at 130.
That was at 130. This dude is gonna throw. I'm telling you, I'm saying this is a very dangerous fight for Shakur.
Guess what, Big Supreme? You want to know how
anything can happen in boxing, but I just don't.
But guess what, y'all? You want to know how you know that makes a difference that it was at 130? Because Shakur Stevenson said it. Shakur Stevenson literally says, see, I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan. Y'all can't tell me shit about Shakur. Shakur said when he got the 135, fighting those guys at 135 is much different than fighting people at 130. Shakur Stevenson said that.
And another thing, what Ann McQueen said, Zepeda, all his stoppages really be body work. It's all body work. He don't head him at all.
The question is always going to be, can he reach Shakur?
He's going to
That's
catch
what-
Shakur.
I mean, the funny thing about it is, what makes you think?
So you don't
What
think
makes you think Zepeda can hit this dude? This is my
First of
thing.
all,
What you
look,
have
might not be able to
Zepeda
look,
can hit this dude like at will.
He can't work the way you
look,
want to
going
work.
to get
Big Dog
hit
Willie,
if he
right?
throw a high volume of punches. He's
So
It
going
doesn't
to
matter how many high volume
Look.
pitches you can. Like if you miss, and you get
Yeah.
tired. It's like
Look,
you can't
again,
hit
You
the
have to be in a
dude.
you
position
gonna
look
get
at
can't
tired
hit
time
the
making
dude.
you miss too. So
You have to.
Big
You have to
Dog
be in a
Willie, Williams
position.
Zepeda missed a lot of punches every fight.
But being out.
No,
so being out,
but you're talking about this dude. You're not talking about.
No,
You're not talking
listen
about
to what
anybody
I'm
else. You're
saying,
talking
Big Dog
about
Willie.
the
Big Dog
core.
Willie, please listen to what I'm saying. Williams Zepeda is literally the highest active fighter in boxing. He's number one in punches thrown per round, upwards of 70 some odd punches. He don't land 60 punches a round. He don't land 50 punches. So let's say on his average, he lands 20 a round. And against Shakur Stevenson, he lands 5. He's still going to be active though. Shakur's going to have to be more. Put it like this: if Williams Zepeda is going in there throwing 70 punches, and then Shakur Stevenson throws the least amount of punches like he did against De Los Santos, he's going to lose that fight.
No, I agree with that.
That's
I
all
agree
I'm
with
saying,
that.
Big Willie.
I
That's
would, no,
all
I
I'm
completely,
saying.
I completely agree with that. But what I'm trying to say is, if Shakur really fights like he's supposed to fight, this is my whole thing.
Yes.
You know I'm a Shakur fan. If he fights really, how he really supposed to fight, he'll pick that nigga apart. It's not gonna be funny either.
Now I agree with that. I agree, Big Dog Willie.
Yo, VA money. Did you see that Osaki Foster Hernandez fight in Mexico?
Yeah, I watched
when he stopped him in the 12th round?
Yeah.
That's the kind of performance I want from Shakur.
Well, you want to stop him?
Listen,
that's not Shakur's style,
listen.
That's
You
not
gotta let me
style,
finish my point, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Osaki knew the assignment, bro. He went to Mexico. All the judges was against him. He's in his home field. He said, look, I'm gonna have to stop this dude. Because even at the 12th round, when they at the time of the stoppage, they had Foster losing every round, bro. My personal opinion, the WBC wants Zepeda to be the champion, bro. If he's gonna beat Zepeda, he gonna have to dog it out. All that hitting and not get hit and all that running around the ring, that's not gonna work, bro.
But Big Supreme, no, he could do it, Big Supreme.
We're talking about two different things then. We're talking about two different things.
But VA, he could do it. He could do what Big Supreme saying.
I was just trying to break down like what the fight is actually going to look like, not the politics.
I got a perfect example.
You know what I mean? Like,
how's the
what you're saying? I believe in what you're saying. Like, I agree.
The fight is for Shakur to beat Williams Zepeda, he got to do. Go ahead.
What the fight gonna look like?
For me, Shakur is going to use either his footwork or his upper body movement, and both are going to be effective. In my opinion, both are going to be effective. I don't think Zepeda has the feet for to be able to put his hands on Shakur at will. Like these guys talking about, he's the highest, most active fighter in boxing. That means nothing. I mean, like, so what does that mean? Does that mean you're automatically going to be able to land punches? You know what I'm saying? Like, it means nothing that he throws a lot of punches.
Footwork matters a lot when you find somebody like Shakur.
Hey, y'all missing the whole point. Williams Zepeda saying that him throwing a lot of punches don't mean nothing if Shakur is throwing back at a high enough volume. I'll give you a prime example. Hold on, bro. I'll give you a prime example.
Not a pressure fighter.
Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was more active in that fight than he normally be. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez don't give you a choice in that matter. Shakur will have to fight Williams Zepeda the way that Floyd Mayweather's fought Canelo
Floyd did whatever he wanted to do. Floyd did.
But Floyd, that's wrong. That you can't. The Canelo and Floyd, those are two super elite fighters. You can't put
Big Dog Willie. He wasn't elite at 24. He wasn't elite Canelo then.
No. Canelo is a lot better than Zepeda. And Floyd's a lot better than Shakur.
Hey, Big Dog Willie, that's revisionist history. We didn't know about Canelo. Canelo was just as hyped.
I knew about Canelo.
Hold on, because that's not true.
Canelo was doing things at 23 years old.
Canelo was with Golden Boy. That was his first major. We with Canelo
I
was the
know, but
guy
he was.
we stamped him, and he
But
got
a lot
onto
of people.
he got on into the world
Hold on,
notice.
hold on, hold
Hold
on.
on,
But a
hold
lot
on.
of
We
people
cannot
thought.
stop it.
Hold on.
Hold on,
A lot of people
y'all.
thought Canelo was
Hold on,
stopping
hold
cats.
on. Hold
Yeah,
on,
he
we
was
got
Williams
still
and
bad
Payne
on
is stopping cats.
hold on,
Not
y'all. We
like
got
Canelo.
Supreme
Not like
Not like
Cam.
Canelo though.
Yes,
Canelo.
he
Yeah, I
is
agree.
literally more than Canelo.
No,
No,
no, he was
Hold
not.
on, hold on.
Canelo was big hype
Let's
back
let
then.
Big Supreme go. He just got on the panel. Big Supreme, what's going on? What's your 2 cents about the convo?
Oh, you mean Supreme or you mean me?
Supreme Cam.
Yeah, you mean Supreme King.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So for this fight, I kind of believe what they're saying as far as the Pater getting off with his high activity and stuff like that. But I think they also got a put on the other side, whereas the Pater IQ ain't really on the level of Shakur. Now I'm gonna tell you that this fight is really supposed to look like the Earl and Terrence fight, and I'm gonna say that because of the way that Zepeda fight, kind of putting his head down a lot, so he can get pieced up. But the only difference between Earl and Zepeda is the activity rate, and Zepeda can low-key cut off the ring a little bit. So can Shakur keep somebody like that off him? The question is still there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we really gonna have to see. And he just gonna have to show us like he can keep somebody up off of him. Like it's not gonna be one of them De La Santos fights where
That's
you
what
just
I'm
gonna be
saying,
able
bro.
to just you know what I'm saying, run him around the ring, matador him around the ring and stuff like that. So it's he could lose this fight. I low key as a Tank fan, I hate this fight because Shakur could sell the bag on this fight, bro.
I mean, those possibilities are always there. You can always lose a fight.
All
But
right, all right. Thank you for your 2 cents, Supreme
Yo,
Cam.
hey fam, I'm about to get out of here. So,
All right, peace out.
peace
All
to
right,
all you
big dog.
guys. All love to all you guys on
you
on
too,
the
brother.
panel and shit like that.
Thanks
All
for
right, big
coming up.
dog, be safe,
Our
All
big
bro.
right, big
dog.
dog.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Your big dog couldn't take the score criticism.
No, I,
But
Hey, can't take the
football
score
matters, guys.
criticism.
It wasn't
hey,
that
yo,
bad.
that
Come on, man.
pressure, because guess what, y'all? The
Yeah,
times Arthur was close and was hesitant to throw against Shakur, Williams
yeah.
Zepeda is not going to do that.
He's not.
Yo,
Shakur's not
big
gonna
dog
fight him
sounded
anytime.
mad.
Why do you think he was hesitant? Why do you think he was hesitant to throw?
Arthur was hesitant because Arthur didn't realize Arthur was on some let me see type time. And then once he figured it out, he started trying to go at Shakur. Williams Zepeda is a total different fighter than that. Arthur did the same thing against Frank Martin.
Yeah, but that's
So,
his style, though. That's not.
yeah,
That's
that's
not.
his style. No, Boxer Hacker, that's his style. So that's what I'm saying.
So
Williams
he never
Zepeda,
got
that's not his
counterpunched?
style.
He never got counterpunched in that fight?
No,
Yeah, he got.
The counterpunch
VA,
wasn't effective?
he's going to get counterpunched by Shakur. We're not saying that. What I am telling you, Shakur can't throw a little bit of punches while Williams Zepeda is throwing a lot of punches, and that be that. That's
You
not
know,
how that can work.
but you know what? Stylistically, I think Arden will be a more complicated fight.
I don't
Was a
think
more
so, bro.
complicated fight. I don't know,
Stylistically,
but
Autumn,
just
Santos,
Artem
styles.
will get
Just
everything
stopped
looking
by
at
like
Williams
styles,
Zepeda, bro.
Arden's styles
Listen,
with the whole
dog,
like
this
pendulum
guy
step and all
is
those
going to be
tricks.
target
It's
practice.
complicated for Shakur. It was
I
very
don't
Y'all
know
can,
because
about that,
y'all
bro.
can keep thinking this shit gonna be a walk in the park.
This shit ain't gonna be
2
no
cent.
walk in the park,
I
bro.
Remember
think
that they
stylistically
said all of
favors him. I
this.
don't know. We'll see.
I don't be wrong too much. I don't be wrong too much. I am
All right,
trying to
we'll
tell
see.
all of you. I am trying to tell all of you that Williams Zepeda is a lot better than you think he is.
No, he's good. He's good. He's a live dog. But
Williams Zepeda has been stopping people. Absolutely, he has. That's what he
yeah,
does.
he's alive. He's definitely a live dog. I do agree there.
Williams
But I just
Zepeda
don't
is
think.
5'9". Williams Zepeda is taller than Shakur Stevenson. So
Yeah,
to compare him to Oscar Valdez is just crazy.
but I just think stylistically it doesn't favor. Like for a style like Shakur, just stylistically, you have to have fast feet too. Because the thing
Dr.
about
Hacker, we're
your
not
work
just
rate,
talking about styles. We are talking about what
yeah,
we have seen from Shakur Stevenson the
the thing
last two
about work
fights.
rate,
That's all
the,
we
the,
can go off of.
the thing about work rate, he for Zepeda to use his work rate, he has to be in position. And Shakur is known to constantly step out of
Exactly.
position for fighters
And
and
guess
jump
what,
into
y'all?
position.
I know
And
that.
that's what
And
makes it
then look how
complicated.
he's got killed over the goddamn last two fights he's had.
He wasn't killed. He beat Artem very,
I'm talking
very
about public
soundly.
perception,
You
Boxing
killed your
Hacker.
Yeah,
A
but that's
lot of people
perception.
weren't happy with it.
People
Even
gonna hate. People
Shakur
gonna hate.
wasn't.
People gonna hate. But like That's just people. But at the end of the day, like
Yo, Dean,
somebody like Shakur is gonna
He
get them
apologized for his own performance.
Yeah, what are y'all
Yeah,
talking
he's still
about?
gonna fight the way he's gonna
Are
fight.
you saying that Shakur can't move around the ring, or are you
Yeah,
saying that he's not?
No,
gonna move
brother.
around the
What I
ring
am
because
saying to you is
he's scared of
Shakur is
people
going to have to
booing him?
fight like he did against Jermell Herring. What part of that aren't y'all getting?
Nah, I don't think
that's the
so.
only. I think
I
that's
don't
the only
think
way
so.
he's gonna win that fight, bro.
No, I don't think so.
So
If he
if
fights
y'all
like he fought against
think he
Dillashaw,
could go
let's see
fight
what
like he
happens.
did against Della Santos and win this fight, I am telling you, you don't know what the hell you
I hope
talking
you
about.
remember this conversation when the fight happens. I don't think so. I don't think that's
Shout out
Okay.
Sack Prince Sif
I
and
definitely.
McQueen. What's going on? Listen, we can always. There's gonna be archive. You can always come back to the
Yeah,
conversation
we'll have to remember
if
this.
this fight ever happened. I mean, yeah, because me personally, I think maybe it's a 30% chance we get this fight.
2 Cent, I want them to know you got one of the most active fighter in boxing, going up against one of the most least active fighters in boxing. If y'all think that the guy that is one of the most least active fighters in boxing, who's not a knockout artist, can go in there against a guy that's not worried about his power, and just not throw and just slip and dip like he Prince
And
got seen.
that's what I was saying. Like, when have
That shit
y'all
not
ever
gonna
seen
work,
him
bro.
do that? He's that,
Yeah, so but
and he's
you're right about that, Dean.
he's going to have to engage, or he's going
Not
to lose the fight. You can't
remember
slip and
this.
dip all fight.
When you look at stats, Shakur has one of the greatest defense in
We're not
boxing right
talking,
now.
and that's my
Top three. And the most accurate punches. So, like, stat-wise, Shakur's stats are a little bit better than Zepeda's.
Boxing hacker, but when you say all of that, make sure you say he's one of the most least active. You better be accurate. Boxing hacker, hold on. You better be accurate when you're not throwing a lot. Like Gervonta Davis, you have to be accurate.
Hey, Floyd Mayweather didn't throw a lot, but he's always scoring.
No,
right?
yeah, that's a myth. Floyd Mayweather did throw a lot. That's not
He
true.
did throw a lot. No, he didn't.
Stop comparing that.
Bro, Floyd Mayweather threw a lot of punches, Boxing Hacker. That is not true.
How come it's okay when you compare people, but when somebody else try to make a comparison, you try to?
No, he said Floyd doesn't throw.
Floyd is an active fighter. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
Floyd is more accurate than throws a lot. He doesn't throw
Floyd
a lot.
is more active than Shakur Stevenson.
The point is, you got an active fighter against a fighter that's not as active.
Y'all never watched Pretty Boy Floyd?
You said what?
Do you know Floyd Mayweather had a longer career being Pretty Boy Floyd than he did to be the Money Mayweather guy?
Yes.
Okay, then. So stop saying that he wasn't an active. Do you know how many punches he threw against Mandana?
It was more about accuracy.
Do you know how many punches he threw against Mandana?
No, how many did he throw?
He threw damn near 600 punches against Mandana. Shakur Stevenson don't never throw 600 punches.
How many did Mandana throw?
Mandana threw like 800.
Yeah. So he was
you're talking about forget Mandana. We are talking about Floyd. Now name me the fight that Shakur Stevenson has threw 500 punches.
I'm not saying Floyd throws less than Shakur. I'm saying that
you did say that.
Floyd, I'm saying he's a more accurate fighter versus somebody who throws a lot of punches.
I said you have to be accurate when you're one of the most least active fighters that's not a knockout artist.
Correct.
That's not going to. The problem with that is that Shakur is having this is the biggest factor. Shakur is having hard times with his hands. People.
Yeah.
This is three fights in a row.
Let me go around the panel. Let me ask that real quick that you brought that up, Dean. VA Money Group. How do you think that moving forward, Shakur hands will have affect his performances in his fight? Just like Dean just brought up. Do you think once he get his hands fixed, he's going to be more active now? Maybe because before his hands, he wasn't being as active? Or do you think that he's going to be even more apprehensive now after the surgery?
I think his apprehension is like similar to what AJ is going through. I think that Shakur probably took some, probably most likely unwittingly took some, maybe some steroids or something that was allowing him to be like super, like aggressive, and he probably took it to, or somebody probably administered it to him to have him like grow in power, like get more power or whatever like that. What happens when you take steroids is that they're so potent that you do get the results, but when you go off, you become less than what you were before. So, like that's why I bet the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight, because I knew Pacquiao was not going to be aggressive enough. I knew he wasn't going to be explosive or anything, and that's what I'm seeing for Shakur. Like he's timid now, and he's never been timid before. You know what I mean? And
You
I,
don't
I don't
think it's
think
the
that's
move up in weight and the
Yeah,
no,
different
no,
yeah.
power?
no. I don't. I think that whatever he was on, he needs to either get back on that or retire from boxing. Because
And
the
that's
stuff that he's
it's
doing.
crazy you say that because I say this and people, say I'm crazy, but I'm like, damn, has Shakur peaked? You get what I'm saying?
No,
It looks like an athlete that's peaked that just can't get into another
Two
gear.
cents. Two cents. I'm gonna say this: if his hands is becoming a problem. He's had this same issue the last two fights. Remember, he walked in. First of all, he had the injury before the Del Santos fight. He walked into the fight, hand messed up, took time off, a lot of time off. Fort Arthur hurt his hand again in that fight. Williams Zepeda is going to force you to actually have to and you're going to have to sit down on your punches against Williams Zepeda on top of that. So it ain't going to be just enough to throw a jab out there, throw a jab. That's not going to keep that man from coming forward because he don't know nothing else. It's basically like going in a fight with Pitbull Cruz and you talking about you're going to throw the least amount of punches. No, you're not. You will get knocked out doing that because he's going to corner you. If you're not throwing back, he's going to. First of all, think about this, y'all. It don't matter how inaccurate Williams Zepeda is. If he's going forward, you're going back. You're not throwing. He is. Eventually, you're going to be on the ropes or in a place you don't want to be. Where now he get the well on you. We've seen this in boxing. The boxing ring is only so big, and if you just ring around the rosy and run from him, then they're going to score it for Williams Zepeda in that way. So you can't do that. You gotta get in the middle of the ring, control distance, make sure that you're using your jab, going to the body. When Williams Zepeda throw, you make sure you slip, dip, catching. 1-2, catching. But you can't just, I hit him here. Now I'm a slide.
Circle.
Hit him there. Slide. No, that's not gonna work, bro.
So it might work. So you can't say it's not gonna work. It depends on the judges. Saying that's a funny way to say it, but
Box Hacker, if you say this depending on the judges,
it's always
We got
depending on the
Jonathan
judges, right?
Simon on the panel. What's going on, Jonathan Simon?
Shakur had this
Jonathan?
stop for how long? He's been like what unified twice. Like it works for him,
What you
As
got
far as
to
his
say,
hands
Jonathan?
go, I don't know. So it's interesting because Floyd had messed up hands and he went throughout his career. I think it's just
He
something
didn't
that.
have messed
Then
up
you gonna
hands this
complain
young,
when
Boxing
Floyd win,
Hacker. That
bro.
was
Hold on,
later.
y'all.
Yeah,
We got Jonathan Simon on the panel. What's
I'm
up,
gonna say
Jonathan?
that.
What you got?
I'm gonna say this. If the fight was to pay the wars to come off, I know Shakur better be a healthy fighter. You can't go in that fight with bad hands, not against a guy like William Cepeda. Now,
Who you see
especially not
winning that
against
fight and how? Jonathan,
Shakur
who you
gonna have
see
to be
winning that?
healthy in that fight.
Uh-huh.
He ain't gonna be able to fight Cepeda with one hand and get away with what he's been getting away with other fighters. He's gonna have to be healthy. Cepeda is gonna make him fight. Zepeda's not gonna back down from him. Cepeda gonna make him fight. He's gonna throw his punches, whether he's accurate or not. He's gonna throw enough punches to keep Shakur off balance. And Shakur gonna have to use that hurt hand. He's
Well, it
gonna
should
have
be
to fight.
fixed.
I don't know, guys. I think y'all gonna see the same Shakur and same. He's gonna outbox him, and
But
everybody's gonna be like, "Damn."
We
You know
don't
what I
need to
think?
see the
Same way.
same
You know what I
Shakur.
think?
That's what we trying to say.
I think that people, no disrespect to anybody on the panel, but I think that you guys haven't been in the gym lately. Like you guys don't know what it feels like to swing and miss and then get counterpunched and have that repeat
Yeah,
like on a cycle. I don't think you guys know what that feels like. That's demoralizing.
but
yeah.
And Shakur's he's not necessarily a pillow puncher. He doesn't have knockout power, but you don't want to be in there getting punched in the face all fight.
VA, he ain't demoralized nobody though.
He
nobody.
has.
His last couple
the
fights, he didn't
Japanese fighter,
demoralize
not the
the Della
Japanese fighter.
Santos or Arthur.
Did you watch
He
the
definitely did
his
because
first fight at
Del Santos started
135?
running around the ring with him.
Did you watch
He
his
definitely
first fight at
demoralized him a little
135?
bit.
His first fight against Yoshino.
Yeah.
He
Yes, of
demoralized
course I
Del
watched his
Santos.
fight. Yoshino and Williams Zepeda are miles apart.
Okay.
Yoshino is so bad that he was the 13th ranked guy. He is out the rankings. Yoshino is somewhere in the depths of hell in all of the 135 rankings.
So
he
what's the
was like
difference
number
between
6 when
Yoshino and Zepeda again? What
Yoshino was
tell me what the
number
difference
6 when
between
he
Yoshino?
lost.
The difference is talent. Let's start there. God-given ability. William Zepeda is bigger than Yoshino. William Zepeda has a better IQ than Yoshino. William Zepeda is stronger than Yoshino. And William Zepeda definitely got more dog than Yoshino.
Yeah,
All of that matters.
I do agree with the gym comment. Like, if you're in a gym, you see like all these different styles. Like, sometimes when you just
Bro, I'm
watch it,
from Philly. Y'all trying to talk to me about a gym. I don't even want to give up my past and my history. That's giving you too much information. All I will tell y'all is that one of my closest friends in the world is a Canelo Alvarez. He's a professional boxer and a Canelo Alvarez sparring partner. I can't tell y'all that though. One of my guys that I beat that matter of fact, I'm going to see him real soon. But I can't even give up everything that I know. I'll just say this 2 cents to give y'all a little hint. He had one of the biggest upsets this year.
All I'll say is that I agree with Big Supreme that if Shakur can't find his usual self and he goes in there and he doesn't punch and he stands in front of Zepeda, he will lose a fight. I agree with that. But
I don't know, guys.
If Shakur fights like how he usually does, using footwork and a jab, there's no way that Zepeda is going to win the fight.
Yeah, but VA, he hasn't fought like that at the 135 division besides the Yoshino fight, and that's what we talking about because of what Shakur said, that it's much different fighting the guys at 135.
Yeah. Shakur's going to fight smart. I mean, we've known him to fight smart.
Obviously, that boxing hacker.
I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to continue to fight smart.
Nobody's doubting Shakur Stevenson's IQ and his defense. I don't think there's one person that doubts Shakur Stevenson's IQ and defense.
So we don't even know if Shakur got a chin for real.
Yeah, so he doesn't need to find that out. Like, I don't think he needs to meet the guy in the center ring or none of that.
But y'all keep thinking that Shakur not getting hit is like this greatest thing, but it's probably not eventually. Because you gonna get hit, and then you definitely don't want to get hit when you in there with a fighter like Tank, because you for sure gonna have your hands in your pockets running around.
So here's the thing that you guys keep missing. It's about positioning, right? If so, for this guy Zepeda to get all that work off, he has to be in position to
that's one thing he's good at. Boxing.
I know y'all not watching William Zepeda. Your feet against somebody like Shakur is a big issue. Somebody like Shakur needs somebody with
boxing hacker. Like William Zepeda is one of the best fighters in boxing at cutting off the ring. That's what he does.
I'm not denying that. I'm saying that.
Stop it, man. Now you just.
I'm just what, bro? That's the truth. That's William Zepeda's strong point. What am I just what?
What I'm saying is this: for him,
his biggest fight has been Maxie Hughes. That's his biggest win. You guys,
who is Shakur Stevenson's biggest win?
Played against nobody.
Who is Shakur Stevenson's biggest win?
Kambosos?
Even.
Who is Shakur Stevenson's biggest win?
And ain't that Devin Haney's undisputed?
No, he didn't beat Kambosos.
Let's not discredit him.
How did Devin Haney get
Maxie Hughes did beat Kambosos.
Maxie Hughes should have beat Kambosos. He was robbed in that fight. If you watch, he was absolutely robbed.
He definitely beat Kambosos. He definitely beat Kambosos.
Yeah, like he lost.
No, I'm saying that who is Shakur Stevenson's biggest fight?
He's a 3-time.
No, bro. No, we're not doing the 3-time. You said a specific boxer. I want to know who is Shakur, the best fighter that Shakur Stevenson has faced.
Oscar Valdez, probably.
Oscar goddamn fucking Valdez. That William Zepeda make light work in 5 rounds.
So you have to keep it relative to the division.
Boxing hacker, do you think do you think William Zepeda will stop Oscar Valdez or not?
I don't know what will happen in that fight, but you have
now you don't.
Yeah, I don't. You never know what will happen.
I'll put it to you like this: if Zepeda was made to lose weight and show up at 130. And then
but Valdez is a smaller division, right? You can't. So I think if you want to say who did Shakur fight, Shakur fought all the top fighters in each division he was in.
Except that wasn't what the man said. The man said up there and said talked about a specific
his biggest win is JoJo Diaz.
I think Valdez is a bigger win.
We're talking about Oscar Valdez.
He's talking about the Valdez fight.
What'd you say?
Wasn't he crying after the Valdez fight? Like that was his biggest win or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when Oscar Valdez. Can somebody tell me what Oscar Valdez has done since the Shakur Stevenson fight?
He had one fight at 135, which he won. I forget who he fought though.
My point exactly.
We're really saying is we don't believe that Shakur got the pop because he low key exposed himself in the last fight, in the previous fight, trying to get Autumn up out of there. So he kind of showed us all he had, and you can say he had the hurt hand, which he did. He getting surgery on him now, whatever like that. But Floyd had a hurt hand in that fight with Zab, and he was putting the beats on Zab. Shakur ain't got that type of pop.
Yeah, I mean that, but he used a strategy to beat Zab, right? Because Zab was killing everything smoking back then. Floyd used what was his play? I think he just waited until like the later rounds because he knew Zab was a front runner. So he didn't put the beat on Zab till later in the fight.
But we're talking about Shakur Stevenson in his hands now, like today.
Yeah.
Now,
so he's exactly. So he's not
gonna
play
in the fourth round. So I mean, that wasn't too late. It was just everybody preconceived that Floyd should have already been winning from the get go. Everybody was already used to Floyd. Yes, go back and watch the fight round.
So you have to remember who Zab was. Zab was like physically he was faster than Floyd. You know that, right?
Can we bring it back to Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda today. It's the fight. We're not talking about 2 years ago. Last year. Well, Shakur Stevenson can't reverse surgeries and his hands hurting. We are talking about Shakur Stevenson right now and his last 2 performances that he wasn't happy with. And then the biggest thing that he is concerned with is William Zepeda's strong point. If y'all think that he's going to go in there against William Zepeda and be able to fight like he did Arthur, fight like he did De Los Santos, and come out with the win, I am telling you that's not going to happen.
So he fought 2 different ways between both of them. So he fought Artem. He was in the pocket with Artem more, and De Los Santos he was moving more. So when you say he's not going to fight like either style, which style in particular are you saying? He's not going to fight the way he fought against De Los Santos or Artem.
First of all, he wasn't in the pocket the whole time versus Arthur.
But he fought different styles.
Hold on, y'all. We got Tony reviews on the panel.
Yeah, he fought
to Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for letting me on. I don't even know what y'all are talking about right now. I heard Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah.
We're talking about the fight. Well, let's get your 2 cents. We're talking about the fight between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. How do you see that fight going if it goes down in February?
To quote the person I just mentioned, Floyd Mayweather, easy money. Easy money. Zepeda, he's gonna be a hell of a champ. He's a hell of a champ. But he ain't fucking with Shakur. You know, the fact of the matter is, Zepeda's too slow. He's flat-footed. He can't move. He's just going to get pity-pattered, and that's going to be the whole fight. Like, it's not going to be exciting. It's not going to be interesting. You're just going to have one dude who looks like he's walking in water, stuck in cement or quicksand, and then Shakur is just going to stay on the outside and jab him to death.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be the story of the fight. There's nothing Zepeda can do to close the gap. And there's nothing Shakur can do to hurt Zepeda. So it's just going to be a pillow fight in the middle of the ring, but Shakur's going to win easily.
That's exactly how I see it happening. I agree 100%. I feel like I think that's the best thing for Shakur.
So the review say that's how he see the fight going down. It's nothing Zepeda can do.
Closing the gap is going to be very difficult for somebody.
Y'all keep sleeping on William Zepeda and thinking that this shit gonna be a fucking cakewalk when Arthur wasn't a cakewalk. When these other last 2 fights that he had, he was not highly impressed with his own performance.
What up, Teach?
For everybody, put it like this: everybody that Shakur Stevenson has fought, William Zepeda, stop.
I don't know. Like I said, Artem is a different style, right? I think Artem, to me, just stylistically, let's just say they're all perfect. Stylistically, I think Artem is a more complicated fighter for Shakur than Zepeda. And it's not to say that Zepeda is better than Artem or whatever. Just styles make fights. Artem uses that Soviet Union style where he's sort of like Bivol and Madrimov, where he's in and out, doing a lot of pendulum steps, doing a lot of fakes and stuff. And if you remember in that fight, Shakur was very hesitant to even approach him in the first few rounds because it's very difficult to time that. Versus somebody who's always moving forward.
LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on, LaMarcus?
Somebody who's always moving forward, it's easier to time, because they're just coming forward. So for somebody like Shakur, who's really good at distance and timing, you just make sure that you create that distance so you can get your stuff off and make sure he can't close the gap to get his. You know,
y'all keep thinking that's just the way that you're going to just sit up there and win the fight. I keep telling y'all, Cool Boy Steph, everything y'all saying about Williams Zepeda was the same thing you could have said about Figueroa going into that fight with Cool Boy Steph. Cool Boy Steph got the higher IQ. He got the better footwork. He's faster. He's not a knockout artist. All of those things. Cool Boy Steph,
whole different
style. Whole different style.
It's a whole different style of what?
Of Shakur and Cool Boy are two polar different styles.
First of all, Brandon Figueroa and Williams Zepeda got damn near the same exact style.
But Cool Boy and Shakur don't.
Cool Boy is a slick defensive, especially then. We ain't talking about this Cool Boy that's trying to have knockout power.
Especially, yes, he's slick.
We're talking about school. You're talking about Cool Boy stuff that's from my city. A slick black fighter that uses footwork and boxing ability.
I've been watching Cool Boy since 2018. Dog, he's never been Shakur's level ever. He's
good. Brandon Figueroa is not Williams Zepeda level.
No, but you're comparing Shakur to.
I'm comparing both of the fighters. So when you compare one, you got to compare the other.
He doesn't have the skill set for that kind of comparison as well.
Cool Boy is way too different.
I am talking about the type of fighter that they are going into the fight.
I think he's referring to the styles.
The styles completely different. Yeah,
the styles aren't way different.
Like just because you're slick black fight doesn't mean they're the same.
It's not the same at all.
Yeah, they're two different styles.
So what style is Cool Boy Steph then?
Cool Boy is a fighter.
He's a what?
He's closer. You know what he's closer to?
I didn't ask you what he's closer to. I asked you what kind of style is he?
He's a slick fighter. Like he's
slick, okay. He's a what?
He's a slick fighter.
Oh, okay. What is Shakur Stevenson? What is Shakur Stevenson?
Shakur works more on distance.
What is Shakur Stevenson? What type of fighter would you classify Shakur as?
And positioning. Shakur's thing is about measuring.
No, boxing hacker, not a sentence. What kind of fighter would you classify Shakur Stevenson as? He's a slick fighter, right?
Yes, but it's different. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, Brandon Figueroa and Williams Zepeda are both come forward Mexican style fighters, but it's different. Yeah, and Williams Zepeda and Brandon Figueroa are different, but they got the same type of style.
So hold on real quick, not to interrupt y'all, but ain't Brandon Figueroa about to fight Cool Boy Stuff again?
Yep.
Okay, Big Supreme say Brandon Figueroa was just elevated to WBC 126 champion, so that fight gonna be for the WBC belt?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shouts out to Cool Boy, man. But yeah, it's just different styles. It's hard to. I think
it's not different styles. Stop saying it's different styles.
It is different styles.
No, say it. What you need to say is what you need to say is Shakur is a level above Cool Boy Steph.
No,
but then I will have to tell you,
they don't approach fights the same. They don't even approach the whole fight.
Yes,
the same.
they do approach the fight the same.
No, they don't.
Use their jab and their footwork to win the fight. What are you talking about?
They don't approach us as the same. They
use their jab, their footwork, and their defense to win a fight. Hey, 2 cents. Ain't that what Cool Boy Steph was doing to win fights?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't approach the fight the
Brandon
same
Figueroa. Okay, hey, 2 cents. How do Brandon Figueroa fight?
Come forward, keep punching.
And work the body, right?
Yep.
What do Williams Zepeda do?
Come forward, keep punching.
Okay. But Shakur's a level above a Cool Boy Steph. Deem agree.
What does Cool Boy Steph do?
We just said what he does, sir. This how I know you don't listen. This how I know you don't
different.
Listen.
I don't know.
How is it different? Tell me
we're not comparing and saying the same. We just saying like these fighters got the same styles. This is how it could possibly look.
Actually, you're right. Shakur is less active than Cool Boy Steph.
When Shakur steps in the ring, he measures his opponent from the onset. Shakur is like if you're really technical, he's really about positioning. That's his bread and butter.
And Williams Zepeda is about positioning as well.
No. He has to be in position. He has to be in position. He's not about position. That's two different things.
Shakur's whole game is predicated off of his ability to control the range.
Yes, 100%.
He's elite.
I know that. Can y'all tell me something I don't know? I know that.
All right. So how is Zepeda going to stop Shakur from absolutely controlling the range?
He's going to stop Shakur the same way all come forward fighters do fighters that they're not worried about their power.
Yo,
So
he's
no,
not
so
gonna use his
Shakur has
power.
never fought a
It's
come
always
forward
gonna be
fighter.
about can he reach
Shakur
him?
has never fought a come forward
Shakur
fighter.
has never fought a come forward fighter that's bigger than him. No, he hasn't.
This
Yo, it's always
and
gonna
this
be
fight
can
isn't
he
at
reach him?
We
130
got
though.
Windy City Assassin on the panel. What's going on, Windy City?
Thank you, Windy City.
Salute, 2 cents.
Shakur has
Salute to
never
the
fought
brother.
a fighter his size that's bigger than him with that style.
It's always gonna be can.
And,
So
and
here's
so
the
what is
question.
size going to do?
Maybe
What
he
size
can win,
going
but
to do?
it's got the
What does
question.
size going to do? So size don't matter in boxing now.
Yo, it's so what the question is gonna be. It's
This
not
is
gonna be
what,
about
what are
size.
we
Ask the
talking
question. What
about?
The
size
whole
going to do?
question
I'm just
of
asking the
that fight
question.
is gonna be if Zepeda can close the distance. That's gonna
No,
be the question.
no, that's not the
100%.
biggest question in the fight. The biggest question in the fight is if Shakur Hands is going to stand up and is Shakur going to be more active than he normally does.
No,
That's
That's all
literally
we
the
saying.
biggest question in the
We'll
fight.
see
That's
what.
all we saying.
So,
Dean,
so
we're gonna
do
talk
y'all
about that
think
after. You're gonna
Shakur
see
has
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
more active than he has been in his last two
No,
fights?
That's all
no,
I've
he
been
doesn't.
saying. 2 cents. Yes,
No,
Yeah, he
doesn't.
got to be more active.
Because
that's
With
it.
this, he has to be more
no,
active.
Because I think he's going to win the fight doing that.
So you think about the personal attribute for him, but you have to look at the technicality of it all, right? For Zepeda to actually do all the work he wants to do, or do all the punches he wants to throw, he has to be in position. Somebody
He's
like
good at
Shakur,
that. No, box. Stop saying that when that's what
yeah,
he's
Yeah,
good at.
that's
Box
no
that's
Hacker.
going to
excuse
be
for
the
everything.
question of the
but
fight.
listen,
Can he get in
you can't be
position?
like
If he can't,
oh,
he's
Cepeda's
gonna look
good at
crazy in
what
that
he's good
ring.
at, and then not give Shakur like
Shakur, what he's good at.
I
props
am
to
Shakur's a
giving
master
what he's
Shakur
good at. You can't
Stevenson
just be like,
credit
positioning.
for
oh,
what
Cepeda
he's good at. I
to
am
the
telling
ring. That
y'all
means
that if Shakur is in distance, he has to throw. He
be like,
can't
oh,
be in distance and
Cepeda
not
at the
throw.
ring. So
He
I mean,
can. He's
Cepeda's
been doing
ring.
it all his career.
So
And he has
Shakur
to discourage
is on
the Zepeda.
that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you.
Y'all
And he
gotta understand Shakur ain't that top rank no more. He ain't with Bob.
Man,
He ain't got all
he,
that no more.
he's a
He
multi-division
Bob doesn't
champion
fight.
with the
Bob doesn't
style that
fight.
you guys hate. The style everybody
And he's
hates
fighting.
made him
He's
an
fighting at
Olympian,
Nobody
made
hates
135
him
that
win the
pounds
style.
now.
international level,
Hold on, y'all.
made
We
him a
just let Wendy.
multi-division champion,
Hold on,
made him a
boxing
champion
hacker.
135.
Boxing hacker. Hold on, Windy City Assassin. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I mean, he's not fighting at 126 pounds. He's not fighting at 130 pounds anymore.
facts.
He's fighting at
Facts.
135 pounds, where the fighters are bigger, faster, and stronger, and also have and been dealing with bigger guys their
Right,
whole career. And
and he has a
and
title.
time. What does that mean?
Yeah, he's fighting a big weight class. What's for title already?
Boxing.
But
Let him
But what
talk.
does that
Boxing
mean?
hacker. Let him talk. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
That doesn't that's okay. But what caliber of fighters he was fighting? Who he winning against? Edwin, who there was someone who didn't throw back. They threw the least amount of punches in boxing history.
But you know why,
That's not
right?
the type.
Because he's
That's not
out
the
of
type.
position. You see
That's
how
not
out of
no.
position makes you look crazy.
Man,
Yeah,
let me
right.
finish, brother. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Shakur was
Right.
jumping out of the way.
You
Shakur
can't
was
even
jumping
name
3 feet.
Cepeda's fighters though. You can't even name Cepeda's opponents. You're over here talking about who did
Hold on.
Shakur fight?
Let him finish. Va. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't care who Shakur was fighting. I just know he's been at that weight class for a long time, and then he's ranked as well. So you got to give credence to the also to the fighter that's ranked and fought his way up there too. They're not fighting any scrubs. You got to be you rank number one, number two, number three. You're not fighting any scrubs. You
Yeah.
earned your keep. But
Yeah.
I don't think that Zepeda's gonna beat Shakur. But I'm just saying it's not gonna be easy for Shakur for that win. And
So you think it's
he's
gonna be
gonna
a
have
tough
to do
fight, but he gonna pull it off? You think it's gonna be a tough
Yeah.
fight, but he gonna pull it off?
yeah. Yeah, he gonna have to do more. He's gonna have to he's gonna have to do more than pop shot. He's gonna have to do more than just slide around the ring. He's gonna have to stand and fight in spurts. And he's gonna have to box as well. He's gonna have to do everything. He's just not gonna be able to pop shot him and think he's gonna win because Zepeda's gonna make him fight. He's gonna close off that ring. He may not have the fastest feet, but timing beats speed. And I heard boxing hackers say when you come forward, it's quick. It's better to time someone. No, it's not. No, it's
No.
not. It's dependent on it. You said when a fighter comes forward, it's easier to time that person. No, it's not. It depending on the fighter and how good their air movement is. I
Right.
could
So
be coming forward as a fighter. I'm telling you, as a fighter, I can come forward and a person could throw a jab and I'll slip that jab and throw a counter shot.
sure. And that's you, right? We're talking about Shakur Stevenson, somebody who went through the system as a multi-division champion with that
Exactly.
style. So it's different. So
We at
you're talking about
135
yourself, and
pounds
you're
now. I
talking
just
about
told you that,
Zepeda,
bro.
who just moving forward. Shakur,
So
if
what
you're
you
gonna
trying
give
to say?
Zepeda that
135
attribute,
pounds have a
give
higher
Shakur
skill
that attribute
fighters?
too. Shakur is
No,
really
I'm saying
good
they're
at the
bigger
big
fighters.
No, it's literally they do. 135 got way more better fighters than 130. Actually, they do.
Yeah, I
And
believe.
then how many of them has Zepeda fought?
But I believe if
Zepeda actually has fought. Listen, he fought Maxi Hughes. He fought JoJo Diaz. He fought Roberto Ramirez. He fought Cabrera, who people think that actually fucking beat Pitbull Cruz. So to sit up here and act like he's just fighting and he about to fight Tevin Farmer, who's a contender right now as well.
Yeah,
who's actually fighting to
see.
actually get a title shot.
And that's going to be a test right there. Tevin Farmer.
That's gonna be
And
good
that's
for
my
him.
point.
And how he's going to do
If
against
he
Tevin
go up
Farmer.
against Tevin Farmer, against another slick black fighter that's from my city, I might add, that's a slick black fighter, then he knocks him out, then what y'all going to say?
It's still the same thing. Tevin Farmer is not Shakur.
I'm going to say in the top 10, you got Keyshawn
Tevin Farmer is even closer to Cool Boy
You
Steph.
got guys like Abdullah Mason. You got all these guys at 135, and he's fighting Tevin Farmer. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Who you talking about? Zepeda?
Yeah, I'm talking about Zepeda.
I mean, Tevin Farmer. What you mean?
Who was he there to fight? Who else was there to fight?
He's preparing for. He's preparing
Frank Martin.
Frank Martin moved up to 140, sir.
No. Frank Martin showed up to his fight.
You just said he could fight Tevin Farmer now. Frank Martin is not at that weight division no more.
I'm saying he ducked Frank Martin.
It don't matter what he did. You talking about why he fighting Tevin Farmer? Frank Martin is the first name you mentioned was Frank Martin. Frank Martin is not available. Frank Martin is at the next division.
I said he
ducked
Frank Martin.
Who ducked Frank Martin?
Frank Martin showed up to his fight, dapped him up. Zepeda dapped him up because he thought he was going to be on some cool shit.
Because he ducked somebody, that means he's going to lose the fight?
I don't do that.
When this happened?
Yeah, he doesn't fight nobody. That's what I'm saying. That's all.
And Shakur's about to fight Cordina though.
Yeah, like.
So Dean, what do you think? You think Shakur is going? You believe Shakur is going to win? I'm guessing. But you think
I believe Shakur going to win, but not by doing none of this shit that y'all advising him.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
Okay. You feel like he's going to fight different? Okay. What do you think Shakur is going to do?
You know what, Boxing?
Shakur has to do what he did against Jamel Herring. I told y'all that already.
I didn't see you saying a lot when Shakur's about to bring somebody up.
What are you talking about? About Cordina?
Yeah, I didn't hear you
No,
say
he justified it.
Yeah.
He justified it.
Yeah. It's not anybody even justified. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I can't say
you did justify it.
You did justify it, though.
No, so when it comes to the Cordina fight, I did say that I do think the Cordina versus Shakur fight might be a better fight than the Tank versus Roach. And the reason I said that was because odds.
I'm about to get you off my pad.
Yeah, no, let me
Right. Come on now.
The man just came off a knockout.
A knockout loss.
Cordina and Lamont Roach in the same division.
I'm only saying that because of the odds. The odds between Shakur and Cordina are closer. Will probably be closer.
We ain't talking about the odds. We ain't talking about the odds.
You just making up stuff.
The odds going to be higher because it's
We ain't talking about the odds.
Making up stuff. You talking about the odds?
I said that before.
Yeah.
As far as like
justification.
So if you guys remember, I always wanted Shakur versus Tank. That's the fight I always wanted to see because I wanted the whole talk to find out.
Forget that one. Hold on. Explain to me how Zepeda ducked Frank Martin because Frank Martin.
That's what I'm trying to hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Frank Martin ain't trash.
Who said Frank Martin was trash?
Frank Martin ain't trash.
Frank Martin is trash. That dude.
No, he wasn't trash.
Frank Martin is trash.
Bro,
Stop the cap. Oh my God.
That was another BS Tank fight that should have never happened. Like, get out of here.
I can't agree with that. I think Frank Martin.
Frank Martin was ranked number 2.
He was ranked number 2. What you talking about?
He was ranked number 2 in the division.
And now a lot of people didn't believe that he's not gonna make that fight. I think that was a good fight.
Division in the sanctioning body.
No, he was ranked number 4 in all of the 4 sanctioning bodies. He was ranked in the top 4 in all the 4 sanctioning bodies.
No, Frank Martin is a good fighter. I'm not gonna say
No, I'm not talking to you, Boxing Hacker. I'm talking to the guy that just said something that's not true. He was ranked number 4 in all the 4 sanctioning bodies.
He got 1 win on his resume against a guy with only 12 fights, and that was Artem. That's literally all he's
Joe Cordina got on his resume.
Michelle.
And he beat Riviera.
Who the fuck do Joe Cordina got on his resume?
Are we serious about Michelle Rivera? Like,
Michelle Rivera was a top fighter at the division before the PED shit.
I'm not even trying to listen to this.
So if
hold on, one mic. Hold on, one mic.
If you look at the people that Frank Martin's fought and
So who better at 135 than Frank Martin?
Hold on, Dean, let him finish.
Besides Loma and Shakur. Who better than Frank Martin?
Let him finish. Go ahead.
If you look at the people that Zepeda has fought and compare them who Frank Martin's fought, it's not even comparable.
Y'all just said that Arthur is better than all of them.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's what they were saying before you got on here. You see the contradiction in arguments?
You ain't never going to hear me ever say a guy with only 12 professional fights is better than people with 30 fights.
But Arthur also had like 300 amateur fights.
You know what?
He was on that trajectory.
You know what?
I
blame the new era of social media boxing fans and boxing platforms for this guy. This guy, like, you can't look at a fighter and watch a fight and determine if whether or not he's good. Then you're like, what are you doing here? Like, you're not a boxing fan.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I break it down like this. This is why the eye test be so funny to me, right?
Yeah.
Look at what just happened to Ben Whitaker. That dude had a fake injury going on. This dude over here.
No one.
Fuck that got to do.
No serious boxing fan agreed.
Can I finish without you talking over me? Thank you. You had people in the UK hyping up this trash ass fighter that I've been calling trash for.
We in America.
We in America, yeah.
Hold on, let him finish, y'all. Let him finish. Let him finish.
It's an example about the eye test. The eye test was brought up. You had Ben Whitaker who was dancing on fucking bums. Who cares? You can look good. All of us will look like NBA players playing middle schoolers in basketball. It doesn't matter. What you look like against bums, that is no eye test. What the eye test is whenever you fight somebody with a pulse that's good. And I'm telling you, I've seen Frank Martin. He's not that good.
So who is good at the 135 division when he was ranked top 4? Who is good? You still ain't answer my question.
And Ben's not a bad fighter, guys.
No, Boxing Hacker, let him answer. Who is good at 135 then? Oh, we get quiet.
Muted his mic.
See, social media boxing fans, they're only here to disrespect fighters. They're only here to hate on motherfuckers. That's all. That's like a AI.
Yeah, like VA. No, VA. I hear. I want him to answer VA. Who is good at 1135?
All he can do is talk shit. He can't break down the skill set of a fighter. You don't even know what you're looking at.
The question,
all you're here to do is talk shit about people.
Go ahead, answer the question.
There is no talking shit about people. The fact of the matter is, it's hard to answer when you keep asking me to answer, but you don't stop for me to answer, and you keep saying answer. So I'm waiting for you to stop. Then when I pause to wait for you to stop actually asking me 100 times to answer the question.
That wasn't me, sir.
All right, hold on. You got to turn the reviews. Give your 2 cents. Go ahead.
If we're looking at 135 people that I think are better, and especially if you want to bring up amateur career, what people are.
We're not bringing up amateur career. Who is better at 135?
There we go. Like, as I'm talking, you have no impulse control.
But no, bro, you just lied and said we was talking about amateur career. We didn't. Stick to the topic. Who is the fighter at 135 that's better?
Bullshit, real fast. I'm calling bullshit, and there's a replay to hear it. When I brought up all of them not being good, it was brought up, oh, he's got 300 amateur fights. So, yes.
I didn't say that. Or nobody up here said that.
You can keep talking because you try to run from what I'm trying to say. So if you want to use an amateur pedigree, I will tell you right now, Andy Cruz is the best one with a low amount of fights with an amateur pedigree of 135. I would have Andy Cruz up there. I would say he's much better than Frank Martin. In fact, I see Andy Cruz probably stopping him just like Tank did because you showed that he has no gas tank. The dude was tired by the 5th round. So that's an elite boxer. That's an eye test passing boxer that can't even go 5 rounds without running out of gas.
Andy Cruz has 4 fights.
Furthermore, we're going to go past that. You just had Denise Barancek, who beat, what's his name, that moved up from 130, Mexican dude. I'm drawing Navarrete, yep. Navarrete, who a lot of people wanted to see Shakur fight, who was always 1 weight class below him. Navarrete was coming up there to win a belt 2 fight Shakur, because that's the fight they were talking about. So I would have Barancek above Frank Martin. Why? Because unlike Frank, he's actually won a title.
But Tank couldn't fight Barancek.
Huh?
Tank can't fight Barancek because Bob Arum already said what he planned to do.
So he's good. He's good because he won a title.
Okay, what I said was
he has no qualities that make him good. He's good only because he won a title.
Yeah, he has no qualities that make him good, although he stopped Navarrete's streak.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Like, what about Baranchak makes him good? What about
Multi-divisional
Baranchak
champion who has, I would have to look how many
Thank you,
knockouts
Chief.
in his
Andy
fight.
Cruz is not
He
even
beat
an
that
option.
guy. He beat that guy.
Yeah.
So furthermore, if we want to move past that, because we're going to 135, right? You still have Shakur Stevenson.
But hold on. Are you naming these people? Because there is no way that Tank was about to fight Andy Cruz. So
No. 2 6.
No, the question was who's better than
Wait. It wasn't about who Tank was about to fight.
Yes, it was. That's why you brought up Frank Martin.
The question was who's better than Frank Martin. Go ahead.
You said Frank Martin is another trash fight that Tank was fighting. That's what you said.
No, you made the comment, who's better than Frank Martin? I'm naming.
No, bro, that we got on Frank Martin because you said it was another trash fight that Tank was fighting. Don't lie.
He's right. No, he's right.
Hold on, y'all. Tony, okay, we got Tony reviews, then we got Deem, and then Boxing Hacker. You can go.
You literally asked me out of your mouth. Your exact statements, your exact words was, "Who's better than Frank Martin?"
Why did I ask you that? Why did I ask you that?
You don't like it. That's literally
Why
what
did
you
I
said.
ask you that, brother?
Because I said he was trash.
Why did you say he was trash? Because you said it was another fight, a trash fight that Tank was fighting. That's what you said. So now I'm asking you, who else could he have fought?
Just like
no. I just wanted to hear who he thought was good in the division.
He said Andy Cruz and Baranchak.
I was still going, but you
go
ahead. Who else you got? Andy Cruz, Baranchak. Who else you got? Come on.
You have Shakur Stevenson, who's there.
No shit.
Who we were talking about earlier with a hand injury.
I said besides Shakur and Loma when I first asked you the question.
We can even go to that already. Zapeda's head and toes above him. He's way better than him.
You mean Zapeta, who's in a contract, who already got a fight, and supposed to fight Shakur?
I'm sorry.
That dude can't change the parameters of the question because you don't like it that these people are better.
What the fuck he's talking about?
You can't change it,
bro, because you was talking about it in a way about who Tank should be fighting.
Hold on, VA Money Group. What you say?
This guy that's listing names, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at all. You know what I'm saying? Baranchak,
I agree.
Did you even know who Baranchak was before he got the fight with Navarrete?
You know what's so funny about that? You know what's so funny about that? Go ahead, get it out because I'm about to kill you right now.
Who else did
I know who he was? You know what's so fucking funny about this? Yes, I knew who Denise Baranchak was because I can tell you right now. You can go off to his panel 2 years ago. Baranchak was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson 2 years ago. It was brought up that fight would get made. And I was over on BFTV's channel, and I told him, you better not sleep on Baranchak because the dude can fucking fight. Furthermore, he also bare knuckle fought over in Russia and beat the dude who beat Paolo Malignaggi in a bare knuckle match. So don't fucking come to me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Or who maybe you need to learn who they are.
Oh my God.
You don't even know why they not fighting Tank.
What?
You talking about what people need to know. You was comparing it about talking about Tank having trash fights. And he could be fighting these other guys that's better. But you don't even know why Tank is not fighting everybody that you named.
First off and foremost, you're changing the parameters of the question. You asked me who was better. Now you want to say who could be a four. Now you want to play the
I asked you who was better because of what you said prior to that, sir.
You know what I find funny about that?
Hold on. I won't have to mute nobody.
The question was who was better. So I think
the question is who was better and who did you list? You said
he answered the question. He answered the question.
Okay.
He answered the question.
That's
so furthermore, now you want to change it to why Tank couldn't fight.
No, that's what you said in the beginning, sir.
Now you're changing the question.
That's how we even got to this question. Why is y'all letting them get away with this?
That's what he said.
This is what I find funny about Tank. Tank is the only alleged champion that can't get no fights. All the other guys can come through. Devin Haney can come through and become undisputed. He could get all the belts.
He got him in one fight though, Tony.
Let me finish, please. George Kambosos could come through, become undisputed.
Hey man, get him off the mic.
You see what I'm talking about?
Let him finish. Go ahead, Tony.
So you have Teofimo Lopez who could come up behind him, collect all the fucking belts.
Teofimo Lopez can't even fight right now.
Dean, let him finish. Go ahead.
Every weight class Tank is in, the other fighters do more than him because he ain't fought nobody in a 50-50 fight since he fought Pedraza. That's the last time he had a 50-50 fight. Get the fuck out of here.
Ain't none of them niggas a 50-50 fight with Tank.
Tank.
Hey man, get this man off the
Okay,
mic,
now
man. He don't
can
know
I
what he's talking
respond?
about.
No,
Can I respond? Because I knew he was going to do that. Thank
He has
you.
social media. He has social media.
Now, thank you. Now, thank you, y'all, because I knew he was going to do that. That was the original thing he was trying to do. But Rencheck, Bob Arum already told you what he's about to do with those belts. Actually, like a week or two ago, Bob Arum publicly told y'all what the plan was when it comes to Barenchek. That's first of all. Oh, yeah, and behind the scenes, Gervonta Davis tried to make that fight too. But that's another thing. Teofimo Lopez is in litigations right now, literally can't fight at all. Lomachenko, he tried to fight Loma. Loma backed out, said he wanted to be with his family, then was ringside with Shakur Stevenson talking about he'll fight for free. Shakur Stevenson went with Matchroom and then had a broken hand.
That was the funniest shit I ever heard. You talk about not knowing about
Oh, that's
boxing.
what happened.
That's
That's what
literally
happened.
everything I just named happened.
Hold on, Tony Review. What part of that do you disagree with?
Well, I find it hilarious. How are you going to bring up Teofimo Lopez's name whenever he's not even at 135 where Tank is at? Tank cried about never going back to 140 after he fought there one time. He said, I'll never go back to 140. He even proved that furthermore with fucking Ryan Garcia where he made him come down to 136 that he would not return to.
He didn't make Ryan Garcia come down to anything.
But you want to use litigations that just happened with Teofimo Lopez. Why didn't
that didn't just happen, sir?
Oh my goodness! You just said over the last week he's been in litigation.
No, that's not what I said. I said over the last week he was talking about Barenchek. You earth man.
Dean, let's go back further.
That's not what I said. No, get what I said right. That's not what I said.
3 years ago. 3 years ago.
I made the same. I actually made the same point. I agree.
The thing that I find so funny about Tank is you have to come up with all these fucking excuses of why he can.
No, that's an excuse that Teofimo Lopez can't fight. Lomachenko backed out of negotiations.
Let me say this.
Shakur Stevenson hurt his hand.
Right.
Let me say this. Listen,
so all of that didn't happen. Hold on, 2 cents. All of that didn't happen.
Hold on, Dean. Let me say this. So listen, this is the thing. A lot of people keep running down these fighters' name about who Tank was ducking years ago and this and that. When y'all not taking into consideration that these fighters were at top rank. They were at top rank. Bob is on video saying how he not making these fights.
For Tank specifically.
Hold on.
And Loma and Tio was in unification bouts.
But here's the problem, and this is what Tony's saying. At the end of the day, like we see people become champions.
It don't matter what Tony's saying when we got what Bob Arum is saying.
Who
makes the fight?
Devin became undisputed, and there were multiple champions.
Devin was signed with top rank when he did that with another top rank fighter.
But so, like, if there's a will, there's a way. I mean,
no, it's not. If Bob Arum says he's not going to
do
it,
hold on. Dean, you was, not Dean. Boxing Hacker, you was on here when I played that video of Bob saying,
he said
not
that
making fight for Tank, and why would I make fights for Tank? And I'm want to keep the belts, and them saving the belts for my guys. And the fights are hard to make because they were Showtime.
How Tank could have fought that?
These reasons.
Because at one point he was in position to become his mandatory.
Just no, like he was never. That's a lie. He was never in.
That's a lie.
He was never in.
That's a lie. Y'all been spreading.
He could have fought Devin.
That's another fucking lie.
He was in position. I didn't say he was mandatory because you guys like to use semantics.
No, he wasn't in position to be the mandatory.
He was 100%.
No, he was not because he already had the belt, dummy.
He was.
No, he was not because he already had the belt, dummy.
So
no, he wasn't.
In position as in like you have.
Boxing Hacker, do you know how you become the mandatory?
Yes.
You don't become the mandatory when you already have the belt underneath the super championship. The mandatory is the number 1 ranked guy, my guy.
Listen.
What are you talking? No, it's not listen. You need to listen. You don't know what you're talking about.
He wasn't in position to become Devin mandatory.
Just on some straight up matchmaking stuff. He could have fought Devin.
He could have fought Devin. I don't know why he didn't.
When could he have fought Devin? Because I'm about to break it down because I know y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. So when he could afford Devin? Tell me the year he could afford Devin, and I'll tell you what Devin was doing.
I'm not talking about politics. We're not talking about boxing rankings.
Politics matter because the promoters
it matters.
we're not talking about politics.
Devin was never with top rank. Devin was never with top rank.
Devin was with top rank. That's another lie.
I'm talking about in the era that we would have won.
He signed a 3-fight deal with
top rank. That's another lie.
When he got the belts, he was with top rank.
I'm talking about when the window that you guys that I'm talking about, he wasn't with top rank.
What window was that? Can you tell me when that was?
Anytime before that.
He didn't.
It wasn't any time. Devin wasn't a champion.
He said you don't take mandatories at that time.
He had a secondary belt at the time.
Devin had a 3-fight deal with Top Rank around the time y'all was talking about him fighting Gervonta. What are you talking about?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about even before that.
Before
Okay, if you're
that,
talking about when Loma dropped the belt for the franchise,
I think it was in
is that when you're
2019.
talking about?
He
That's when
don't know
Tio
what he
was still
So,
at
talking
the
about.
division, and
so,
Tio had the belts. Him and
so
Loma.
when was it? So when was it?
Oh, I'm gonna look it up. You want me to look
Like
it
I
up,
said,
Gary?
anytime before
No,
that, you
look,
guys
y'all don't
talk
know what
about
y'all talking
it.
about.
You
Why
guys
would
talk about the
Javante
belt.
Davis fight
Kevin
him
Haney,
before that when
You know,
Devin
that's
wasn't
really
even a name
exaggerating.
before that? Devin Haney wasn't a name before that.
No, the belt.
yes, he
You guys
was.
are talking
Yes, he
about belts
was.
like
No.
the
Kevin Haney was a
Ultimate
name
So
every
when was
other
Devin
day.
Haney a name? Tell me the fight. Tell me a fight when Devin Haney was a name.
Devin Haney
This
Devin
is
was a
the
Haney
name.
was a
social media
name. What do
stuff.
you mean?
Devin
Y'all
Haney
don't
was
even
a
know
name.
who he fought. I can tell you all of Devin Haney past fights. Who was it? Who was the guy that y'all said when he was free and could have fought Javante Davis before he
You
was
know what
with?
it was? I know
Okay.
It
exactly.
was
It was
JoJo
when
Diaz. They said that.
I'm trying to answer the question. So Devin Haney was a free agent. It was the George Kambosos fight that he had to get to do the 3-fight deal. That's when he signed the Top Rank for those 3 fights. So the last fight that he had before he fought,
He was
George
signed to Eddie
Kambosos
Hearn
was
prior
against
to that.
JoJo Diaz.
He was signed to Eddie Hearns before.
He was signed to Eddie Hearn prior to
Yes,
that.
he was with the Zone.
He was never a free agent. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
He
He
was
wasn't
a
a
free
free
agent.
agent until recent.
You're wrong. You're wrong. All his fights were with Eddie Hearn, but he never signed to Eddie Hearn like he did the Top Rank.
He did sign to
That
Eddie
was
Hearn. He had a
cap.
3-fight deal with them too. That is a lie.
Oh
You
my
don't
Eddie
know what
Hearn
you're
said it.
talking about, bro.
Eddie Hearn said it himself.
Eddie Hearn
But
said it himself, my
But on the
dude.
review, why you think he wasn't signed to Eddie Hearn?
It's always been Haney Promotions.
Eddie Hearn said he was signed to him.
So why did he have to pay Eddie Hearn $300,000 to go fight Ryan? I mean, yeah.
So what?
Why did he have to pay? First of all, did you watch the interview with Eddie Hearn and Andre Ward?
When Devin fought Ryan Garcia, he was signed. That was later. That was recent.
No, but I'm asking, did you watch the interview with Andre Ward?
Oh, this
and
that
Eddie
guy that
Hearn,
doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
where Eddie
Yeah, that's
talks
him.
about how him and Devin was in contract, but he let him go to fight for the undisputed.
Exactly.
No. When he left to go to Top Rank for the 3-fight deal,
He left Matchroom to go to Top Rank.
oh my.
Yo,
When
they
he-
let him go, bro.
Oh my gosh. Eddie Hearn is literally the fucking owner
He
of
left
Matchroom.
Matchroom to go to Top Rank. What are you talking about?
Oh my fuck. He fought with them fight by fight.
No, he did.
No,
Nah,
he
that's
did
not-
not.
that's
That
not-
is a
that's not a fact,
lie, man. No, he
That's
didn't.
the lie Bill was telling everybody. That's the lie Bill was
That's
telling
a
everybody.
misconception.
say
That's
it's
not
the
how
lie
it was
because
happening.
Devin Haney just said it
This is
on
why I
the
wish
court.
BFTV could come over here. This is why I wish BFTV could come over here. A motherfucker who's over there with the
We don't give a. He be lying too. He the
He
guy that
lies
told us.
too.
He the guy that told us he ain't talked to
Okay,
Steven
dude.
Espinoza, and then Bill Haney come out and say he did talk to Steven Espinoza about a Javante Davis fight. You want to know who he was arguing with when they told that lie? It was me, sir. He literally called Bill Haney on the phone. Hey, Bill, did y'all ever talk to Steven Espinoza about a Javante Davis fight? Did Steven Espinoza ever talk to y'all? Bill was on the phone. He said no. Then months later, he admits that he talked to Steven Espinoza and they decided to go a different direction.
That's facts.
Yeah, so he was just like he was signed to Eddie for 2-3 fights, just like he went and signed to Top Rank for 3 fights, and then he went back over to Eddie and signed for 2 more fights. That's how he's doing it. He's not
Eddie Hearn
just
said he always signed with somebody for a 2 to 3 fight. He's not going to sign nobody if they don't.
For a fight to
he's not
fight.
gonna-
yeah, that's what
right.
I'm
He
saying.
doesn't do that.
No,
He said he doesn't do that.
This is what y'all gotta understand. No promoter, unless you just make so much revenue, is going to deal with you on a fight by fight basis.
Canelo and Gervonta
Eddie
don't
Hearn,
do
Eddie
that.
Hearn would do it. Eddie Hearn would do that.
He
Eddie Hearn would
hasn't
do
done
it
it.
all
He
the time.
hasn't done
He
it.
hasn't
But
done it.
why would he do that if I'm losing money?
No.
on you?
So listen. I used to stay in the UK. So Dylan White used to deal with Eddie Hearn on a fight by fight basis. Just so you know. And I think there's a couple of fighters that like that. I mean, he does that.
Dylan
Eddie
White
Hearn
is
does
also a heavyweight. That's a whole different.
No, and we talking about notable names. He's not going to do that with a notable name.
Dylan
Who the
White was a
fuck is
notable name.
Dillian White? We don't care about Dillian
Nah,
fucking White.
Dylan White's a big
Dylan
name.
White
White.
was a notable name. Dylan White was a notable name. Trust me, Dylan White
He's
was a
still a
notable
big
name.
name. He just sold out. He just sold out with Joe
Yo,
Joyce.
see, that's unfair to
Yo,
talk about Dillian White in the
Yo, we talking
UK.
about
We are
heavyweight.
talking about
We
actual
talking
American
yo,
fighters that are out
Listen,
here that people actually care about.
Now,
Dylan White
what we're
moves the
talking about,
needle
we're
for
talking
the
about Eddie
UK.
Hearn dealing with fighters on a fight-by-fight
But he
basis.
hasn't done that with none of the American fighters he has signed.
Dean. Dean, when it
Okay,
comes to
you're right.
when it comes to Tank, right, and the mandatory. Remember when Devin became undisputed and Tank had the WBA regular?
Man,
That
whatever,
don't make you
dog.
mandatory. Don't bring that up because that don't when you got
He
that's
was in
not
the
the
mandatory
mandatory
position.
boxing hacker.
He was in the
That,
mandatory
that,
That's
position.
not the
That's
mandatory
true.
boxing
that
hacker.
does not
No,
make you
I agree. He was
mandatory.
the mandatory. He was in
Gervonta
position
Davis
to
got to
become the
fight the
mandatory.
mandatories boxing hacker. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You
Yo,
said
Dean,
what?
chill,
The
bro.
WBA
Devin
Super
Haney
doesn't
don't
have
have a
mandatory.
mandatory when he got the super belt. It's Gervonta
Don't
that got
have
the
mandatory.
mandatories. Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
No,
Dean,
What
it's
up,
not.
Big
Oh
chill,
my
bro.
Supreme?
God,
Hold
it's
on,
the
y'all.
truth.
We're not talking about belt
Hold on,
fight.
Hold on, I
hold
was
on. Let
talking
me
to
hold
boxing
on,
hacker.
Dean. Hold up. Let me get VA Money Group, then let me get Big Supreme. Then we're gonna
Yeah,
get it back to
then I'm
Dean.
going to read a quote from 2015, Devin
All
Haney.
right, then we're gonna go to Tony
I
reviews.
just want to say that a lot of the new breed of boxing fan, they're only here for the social media aspect of it. Like they want to be around some people and talk to people and stuff like that. Most of these guys are probably truck drivers and they're not around nobody all day and stuff like that. And so how they know how to talk boxing is just from reading those social media posts where people are just talking shit about fighters. They don't know how to look at a fighter and say, "Ooh, this guy has a good jab. Ooh, he has a good jab and footwork and head movement. He's going to be a great fighter unless he fights this type of fighter." And you know what I'm saying? They don't know how to break fights down. They don't know how to look at a fighter and say, "This is going to be a good fighter," or "This guy has potential." They have no idea. Right. You know, we asked this guy to name his the top fighters or some good fighters at 135. And he's like, "Okay, this guy won a title." No, what are you talking about? This guy won a title fighting a guy that doesn't fight at the division. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. This is a social media thing. A lot of these guys don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. All they're here for politics and business. There's niggas pushing carts at Walmart trying to discuss boxing contracts. That shit's bullshit, bro.
Talking about
Damn, what
Gervonta
you
had
talking about,
Devin Haney as a
V?
mandatory.
I'm lost.
All right, Big
Yes, he was
Supreme,
he
what
was
you got?
mandatory twice, actually.
No, he
Hold
wasn't.
on,
Gervonta Davis is the
It's
only
on
one with
Big
a
Supreme.
WBA
what's his
belt
name?
that
It's on
fights
Big.
a
Elevated.
Hey,
mandatory.
Boxing
You
Hacker
don't
Dean.
even
It's
know
on
what you're
Big
talking
Supreme.
about.
Go ahead,
Yes,
Big
Yo,
Supreme.
yes. He
yo,
was a
we
mandatory
closing the
position.
show out. You just want to hear our 2 cents.
Yeah, I'm just hearing your 2 cents. I'm just
All
passing
right,
the mic
so
around.
I actually agree with VA Money Group, but I agree with what Tony's saying and what VA saying and what Demon's saying. But my thing is with Tank, like VA, you seem like you've been watching boxing for a while. So what do you think about Adonis Stevenson and Kovalev never happening? I want to know.
Oh man, I was watching a video on that. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it now. I don't know what happened, man. Politics.
All right, so
Same
this is my
thing with
thing, right?
I know
Kid
what happened.
Chocolate and Triple G.
Exactly. All right, so who said I know what happened? Was that
I
Wendy?
do. I do. Tony's reviews.
All right, so what you think happened, bro?
It's not what I think, it's what I know from
Yo, just
Mauricio
answer the
Sulaimán's
question,
knowledge.
man. I ain't trying to.
Yeah, I got to
I'm not
answer it.
attacking you, bro.
There's a interview with Mauricio. He goes into a detail about why he no longer ranks fighters who are not ranked in the WBC in the WBC. It's because he tried to make the fight happen with him, Adonis Stevenson Kovalev. He made Kovalev rank number 1 in the WBC, who had never fought in the WBC rankings before, to make the fight happen. Then Kovalev, who was supposed to go into negotiations with Adonis Stevenson, pulled the fuck out. So Mauricio said he will never, because of Kovalev doing that, getting a free rank to number 1 in the WBC to make the undisputed fight happen, he'll never rank anybody within the WBC that's never fought there again. So Kovalev never wanted to fight. It was all show. He didn't want to fight him. That's how I
The
see
reason
it.
why I asked that specific question is because I feel like a lot of that's happening with Tank. And the reason why I said is because, for example, the last time he was on the panel, we brought up the Shakur Stevenson thing, right? Lomachenko and Tank, they were supposed to fight. Lomachenko, for whatever reason, got cold feet, doesn't want to fight, he wants to retire, he wants to be with his kids. You would think that he was going to war. Like, you would think, like, we would send him on the front lines of
Hey, Big
Ukraine or
Supreme,
something,
and he
right?
never went back home. He was in the U.S. that whole time.
Dean, I got it, Dean. I got it. So now, Kenny Ellis, they had the live with Fanon, and they said,
Yep.
look, If Lomachenko pulls out, I guess they kind of probably sensed that he was getting cold feet. If Lomachenko pulls out, would you be willing to step in? He said yes, right? Lomachenko pulls out, and then Shakur Stevenson, all of a sudden, he signed Eddie Hearns. There's all these games, this run around. So this is my thing with Tank, right? Now, anytime somebody is lined up to fight Tank, it's always an excuse, bro. Same thing with Haney with the contract with Hearns and the contract with Top Rank. Same thing with Shakur Stevenson. Same thing with T.O. calling out Tank, but he's going through litigation. He can't fight. So my thing is we never acknowledge these dudes as clout chasing Tank, saying they want to fight, but they don't never make the fight. Your man Shakur Stevenson had the opportunity, and he turned it down. And I want to address my man Dragon Assassins in the comments. He was saying that Zepeda actually pulled out of the Shakur fight. That's not what happened. Zepeda said, "Look, I'm having a baby this month.
Nope.
I'm just going by what I seen, right?" He said, "I'm having a baby this month. Can we push the fight back to November?" Right? Shakur said, "No, we can't do it." And then he chose to fight your man Cordina.
Cordina.
So my thing is, to me, that's suspect, bro. Like you're gonna turn on this fight, but then take Cordina? That makes
Pull
no
up
sense to
somebody.
me, bro.
No, I think he pushed it back, and they're still gonna fight next year. It was 2 fights, right?
I get it, but what I'm saying is the way Shakur moves, bro. That's all I'm saying. Because he did
But
the same.
Shakur came out making
But
you
Shakur
think
never pulled.
Zepeda
We don't
ducked
know if
him when
Shakur
that's
turned
not the
down Tank.
truth.
That's something that's
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
Shakur
but that's
said
not what happened,
Zepeda
bro.
said he having a baby. He having a baby when he didn't.
Yeah,
He having a baby, but he just asked to push the fight back a month.
That's
yeah.
it.
And
Same
so
thing with Tank. He
Lomachenko
said,
sort of did
look,
the same thing with Tank, right?
he did
He
the
said
same thing with
he don't
Tank.
want to fight this year, so they pushed the fight back. Where we still say that.
All I'm saying is we never hold these dudes accountable for what they be doing, bro. It's always Tank this, Tank that. And that's why I brought up the Kovalev Adonis Stevenson thing, because in my opinion, I feel like they playing the same kind of games with Tank, bro. That's just what I think.
But
But
why?
yeah,
What benefit is
Here's my
it
question
to them
though.
to do that though? What's the benefit of them doing
I
that?
guess they caucasian. I don't know. I
They don't
honestly,
want to get knocked the fuck out. That's
that
what. That's
too.
the
That's
benefit.
what it is.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it
So
is.
like when you get knocked out viciously, that kills some of your equity. Like so, fighters like if you're a monster or you're seen as a monster like Zepeda, people are gonna pay to see you fight because they think, oh, he can't be stopped. But once you get knocked out, that energy goes.
But if you get knocked out by somebody that knock everybody out, is you get what I'm saying? It's like
See,
if Deontay Wilder knock you
Usyk,
out,
they
that ain't
don't
no
want to be
knock
that
on you. He knock
thumbnail.
everybody out.
you see,
So
this
Usyk, they
this
do
this
not
what I
want to
was.
be that Frank versus Tank thumbnail. They do
All right,
not
see,
want to be that.
this is what I was saying, right? This is what I was saying, right? Because you look at
This is ridiculous.
my boy in the comments, he's saying that why is Tank trying to fight a 36-year-old Lomachenko? This goes back to what me and VA Money Group was saying earlier, right? You look at Bam Estrada, he's on the pound for pound list. He just fought. You look at Bam, he just fought Estrada. Estrada's like 37, washed up. He has like 47
Benavidez
fights.
is a
He's
bird
trying to
turkey
fight
at this
Benavidez.
40.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when these other fighters do it, it's great for the sport. They taking on challenges. You look at anyway, he fought Nonito Donaire when he was 39 years
How old
old.
is Bud?
Bud is
37.
37.
How old is what's his name? The
U-
heavyweight.
Usyk, he's
Usyk.
Usyk
37.
38.
He's 38 now.
What's the excuse? Tank will be 30 next year. I mean next month.
We're talking about Loma was old. Tank was
It's
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
87.
social
Like the
media.
double
It's
standards,
social
bro.
media.
But they wanted Shakur to fight Loma.
Exactly.
So I have a question.
Devin just fought Loma last year.
Here's my question. Like, if Shakur moves funny, then how is it that Shakur has actually beat a #1 guy at a weight class he's been in?
Who's that?
Boxing hacker, it says you need to connect your mic. Like you're
Who's that?
not
You talking about
connected.
Valdez?
Yes, Oscar Valdez was #1 at 130. He
I get
fought
that,
him.
but didn't Conceição arguably beat him though?
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Who won the fight?
I'm just saying we
No.
know. Obviously he won the fight, but I'm saying you don't think that Conceição
Why we acting
arguably
like
beat that?
Oscar Valdez is retired? What has he done since? If he was such a top
And then,
fighter.
What?
and then that came right off the Bud lawsuit against
Hold on,
Bob Arum.
Go
Okay,
ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
pause. Big Supreme. You said you believe Conceição beat Oscar Valdez, right?
Arguably, yes. It was a controversial
Okay,
decision.
arguably. What did Shakur do? Did he fight Conceição as well?
He did. Mhm.
Did he beat him?
He struggled a little bit, but he beat him.
He beat him, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So You have Shakur Stevenson, who arguably beat a number one guy in the division, whereas Tank Davis has never beat a number one guy in the division. Never.
So this is
In
my
his
thing,
entire
right?
career.
He did beat
Tank is the number one guy in the
Hold on,
division.
hold on, Tony.
Wait. What weight class did he be the number one guy in?
130.
130.
No, bullshit. Pedraza was not number one with Tank Davis fought him.
And Leo Santa Cruz.
He was the champion.
He was a champion of the division.
So you saying that? So you saying Javante Davis can't beat Oscar Valdez?
I'm looking right
It was
now.
only Burchelt. And,
I'm looking at the rankings right now from 2017.
But the champion
Y'all,
stands
none
over
of that
number one
means
guy.
nothing. So you are saying that Javante Davis can't beat Oscar
I'm
Valdez?
not gonna lie on here. In 130, when he fought Pedraza, there was two people higher ranked than him: Burchelt and Lomachenko.
But
You can't be higher ranked when you're a champion.
You can't beat
the champion.
The highest rank is
What the hell are you talking about?
Yo, look, Tony, look.
How many belts did Burchelt have? I mean, excuse me.
That don't mean he's higher ranked, Earth man.
How many belts did Pedraza have?
So Errol Spence was higher ranked than Terrence Crawford.
Yes, he was.
Yo, what the fuck? You can't be higher ranked than a champion, my guy.
Wait.
He's not because of fourth section volume.
Hey, this kid don't know what the fuck you talking about.
You're not even in the
Hold on, one at a
rankings.
time.
You're
One
not
at a
even in the
time.
rankings.
I'm not trying to yell at you, bro.
This is what's so stupid about it. Dean tried to call me a casual, but he sounded like a casual.
Bro, what you're saying is not the truth. You can't even. You're not even in the rankings when you're a champion.
You don't understand boxing.
You're not in the rankings when you are a champion. That is a fact.
You're gonna keep talking over me. I like that because you're scared of what I'm about to say.
No, I'm asking you to tell the truth. You are not in the rankings when you are a champion.
Let me ask you a question.
Are you in the rankings when you are a champion? Yes or no?
No, you're the king of that section of body.
The fuck is you talking? It's impossible to be ranked higher than a champion.
You're still in the rankings, you idiot. So furthermore, let's get to it. How many champions can be in a weight class at any given time? How many major titles are there per weight class?
One per sanctioned body plus the ring.
Say it again.
No, it's two. And some of the sanctioned bodies, they got two championships.
Now, say what you said again, Tony.
There are 4 major titles. 4 major titles.
Major titles. Yeah.
You know what that means? That means you can have 4 champions hypothetically all at the same time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They all can't be the best of the division. There are rankings.
That's subjective. Who's the best? That's subjective until they fight.
Hold on, Dean. Let him finish. Let him finish, Dean, and then you got next.
It's not that hard. Impulse control. You don't have it. Furthermore,
no, you're lying up here.
No,
they letting you get away with telling lies.
You're an idiot. You just don't know how it works.
You just said somebody could be ranked higher than a champion, but I'm the idiot.
Because there's 4 fucking champions.
That don't make you ranked higher. That you're not ranked higher though.
God, you are so fucking stupid.
These guys are talking in circles.
Hold on. We don't gotta do the time out. We don't got to do the ad hominem attacks. Dean, we're gonna let Tony review go, and then I'm gonna throw you in there, and then y'all can go back and forth. But we gotta talk one at a time so everybody can understand what's going on.
Okay, so you have 2 people who do rankings that people look to. Ring Magazine is one, Box Rec is the other. Box Rec is the one that's officially counted by the boxing bodies, and then you have Ring Magazine that does their globally ranked. How many champions there are? You'll have one champion above the other. When you compare somebody like Errol Spence Jr. to Terrence Crawford, tell me how can a guy with 1 belt be higher ranked than a unified 3-belt champion? It doesn't make sense what you're saying. He's got 75%.
They kept doing it.
And you think a guy who has 1
Terrence
belt
Crawford was always above Errol Spence in the pound for pound rankings, you goddamn Earth man?
Oh my God. Do you realize pound for pound in actual division
rankings? Oh my God. Bro, go just finish.
Let's move on, man.
So yeah, let me explain real quick.
Let's move on.
Right.
No, Dean got next.
I got next.
All right, go ahead.
This is dumb as fuck.
Well, first of all, everything he just said went out the window because Earl had the 3 belts and Terrence Crawford was still higher than him on the pound for pound rankings.
But he wasn't higher in the division.
Impulse control.
Right.
You guys are insane, man.
Motherfucking Earth man. Second of all, you talking about rankings. When you are a champion, you're taken out of the rankings. That's first. That's second of all. So you literally can't be ranked higher. And guess what? Just because you got the other belts don't mean that you're going to beat the other guy. You know how you know that's true? Because a lot of people think Dimitri Bivol just won. Terrence Crawford won. So the both of the guys, if what you saying is so true and me, this is why it means absolutely fucking nothing. Dimitri Bivol, everybody think that he won. A lot of people think he won. He had one belt. Terrence Crawford had one belt and beat Earl Spence. So just cause you got 3 belts, 2 belts, whatever, they all are considered champions.
Yeah.
That is just simple. It's just simple as that.
You're just that sanctioning body.
And then to bring up Oscar Valdez, well, who was Gervonta Davis beat at the top of the division? Well, none of that fucking means nothing because then what are you saying? Gervonta Davis wouldn't beat Oscar Valdez?
Hey,
We all know he was
Fly Frequency
fucking
in the
Oscar
building.
Valdez.
What's up, Frequent?
This is what he says.
He was sleep Oscar Valdez inside of 5 fucking rounds.
But yo,
And
just
that's an
to
opinion.
clarify one thing
That's
though.
an opinion.
No,
got somebody
everything
new
you
on the
said is
panel.
an
Hold on,
opinion. I'm
y'all.
speaking facts.
You don't come on here spreading fucking.
Tony, hold on, Tony.
Huh?
We got somebody new on the panel. Fly Frequency, what's going on? What's your 2 cents about the show?
What's going on? Salute. Well, I was just listening to what they was going back and forth on. You know, I could understand what both of y'all saying. You know, on the pound for pound ranking, Terrence Crawford was higher than Errol Spence. You know, and I think that's because he was moving up into different weight divisions and becoming a champion. You know, but as far as 147. Earl was unified, you know, and Bud only had that one belt. So it depends on what you're talking about as far as who was ranked higher. I don't know what y'all mean by that though.
No champion is higher than the other.
Yeah, let me land with something real quick, guys.
What's
Let me
good?
just say something real quick.
Yo, Frequent, when you are the champion, don't they take you out of the rankings?
Yeah,
absolutely. You was right on that. Yeah, you're no longer in the rankings.
So here's the confusion, guys. Here's where confusion starts. So there's 4 sanctioning bodies. Each sanctioning body has their own rankings. So they have their own top 10, top 100. They have their own rankings, totally separate. So like me, let's say me and Freaker are both pro boxers, right? What I'm ranked in WBA and what he's ranked in WBC, we can both be ranked number 5, but we're still on 2 different lists. Therefore, if I become a champion in the WBA, I'm still on top of the WBA ranking. It means nothing for the other rankings. So we can't. So we can't. How can I say? It doesn't matter. Like, oh, he's unified. When it comes to rankings, we're on 2 different lists. You know, I might be
boxing hacker because it don't matter what ranking you in. If you become a champion, they take you out of all of the sanctioning body rankings.
Yeah,
that's true. You're no longer in the rankings.
This big dude just loves to hear himself talk. 'Cause every time somebody talks,
on top of one list.
No, I speak facts though. What I said
no,
was
every time somebody talks, you come right
but I told the truth though. Make sure you say when I speak, I told the truth. Make sure when you say that I told the truth.
These guys are speaking in circles. They're talking in circles.
You are. So first off and foremost, you're talking about 2 different.
Well, boxing hacker was going. So first off and foremost, finish boxing hacker.
So that's just clarify the whole thing. It doesn't matter if I have 1 belt.
So as I would say,
boxing hacker was going, my guy. Impulse control. Go ahead, boxing
Tony.
hacker.
We're gonna let boxing hacker finish, and then you got it next, Tony.
So like there is no like one champion is greater than the other, like Deem said, because they're just different lists. There's different rankings for different sanction bodies. I'm just at the top of the WBA, but you can have all the other belts, and you're just at the top of those sanctioning bodies. That's all it means. It's not to say that we're not even ranked. We're not even ranked in the same place at that point, you know. So when you talk about rankings, it has to be the rankings per sanctioning body. You know, if you say you're number one for what sanctioning body, you know. So that's where it differentiates that.
All right, we're gonna pass it. Ton of reviews. What you got?
Okay, you're wrong. So when you look at there's 2 lists. There's 2 lists. You're talking about sanctioning list. The sanctioning body list goes from 1 to 10, and they have a champion. Number 1 is normally the mandatory for the champion. That's how the sanctioning bodies do it. However, there is a global ranking that ranks all the champions in each division, along with all 4 sanctioning body fighters that are ranked within those sanctioning bodies. Those fighters get a global ranking based off of who they beat, who they fought, how many belts they have.
Who is the global ranking?
Yeah, who owns that?
I said that earlier. You have 2. You have Ring Magazine and BoxRec.
On the Oscar De La Hoya.
magazines.
Box Rec don't stand. Box Rec don't stand nothing in the actual boxing game, bro.
Ring Magazine is a magazine.
Ring Magazine
Neither one
is a
of them
goddamn
do.
website.
Neither one of them have any merit.
I be talking.
Neither one of them have any merit.
But they can't stop
Still doesn't know what he's talking about.
Because the rankings don't matter
That's
what
just
you're talking about.
for them, you know?
All right,
They
hold
don't have any
on.
audience.
I don't want to have to mute y'all now. Come on, one at a time.
Yeah, I would like it if you would, because every time I talk. So, Dean, let me tell you how fucking stupid you are. There is a.
Hold on.
No. We about to get to it. Do you even know who the commission is over all of professional boxing in the USA?
The ABC.
Hey, thank you. The ABC. Who does the ABC adhere to for the rankings?
I don't believe it's the ring, but
no, it's not the ring. It's not the ring.
No,
you know who it is?
The championship
on their website, and I can pull it up and show you.
Let's not talk about boxing like organizations. Let's
not talk about facts.
None of them are credible. None of them
are credible.
This is what's like a business.
Continue,
where
Earth
people go to
Man.
make money.
There is no governing sanction for all of the.
Fuck is he talking
of the web. Each one is their own entity. Each one of them is their own entity.
Yeah, what you mean? You think you saying this one over all of boxing?
Number one champion.
No. What he's trying to say is the ABC. They all follow the ABC structure.
Everybody, in order for you to have a sanctioning body in whatever state, you have to follow the rules of the ABC. They're the ones that set the guidelines. They're the ones that.
But where do Box Rec come in on that, though,
I don't
bro?
agree with the Box Rec.
I'll break it down to you. So they all have to adhere to what the ABC says. Dean didn't know that. Furthermore, Big Supreme did. Good job, you. 2 thumbs up.
No, you said let you talk, so I was trying to let you talk a lot. I can cut you off if you want me to. I can cut you off if you want me to.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
All right, then continue, Earth Man.
Hold on.
I'll be an Earth Man all day because you
up here fucking lying. Go ahead.
You in another round because you don't exist in this reality. I'll be on Earth all day.
Bro, I exist out here. It ain't a boxing channel out here who don't know me, my guy.
I want to the Box Rec champion right now. Because my flag.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but you sat up there and said that they all in the same ranking.
You didn't know what ABC was.
I didn't say anything about when you
for you. He had to answer it for.
Hey, let me just say this.
Everybody gonna have to relax.
The whole point of this.
I gotta relax. You're ODing, bro.
The whole point about this part of the conversation was Tony. I think he said, "Well, why hasn't Tank fought anybody that was number one in the division?" If you guys haven't seen that video with Chris Cyborg and Clarissa Shields, you should go watch it because it gives you like allows you to peer into like what negotiations actually look like between fighters when one fighter is overmatched. So Clarissa Shields is obviously OP, right? And Chris Cyborg, she's smaller than Clarissa Shields, and she doesn't have the same she doesn't have the same experience. So she's trying to say this to Clarissa Shields, but Clarissa Shields is not she's not trying to hear it. She's like, yo, how come when the Arabs came to you and said they got some money for you to fight me, how come you didn't take that fight? And Chris Cyborg is like, hey, you're bigger than me and you have more experience. And Clarissa Shields doesn't want to hear that shit because he's like, yo, we only have limited paydays in our careers. We're supposed to take every fight. You know what I'm saying? But so that's you guys have to watch that because that's how these fighters, like Big Supreme is saying, that's how these fighters are doing it. There's like some fights they're just not going to take. Like Tank is not a fight that a lot of these guys want. And
so
it's
guys
obvious.
don't want big paydays no more. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, is it because they don't take the risk with Mayweather because Mayweather ain't gonna knock him out? Like, since when do people turn down big paydays?
I think people want,
but they're not gonna get that payday though. They're not gonna get
why
Ryan Garcia money.
Who turning down Tank fights though besides Lomachenko?
Hold on, I'm talking.
Everybody.
They're gonna get more money than what they, you know what I'm saying? They normally
act
get.
like Lamont Roach is the only guy on earth who's brave enough to fight Tank.
He was.
Man, be quiet. That's not even a question.
Listen. Go watch the video with Clarissa Shields and Chris.
I seen that video.
Chris Cyborg is a literal somebody that sends people to the hospital, like 100%. But when she was standing in front of Clarissa Shields, she wanted nothing to do with Clarissa Shields. That's just what it is.
What that got to do with Tank though?
Yeah, what's it?
It's,
Nothing.
it's,
Andre
it's,
Andre
it's just
Andre
boxing.
said
He's just
Shakur
making
It's
the
just
wasn't ready
point
for
boxing.
that
Tank.
It's
these
just
fighters is not going to be overmatched.
So people want. So Tank is a cash
Tank
cow.
is 5'4".
People are gonna fight Tank. I don't know why people have this inclination like everybody's scared of Tank. I don't know where this came from.
All right,
Tank
so
was
this
getting
is
fights
this
at
is my thing
130. He
with
was
the
doing
tank
fights at
thing, right?
135.
Did,
People are not
did
gonna
anybody see that interview with all the
Boxing
Andres?
hacker Loma literally just turned it down. Stop saying people won't turn it
Listen,
down.
bro.
Loma literally did it.
Yo, but Loma. Okay, to Loma's defense, and Truth was not even here. Loma already talked about this after the Kambosos fight. That hey, I might need a break. He said that at the Kambosos the post fight press
Boxing
Now this
hacker,
is
conference.
he
my
was arguing with Shakur Stevenson right after that, saying we could go to the ring right now and I'll fight
And
for
they never went
free.
to the table, as you can see, and they
no,
never
no,
went to the
no.
table.
Listen.
So
Lomachenko's ducking. Lomachenko's
That
100%
man
ducking.
bagged
who
out of
knows?
negotiation.
Who knows? But
He
at
ducked
the end of the
Shakur.
day,
He ducked Shakur before Kambosos. Shakur offered him a title fight before Kambosos. He said that I didn't want to kill my family. And
Your mic, bro. Your mic.
Lomachenko.
so I hear a 2 cents background music. Are we getting off of them?
Nah, somebody.
He ducked Shakur 2
about
times.
to pack
There
He
you
your
go.
ducked
nose in.
Tank.
Huh?
I hate to agree with the Tanker Bells, but Loma ducked, man. It's documented. He a documented duck, bro.
Shit documented, bro. You can't be 2 weeks later arguing with Shakur Stevenson, making a whole scene, pointing at the ring, saying we can fight right now, and that you next. That's what Loma acts. Stop going off of what you think. I'm talking about what we got proof of. That's what Loma said.
But I'm saying this, right? We can't act like
No,
everybody's
Boxing Hacker, forget what you saying. Address what Loma said and did.
Say he wanted a break. What do you want me to say?
No, that's not what he said. He told Shakur, we can fight right now, and you're next.
And
that's
guess
what he
what?
said.
But when it came to Tank, he said he not in the move, though.
And then Boxing Hacker, he said that he wanted to be with his family and never left the USA. He never went back to the Ukraine after that.
And what month was this in?
But what I'm trying to say to you, it still stands true that it's what he said at the post-fight press conference. That's what he's going to do. So what can we say?
Then why go in negotiations with Tank then, Boxing Hacker?
I will say this to you, Dean. If Lomachenko fights somebody else after he comes back from his whatever, then I'll call him a duck, just like you said, all right? But we gotta see what it does next. That's what I believe.
But Boxing Hacker, when I tell y'all that with Tank, that y'all be why he ain't fighting this guy, and I said y'all don't even know what he's going to do next. Y'all don't give him that same grease.
So here's the problem with Tank though. But Tank's been at that division for a long time. He's not fighting champions. Yo,
all right, listen up. Hey, check it out.
Check
it out. Hold on, listen up. We're gonna go around. I'm gonna let everybody get their last 2 cents off. I've been on here almost 4 hours tonight. I appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. We had a good time tonight. A fire
We had a
show.
good time until these niggas start fighting and shit.
Everybody was it was all good. Everybody entitled to their own opinion over here. But we're gonna start off with Boxing Hacker. What's your last 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I mean, so I don't even know what my last 2 cents is, honestly. I mean, good chat with everybody. I don't believe, I can't say Tank doesn't fight people. I think Tank does fight people. I just think that at the end of the day, people want to see him fight those champions. And they've been wanting to see him fight those champions. And not champions from other divisions, but champions in his division. Not around division, not over his division, but at his division. And besides that, yeah, I think it was a great chat. Good talking to you guys, you know? And salute to you, great show.
All right, Boxer. All right.
Salute, Dean. Goddamn Earthman.
Dean B Hacker.
Fly Frequency, what you got?
Yeah, everybody seemed like, well, a lot of people seem like they criticizing Tank for fighting Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those dudes. I don't got no problem with Tank fighting Lamont Roach because the champions in his division obviously not available, you know, for whatever reason, you know, he can't fight him. So I don't think that it's important, you know, these other guys for him to fight, you know, so he might as well fight Lamont Roach. I ain't got no problem with it. You know,
right.
That's it.
Wow, we agree.
That's my guy, Frequent, man.
Wow, Frequent Fly.
Salute,
That's
y'all.
what I'm talking about.
Salute, Brody.
Salute. Thanks for joining me today. Who we got next? VA Money Group, what you got?
I ain't got much. It's just the same thing. Like social media is kind of wrecking boxing right now through the fan base, and it's just a bunch of guys that like the real hardcore is not around anymore. It's just a bunch of guys that's talking trash about fighters and stuff like that. So I just feel like, man, just if you're here, you're here because you like the fights, like not necessarily the politics and the business talk that we can pretend to understand, but we really don't understand. You're here because you like, what I'm saying, the fights, the technical aspect of it and stuff like that. So I feel like the conversation should be more geared toward that and not like bull crap, talking in circles about trying to grandstand about how much you know about the sport of boxing, as far as like, oh, who's this organization and what is this organization like fuck that. Nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? We just care about the fighting.
Okay. All right, well, we come over here, we talk about it all over here at 2 Cents Boxing. Shout out to VA Money Group joining me on the show today. Tony Reviews, what you got?
Yeah, I implore anybody listening to go to abcboxing.com. You'll see that there are global rankings. You'll see where they get the global rankings from. And you'll see that there are champions ranked over other champions within the division. As far as sanctioner rankings go, you have 1 through 10 and you have a champion, but you still have global rankings because you can't have 4 people number 1 at the same time. It just doesn't happen. That doesn't even make sense. So yes, please go to what every sanctioning body adheres to, where the actual rules come from, and then you'll see that there are global rankings, and all these fighters are globally ranked. Again, I think Tank Davis is a very good fighter, but I don't like the fact that he keeps bringing up guys from 130 to fight up at 135. I don't like that he'll bring somebody down and do him with a catchweight, rehydration clause. Fight a guy like whenever you fought Mario Barrios, put a rehydration. It's just ridiculous, all the stuff that goes around Tank. I would love to see Tank be great. I can't hold it against him that Loma did not want to fight him. I do agree with that. Loma wanted no part of Tank Davis. But the first time Loma wanted to fight him at 130, where Tank was allegedly the greatest at, it was Tank that said they're trying to set me up and ducked him back then. So I guess it's only right that Loma ducks him today. So I understand. I heard your tears wanting to come up behind me. Impulse control.
So Tony, real quick, how did you feel about Shakur bringing Cordina up?
Say that again. I'm sorry, 2 Cents.
What were your thoughts on Shakur bringing Cordina up? What were your thoughts on Shakur bringing Cordina up?
Oh, I hated that fight. I thought it was ridiculous.
Oh, okay. So you just don't like that across the board.
Look, I keep it straight across the board with all of them. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense, and that's my 2 cents.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks for joining me, Tony's review.
How you feel about Regis Prograde bringing up Devin Haney?
Do you want me to answer that before I go? 2 cents?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. You can't bring up somebody who's already said multiple times they're leaving the division. They're undisputed. No. There's a difference in an undisputed champion who's struggling to make weight at a weight class who said numerous times they're moving up. That's not bringing somebody up. That's somebody that's already moving up. There's a difference.
So what about a guy that already fought at the division half of his career? Could you bring him up?
Why did he not stay at that weight class for half of his career? If he was there half of his career and chose to go down, why did he not stay there?
Because he weight bullying, probably.
No, that's not why.
No, I'm just saying that I'll even give
him maybe he doesn't feel like he's best suited for that weight class, so he went down to where his body's best suited for.
No, that's not what happened. He got a title shot versus Heron, and then he got a title shot versus Hector.
Thank you. But that's what's up.
All right, thanks, Tony Reviews, for joining me. Come back. I'll be back on again Sunday, 5 p.m.
I got you. Appreciate you letting me on.
All right. Windy City Assassin, what you got?
Man, I'm gonna let Dean take care of the rest. But what I gotta say is, Andre said that Shakur wasn't ready for Tank.
Ooh, and they kept it real on that one.
So Shakur said it himself. His team had that Tank's team reached out to him. Will Shakur ever be ready for Tank? I don't think so. But hey, they got to fight one day. Unless one of them will move up and move out of the division.
Do they have to fight?
Unless one. What they gonna blame it on Tank?
I don't know. Not happening. That's I don't know. I part of me don't see this fight happening.
Part of me don't either, but
the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, I don't think he gonna take that fight.
that's my 2 cents.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
thank you. Big Supreme, what you got?
I wanted to say a whole lot, but I wanted to address what Tony said. The thing with Lomachenko, Teofimo, Haney, Shakur, I personally, that's why I asked him about Kovalev and Adonis Stevenson. You know, Adonis was on Showtime, PBC, and Kovalev was on HBO. I feel like it's more of a political thing. I'm not saying that they duck and Tank because they scared. I think that they're strategically avoiding Tank, in my opinion. I feel like they don't want Tank to get these signature wins, and I think they blocking him. That's just my opinion. They did it to Adonis.
Why they doing
Ward.
to him though?
I think it's political. I think it's because of Al Heyman. That's just my opinion. Because if you look at Andre Ward, he never fought Adonis. You look at Kovalev, never fought Adonis. You look at Wilder, he never got the Joshua fight. Almost didn't get the Fury fight. So my thing is, whenever signature or marquee names under the PBC banner become like a big name in a division, they almost never get those marquee fights if they're on the top rank, if they're on the Queensberry, if they're on the Matchroom. We've seen it countless times. So that's my thing. I'm not saying that these dudes is afraid of Tank. I just feel like they're, whoever's behind the scenes that's managing these dudes' careers are like strategically going around Tank, in my opinion. Because it doesn't make sense. Tank is the biggest payday.
Right.
You're gonna get the most eyes. You're gonna get the biggest bag. So why the fight's not happening? And then I don't like that the fans always say, well, Tank is not making the fight happen. He's the A side. I feel like a lot of fans, they have short-term memory because Floyd Mayweather went through the same thing. He couldn't get these fights. Same thing with Cotto. Same thing with Oscar De La Hoya. When you look at Bob Arum, I said this last time, this man has been fined and suspended by the Nevada Athletic Commission. He got indicted by the FBI for taking robberies with the IBF. He's been in multiple lawsuits from Crawford to Pacquiao to Oscar to Mayweather to Teofimo, Shakur to Crawford. So this dude has a history of blocking fights. He has a history of doing shady things behind the scenes. If you look at someone like Frank Warren has hundreds of lawsuits. He's been on Twitter the last week talking about suing this person and suing that person. I said it last time. Frank Warren even got shot by one of his boxers because they was going through a legal dispute. So like I said, what kind of man gets shot by his boxer? Mind you, the UK don't really got guns like that.
For real, right?
All daylight. So my thing is, again, we got to start holding these dudes accountable. They say they want the Tank fight, but it never happens. And they're using social media and they're using naive fans to push their narratives. And that's my opinion. I feel like if Tank was to go to Top Rank, he would be pound for pound #1. Everybody would love him. The ESPN corporate media, the machine will push Tank into the stratosphere. And that's my 2 cents.
Yep. Appreciate it. Dean, by any means, close us out. What you got for the show?
Man, I want to say this 2 cents. All these lies that Gervonta Davis keep bringing people up. Gervonta Davis has only brought up 2 people: Hector Luis Garcia and Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach has started his career off at 140, spent the rest of the first half of his career at 135. Oh yeah, 2 cents. He's bigger than Gervonta Davis. If y'all didn't know that to be true, neither. And they could do whatever they want to do with Gervonta Davis. 2 cents. The sad part is Gervonta Davis is already at the apex. They literally can't block him because guess what's going to happen? Other guys are going to run out of options. Keyshawn Davis and them not going to want to keep fighting Barincheks and Raymond Maritalis. Neither is Shakur Stevenson because the whole world is on him. They on his case about it. Lomachenko, he knows he got to do something because the backlash he caught. So they can continue to do these things. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis is going to continue to sell out. He's already the draw, 2 cents. It's too late. What they should have tried to do this before he got to where he's at. He's already at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, they couldn't do it though.
Guess what though? Last time I checked, Canelo Alvarez was on PBC too. He get fights. He can get any fight he wants. So it's just going to come down to this: guys going to either ruin their own career running away from Tank, but they're not going to ruin Tank's because it's the tide is already turning.
Shakur got people all on him. Bob Arum coming out talking about Barinchek and Keyshawn Davis. And then look how everybody looking at Lomachenko now. You got Devin Haney fans and Shakur fans agree that Lomachenko is ducking Gervonta Davis. 2 cent. We never thought we'd see that day just 7 months ago. If you would have told me that, I'd have called you a liar. So they can do what they want. Meanwhile, all these people that be talking about Gervonta Davis 2 cent, and I'm going to leave you with this. All them YouTube channels that talk about Gervonta Davis, watch they be in Houston trying to get interviews and talking about they in the front row. That's all I'm going to say.
We're going to see him at the fight. We're going to see him at the fight.
They helping this case, 2 cent. They helping him. I'll holler at you, girl. You keep doing
All right.
this.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Listen, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. We had a good conversation. Talked about the Oscar de la Hoya, the pay-per-view numbers, the lawsuit, the clout chasing, Gary Russell, Tank versus Shakur, who Tank need to fight, who don't want to fight Tank. Man, we covered a lot of topics tonight. We had some great debates going back and forth. Shout out to Big Supreme, Tony's Reviews, Windy City Assassin, Paid in Full, Boxing Hacker, Big Dog Willie, Supreme Cam. Thank all of y'all for joining me on the panel tonight. If I forgot your name, my bad. But thank you for joining me on the panel. Thank you for everybody that joined me tonight in the chat. And remember, I will be back Sunday for the Sunday live stream. Remember, I do come on twice a week, Fridays nights, Sunday afternoon. Be sure to check out my content throughout the week. You may see me in some other chats and on some other panels. Let me say what's up. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
y'all, man. 2 Cents be on point. Shit, she be on point, bro.
Appreciate it.
Nah, for real.
Appreciate
She
it.
talking facts. Like, you the first one to say